Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
First one of 2024. If you like a lot of wrestling on your YouTube,
join our cult, Maffew.
Whoa.
Join it now. Come on
My
in.
word.
The water's nice and tepid, Maffew. I've joined in with your little ditty. How did it feel? You don't like it, do you?
Hello, Ross, and goodbye, headphone users.
It's all right, Joel will put the hard limiter on. I know my terminology.
Hey, well, there's no limit here on the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast. You are listening, well, if you're able to, now that you're not deafened, to Ross, Maffew, and Jack, and lovely edited by the lovely Joel.
Lovely edited by the lovely Joel.
Hello.
Hello.
Tyrant.
Joel's becoming he's getting a bit too over, I think.
A bit too over.
We need to politic him down. Yeah, we need to be the click.
It's the Daniel Garcia dance.
Yeah, we need
of
to
the
protect.
roster.
We need to protect our spot.
That's right.
Gonna bury him.
No points when we do the CC later on. In the show. Jack, how are you doing, pal?
I'm all good. Quite a relaxed Christmas and New Year, but that's nice. Did either of you were you in or at like an indoor part, like not out for New Year basically, or did you go out?
I was in, me.
You were in,
I was
right?
in.
You were in. What did you? Right. What was on the telly? Hootenanny, Rick Astley.
Well, if it was my decision, it would be Hootenanny, because it's a tradition.
It
I
is,
love.
of course, yeah.
It's like going through, finding out that wrestling's fake twice when you realise that Hootenanny isn't live.
Yeah.
I got to about the age.
Is it not?
I got about the age of 25 thinking it was live, and then I learned they record it like end of
That
November or
broke
something
my
like that.
heart. Yeah.
But you can't get better than Jules tickling the ivory on New Year's Eve.
It's the biggest con because he's going around going, hey, no, yeah. And everyone's going, hey, Hootenanny.
He keeps Vic Reeves employed for 1 year. And
Yeah, is he just his
night a year,
pal?
sorry. Yeah.
Right,
he's there with
okay.
His wife.
He says Naka Naka Nakazawa.
So you were going to have that on if that was your decision.
But this year, the BBC threw they threw another span in the works, didn't they? Or was it ITV or was it the BBC? Rick Astley, they had.
BBC One.
Yeah.
On a stage, like a stage show. Not a stage show, a gig. And he had guests on and that. He had the bloke from the X Factor, Rylan. Rylan was there. Sounded
good.
better than I could have. He was good at singing now.
Yeah, he was decent.
Yeah, I thought he was like the joke.
Was Albert and
X
Just
Factor.
Incredible not available?
No.
Just a bit of wrestling for the wrestling podcast.
And Rick still got it.
Yeah?
I was flicking between, and Rick still, he sounds the same as he did in the 80s.
It's a difficult one for him because you're always just waiting for the song to come on. And you got all the way to midnight, the song hadn't happened. We go through the pyrotechnics provided by the mayor of London. I can't talk today.
The layer of mud.
The layer of London. And then you come back and Rick's there with the tune.
He's got about 4 other songs that start like "Never Gonna Give You Up" though. She wants to dance with me.
That was good, that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow.
I can hold a tune a little bit. Have you never heard of Very Wrestling Christmas?
Now I'm trying to give it up. That's lovely. I was in bed after a bath. Turns out if you drink and eat like poo for 7 days straight, from before Christmas to after Christmas to that crimbo limbo period, you're like, what are you doing for New Year's? I'm like,
Hey, try it for the rest of the year, Maffew, and you'll find out if you're a real boy or not.
If there's ever a time to do it, though, everything goes out the window at the end of December, including the rest. Well, no, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the wrestling.
oh yeah, by God, wrestling.
Sorry, how are yous? I've hijacked the conversation with Hootenanny talk. How are yous?
Maffew, how are you? You fine?
I'm doing all right, mate. Doing all right, pal. Everything's good in my life right now, so I can't wait for someone to come along and wreck it. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy it while it's good.
Good.
Like
Yeah.
life itself.
To peel the curtain back, I was going to make an inappropriate joke, wasn't it, at the start of this podcast?
I don't know, Ross. What were you going to say? We'll be like Jules Holland and not...
My auntie died on Tuesday, basically. So I was going to come in the podcast, and there's been that thing going on Instagram. Add your own picture to this thing, otherwise you'll get bad luck for the entirety of 2024. And for whatever reason, I could not add it on New Year's Day. And then the 2nd of January rolls around, and me auntie passes away. So I'd like to thank Instagram for being dirty murderers.
No. Now, if you hadn't,
It's obviously a sad
Yeah,
time,
of
but you
course.
know, I like to
I'm glad that you're
make
taking
things awkward. But I gave the lads a heads up today rather than just slapping it on thick with 2 C's.
Thank you, Ross.
If you hadn't warned us and just come out with it, I think I'd have fallen off my chair.
Big grin. Instagram killed me, Andy. You're like,
Hey, but I couldn't add it. I couldn't do it. I don't know if it's like how my account's set up or something like that, but I couldn't do it, so that's the reason.
Oh,
Good start of the year.
God. The bastards.
I know.
How could they
What
do
was
it?
the picture?
It was like it was on the stories, like add your image or you'll get bad luck for the year. You just hit the little sticker button thingy and then add it to your own
From
story.
a Chinese company, right? Okay.
Oh, it was an official Instagram thing. It wasn't just a thing that was going around. That's very irresponsible.
Oh, an official one?
That's very
Oh,
irresponsible.
okay.
of them,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's disgusting from Instagram.
Yeah.
Meta Corp.
Bastards.
Yeah, I know.
God. Budget diddlers.
Yeah.
Well, that's enough pleb banter for one.
No,
week.
we've got a whole segment of pleb banter now. We have an email.
Yes, apparently we have a selection. I guess it's like when you sit down and you go on a first date with someone, you're like, oh, God, they're really fit, but I don't know what to talk about. Well, Jonathan, friend of the show, has sent in the following pleb talk ideas.
Thank you, Jonathan.
Indian takeaway order.
Brilliant.
Right, so that's this. We've got a whole list.
Oh, we're going to keep this then.
We'll
Yeah,
work
go.
through them week on week. We'll tick them off.
Jonathan's pleb talk ideas.
Do we need to record like a segment intro for that? Pleb banter.
Making it sound normal. Pleb banter.
Oh, you were doing Goldfinger. I didn't even mean it. Oh, that was very good. Pleb
banter.
Or is it just fart noises?
They're the plebs that like to talk. What is it? So, Ross.
It's such an opulent song for a thing called Pleb banter.
But you
They've got
mustn't pleb.
no money.
If you had money like Goldfinger, what would you order from an Indian?
I'm not really big on my Indian takeaways because I can't deal with the spice. Can't deal with it.
Do you go to the restaurants?
I actually went for one just before Christmas with the pals, meeting up in your 30s. They've all got kids and good paying jobs and whatnot. Now I'm here chatting about the wrestling. But yeah, I got a korma. I went up to a medium butter chicken at this one, so I was feeling a bit daring. I made it through though.
Was it nice?
Yeah, it was very nice.
Was it one in... Oh, was it Morpeth?
It was,
Oh,
yes.
I was going to be like, was it Dabba Wall?
The Tando Mahal, I believe it's called.
Lovely.
In Morpeth, yeah.
Mint.
Aye.
You've stolen the exact same things that I would say. This is not working. I hope you say something different.
Chicken jalfrezi for me.
Yeah,
That's
good
my
lad,
order. Because I do like a bit of spice, but not... I would never go for like a needlessly show-offy one, like a vindaloo or something. Why can people enjoy that realistically? I don't know.
People seem to.
I'll go for a jalfrezi. A lot of people talk up Madras as a really good spicy one, and I tried it once, and I just found it was spicy, but the flavour wasn't there. Jalfrezi is where it's at. If you like your medium hot spice, chicken jalfrezi or meat of your choice. Great pleb banter.
Yeah.
Ah, well,
I got introduced
thank you,
to
Jonathan.
something called the old lady's finger or something. Does anyone know what this is about? at the Indian takeaway, it was called something else on the menu, but my pal asked for the old lady's finger, and the guy brought out a little bowl of like green shrubbery with other like mango stuff mixed in.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice.
What the hell?
I didn't understand why it would have a secondary name, but he was just like, because he was a regular at the restaurant, he was just like, we'll have the old lady's finger now, please. And that's what.
Old lady.
I'd assumed it would have been a common thing at the old Indian takeaways.
Really? I've never heard that before.
Fair. Joel?
No.
What are you having, Joel?
Yeah, what do you have?
Star of the podcast, Joel.
I change it up all the time
of
whenever
course
I
you
go.
do.
I just see what's interesting on the menu. Lots of poppadoms though.
Are you-
Lots of
really?
poppadoms. I
Of
love
course,
poppadoms.
of course.
I'm not that mad about poppadoms.
You know, you're a naan bread kind of guy.
Yeah, I like naan bread, but when you've had an Indian with a naan bread, you're too
It's
full.
filling.
I
And
love a
rice
poppadom
as
with the
well.
old mango thingy-majiggy at the start.
And the mint yogurt one. That's nice.
Oh,
So
okay.
not- fair
Might
enough.
get some Colgate and put it on there.
Yeah, it is. I don't get. It's that famous Becky Lynch Seth Rollins debate about chocolate with mint or not. One of them's very pro mint with chocolate, one's very negative. How's it ever worked out? It was on one of those ride-alongs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like the famous debate.
I've not
I'm like,
tapped their phone.
Well, from the news of the world to the actual news of the world.
Very good.
There's a lot of news this week. All right. So it's going to go up and down like a horse draws. All right.
He's back. It's
now,
2024, baby.
Is
First time we got that out.
Is that a Northeastern thing or just an English thing that's saying?
I've only heard it from Northerners.
Yeah, but then we primarily do no Northerners. So it's hard to... Yeah.
Kevin Dunn officially gone from WWE.
Joel, 50,000 camera cuts now.
Thank you.
Good riddance.
I imagine there's nothing happened there at all.
Is it sad that his legacy is just too many camera cuts? Shaking
He's
cam?
made tens of millions over the
sure.
past 30 years eating rotten hell. He's ruined. He hasn't. He has No, he has ruined wrestling. He's made wrestling unwatchable at certain points. There's other stuff you hear from his like sort of direction behind, like Becky Lynch's
Yes.
accent, for example. He's a bad man.
There was, there was the camera stuff, the production side of it did get annoying once you became aware of it, or once it got worse over time. I'm not sure, because I don't remember it being that bad in like the Attitude Era.
No,
anyway.
no.
But there's the famous Drew or Seth chair shots to Drew, and I remember once seeing a steady footage from the crowd of Kevin Owens doing the pop-up powerbomb, and it looked class. And then seeing the match for real, and as he hit, obviously on the moment of impact, it shifts to a different hour. He's like, why? But yeah, like Ross said, the thing that annoyed me more was the stories you'd hear about him just being really out of touch with what the fans would want, and having the ear of Vince somehow, having massive influence. Yeah.
I honestly didn't really notice that in the WWE until my mates started watching UFC on a more regular basis, and just those really long shots, like from the fighter from the back to the front. It's just one long shot, follow them, and you're like, that's amazing. And you go out to the WWE and you're like, oh, right, that is rubbish, isn't it?
For me, it was when I started watching New Japan, and it was so much more steady. There's far fewer camera cuts, and it made it look all better. Yeah.
Oh, well.
I guess I should say that might be a directive from whatever network Raw was on at the time, or SmackDown was on at the time, because we've learned they have an influence in what certain things look like. But then again, I like to believe that's not true, because Kevin's a bad person. He got there via means that didn't warrant him getting that job in the first place.
Oh, is it true?
Apparently
His dad
it's-
saved tapes from a fire or something. Saved the archive.
That's the old story, isn't it?
Yeah. Interesting.
Aye. Yeah, 10 people burned to death, but he got copies of Mid-Atlantic from 78. So, yeah, that's the news that Kevin Dunn has been cut.
Well,
I
I
looked
looked retired, he said.
And cut. cut.
I look forward to absolutely nothing changing, though.
It's gonna be like, yeah, finally, the evil has gone. It looks exactly the same. Like, oh, right. Then we'll be well done. Killer Khan passes away. I honestly thought he passed away years ago because he's a wrestler who had his last thing was feuding with Hogan. It was Hogan's opponent post WrestleMania 3. And then that was it. Retired in 87. Didn't wrestle. Didn't do much. They did what a lot of Japanese wrestlers do, which is run a restaurant afterwards. And yeah, it's been nice looking back at the footage of him and Andre and going, oh, that was that great bit of like wrestling poo stuff, wasn't it? Andre the Giant breaks his ankle, getting out of bed, and then going, oh, what we're going to do here? We'll say Killer Khan did it in a match. The bastard. I'm going to have lots of stretcher matches as a rematch.
Yeah.
And it's great because you watch it because Killer Khan would either go to being Andre's equal, because Killer Khan is a big lad, or just going, sorry, Andre, running away. I'm sorry about your ankle, as Andre's just beating the hell out of him. So I'll watch a few of those on online, and yeah, they still stand up.
I need to know,
Like
I
Andre.
know embarrassingly little about I need to learn more about him, because like whenever someone passes away, obviously, you either think, oh, I remember that, or you think, I should get into that, because everyone's sharing their best memories. So yeah, that's a sad one.
It is funny watching the stretcher matches, though, because obviously the Mongolian stretcher match, because he was a Japanese wrestler from Mongolia, and as was the style at the time, and so he's getting beat up, and the idea is that the referee has a blokey, an orderly, I guess, put the wrestler on the stretcher, which hasn't got like any legs out like that. It's one of those proper flat ones, and then then they drag him out. But then it looks funny by that just itself, because then the wrestlers will go, no, get off. But then Andre's just like, no, I'm not done beating him, so starts throwing the stretcher out the ring. Like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah. Andre El Idolo.
Andrade.
Listening.
Andrade,
Kevin Kelly. Yeah. Left.
Yes.
Leaving. His departure was announced on World's End because there wasn't enough news on that bloody show, was there? And it's funny that this is coinciding with Sammy Guevara's return to the company.
Yeah.
Does anyone who noticed that little thing there?
No, I didn't.
Maybe just me.
Well, it also coincided with his contract running out.
Oh, yeah, that too.
But I think everybody knew from stories and stuff and from reports that would come out that it seemed like he pretty quickly wanted to go back to WWE or do a few bits in Mexico again and then go back to WWE. It looks like he's going to as well.
Yeah. It's been a massive shame because when he obviously got released, all were saying like he should be a main event guy. Goes to AEW, surely the shoe fits, but the shoe didn't fit, and he just was spinning his wheels. That HFO, what was it called? The Hardy Family Office, Andrade Family.
Was it the HAFO or something by the end?
AHFO.
They merged, yeah.
AFO.
It was the WHO O cares. That's right. Remember it now.
Hey! But yeah, they couldn't find anything for him to do with like, to really sink his teeth into. So him going back with, Triple H now being in the power seat.
Yep.
Charlotte
Who made
being
him,
there.
yeah, Charlotte as well. But Triple H making him NXT champion back in the day. Surely he gets showcased better now if he goes back. Surely.
You'd like to think. There was certain flashes with Andrade when you remember, like for me, it was in the match with Miro. His lovely running back, like the Judas effect, but a million times better. Yeah. And he did that on Miro out of nowhere. And I remember, I was like, oh, of course, it's him. It's Andrade. And to be fair, in that match, which we'll talk about later, he didn't phone it in at all.
No.
Even though it was his last match, he still went for it fully. So.
That's a shame. Also, Sean Spears has gone. Fightful stated he departed the company after being adamant that he wanted to wrestle as opposed to a front office or training only gig.
I thought that was QT.
No,
And Sean as well.
Apparently, you can just copy paste the same thing there.
Ah, right, fair enough.
Fair play to him if he still wants to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
I thought he was going to become a trainer just because he's got the school. But if he still wants to wrestle, then fair enough.
Right.
He's another one that went wrong, didn't he? Because it was like when the chairman thing, I know it didn't start in the best way with the worked, not worked chair shot. Was it worked in the end?
I
It
think
was supposed to be, but then he hit him wrong.
the chair was gimmicked so that it would be safer, but a bit of it broke off and hit Cody.
I love the analysis on
Something like that.
the fake chair to
Yeah.
the head.
But they turned that into a positive with the chairman gimmick. I thought he looked the part in those early bits of AEW. But then I remember that match he had where Tully was his manager and they pulled his shorts down and he had like a pair of underpants on with Tully's face on. And he didn't really recover from there, did he?
That was against Dustin, I think.
That's
It was like
right.
squash on a pay-per-view.
Yeah, and he was Wardlow's lad for a bit, right?
Yeah, he was accountability.
That's right. No, that I remember being okay because he was just the less he did, the more over he was.
He was good at the
Now he's not with the
silly
company;
stuff.
he'll be more over than he's ever been.
True.
MJF has also been removed from the AEW roster page, but rather than wax lyrical about is this real or not, which we've done for the past year and a half of MJF, we'll just move on. Velveteen Dream released an apology video.
Oh, God.
Lies, it wasn't released, it escaped. And Goldberg calls Vince McMahon a piece of poo for not granting him a retirement match, and which I think that's not right. He had a piece of poo retirement match with The Undertaker. I think he's misremembering things there, bless him.
Imagine, right, being in your mid-50s and being made world champion like Goldberg was. And everything Vince did for him in that latter run over 2016 till 21. Imagine having all that and then still calling Vince a piece of you-know-what.
Did he win it twice? Beat Owens and The Fiend?
He beat Owens and The Fiend.
Oh, yeah.
He beat
my
The Fiend
God.
in
Do you not
Saudi
remember The
Arabia.
Fiend when we were all watching it?
Yeah, yeah. Hoping that Bray would retain. Apart from... Oh, no. I was going to say apart from evil, malicious Sam Driver who wanted to watch the world burn. But that was when The Fiend beat Rollins, I think. Sam was happy. Because
That's a lie. Sam's never. It certainly is after all the editing he's put out for the Golden Age.
Oh, God, yeah.
He's very well received.
And Maffew Stewart as well.
And Maffew Stewart as well, beg your pardon.
And Justin on the script.
And Justin.
Yes. So it's been received very well. Well done, everyone.
Well done, everybody.
So patronising.
That was the week of wrestling.
Curtis Chapman as well.
You know what? I was thinking, do we do it? Because,
Yeah.
again, not because of any disrespect or anything else like that. It's just because of, like, to change gears.
No,
from, like,
we should
haha,
probably
silly Goldberg's crap matches to, oh, yeah,
Well,
Mad Kurt.
we should
I know,
probably
it's
mention him,
it's a
though.
bugger in it, yeah. Curtis Chapman, a.k.a. Mad Kurt, tragically passed away the way too young age of 26.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird that he obviously did accomplish a lot in a small space of time, but he was most known for being an utter get online to people.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
Really, you got so many people.
Yeah. EC3 is his biggest target, I
Dunne.
guess. That's there. Pete Dunne. Josh Alexander, remember as well?
Right?
How did you get Josh Alexander?
He said something like, yeah, I think he changes the... That's why I got it taken off Twitter, because he kept on impersonating people, I think. I wish I remembered all the things there. No one seems to print screened, or I haven't seen it, but it was something like, yeah, I'll come fight your big scary league or whatever.
I think
Or he changes, I swear he changed his name to like Josh Alexander's Big Fighty League or something like that.
Is
Hope I'm
it-
not misremembering.
His match with Suzuki was just exactly what it should have been.
Yeah.
Just him going like, "Come on, Suzuki!"
Nah, that old relic Suzuki can't go anymore. Should put over.
It spends ages doing that with these, and Suzuki's just stood there, and then he goes, "Come on!" and then Suzuki goes, just so fast.
And
It was
also
really
the
good.
clip that people have been sharing was when he won the, forgive me, I don't watch Pro all the time, but their cruiserweight title,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
called
yeah.
it. And
It was a shoot, wasn't it?
that's it. Lord Gideon, the tremendous Lord Gideon Gray said they told him. I know it was him who told him, or someone else had said, "Look, Kurt, there's WWE scouts at the event. And one thing they like is proper holding on for pins. Make your opponent kick out. So when you lock in that pin on Nintendo DS, make sure you're really locking it hard, all right? Okay. So then just, 1, 2, 3, and it's like, then they're like, no, that's all right. And just,
I only met him the one time, I think, but I was with you at the Wrestling Media Con. It was before he was Mad Kurt. He was meant to be in the...
I forgot all about that.
He was meant to be in the Super J Cup, but I think he'd got injured.
Yeah, he was injured. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Mate, I genuinely forgot. Me and Wrestling Memes are doing our awful panel where everything broke. It was, I think they recorded it and just went up on that online. And don't worry. But like, Mad Kurt, like, hey, you don't do anything, want to be part of that panel? Sure. And you can tell he's just there like, I've only been in the business 2 years and this is set back where I'm at by 3. So, bless.
Yeah.
And also,
I didn't really... That was the first time I'd ever met him, but he just seemed like a really nice guy to get on with.
he was there at North Wrestling. Apparently he was telling someone that was there, like, oh, it's Maffew, I want to take a photo. But I don't dare. And so someone dragged him. He's like, no, I'm kidding. And he must have been, because I've met him before, right?
Yeah. It's a sad one. But he got a couple of mentions on World's End, which was nice to see as well.
God, that was unexpected and very nice to see.
Because Eddie Kingston dedicated the match to him. So I guess he must have met when Eddie was doing his...
there's photos of Eddie Kingston getting dabbed on as well. So, shout outs to Mad Kurt.
Yeah.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Now it's time for everyone's favourite segment, the Hall of Fame. And we're going to apparently get on screen what 2023 looked like. So a quick look here. Ooh, can't see it just yet, but make noises. Yeah, it worked first time. So,
Christ alive.
Oh, the wanking walrus! I forgot all about that. Oh, get in.
That might have been the first one.
Yeah, because it was last time, this time last year, I should say. Yeah, the hurricane spot.
Oh my!
Because we just watched a Rumble.
That's a classic.
That's a classic.
Yeah, what?
that one. It's shocking that.
What everyone relates
Oh,
to.
AI sex robot Maffew in the bottom corner there next to Dom.
Oh, yes. If you don't know that, don't worry, you'll be screwing it next year. The big hole.
The big
hole is it an island? Where the guy's like, it must be aliens. And then these mates on Instagram going, lol, me and my mate decided to dig up a big hole for no reason.
Is that the Biker Bridge? Third down on the left.
That was your big walk.
Oh, right, okay, right.
Oh, the Yorkshire commentary. You dirty get Campbell. Me laughing at that. Oh, no, I can't look at it again. I'll try again.
The Kieran Trivia head.
I'm not going to Copeland in Japan.
Cult You.
Great day.
Furries.
What's that, Adam? One in the bottom corner about?
Which one? Adam?
Yeah.
It might have been when we were off. Feels like when it goes off the rails a bit when we're not here.
Yeah.
Had Adam had a glow up or something?
It was his method of drying himself after the shower.
I was so distracted by, his physique. Bobu Sabu, of course.
Something in Japan, the segment.
Yeah. An old biddy, for some reason.
Yeah, why is she
That's
there?
my gran saying
Oh,
no.
Is that an actual photo? Oh.
That's not my gran.
Is that the Editor World Order? Oh, no, it's the lads who've all won the fantasy trophy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Good banter.
Is that a dragon?
Come dragon.
That's why it's white.
That was last year.
This is amazing.
Oh, wow, what a year.
Why don't we do this
The
every
memory.
year? This is great.
What's the Terry Spunk one on the top about? What was that in reference to?
Because they said come Tuesday on NXT.
Oh, is
That
that
was
it?
this year?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
It feels like he's been with us this whole... forever.
Oh, the bean... Oh, what was that? The sausage...
The fort.
The sausage fort, I guess, yes.
Beans and sausage and mash.
Yeah.
What's the thumbs down in the empty podcast studio?
It was the table.
Very good.
I like the effort you put into these pictures.
this is
Oh, and the killer whales destroying ships and reclaiming the environment. I'm glad that got a good reception. I don't see these thumbnails. These are great.
This is great, yeah.
The crowd at Backlash.
Who's on the red carpet there, fourth or fifth down on the left? There's a couple on the carpet.
That was your pick.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly what it was. It was a Twitter thread.
Okay. I don't know.
I can't
Looks
remember
like
what it
Richard
was.
Hammond, is it?
No.
I'm going to get closer to the screen.
Yeah, please go. It's the only way
Joe
to see
could
it.
just zoom in like it.
Oh, God, it's Ben Askren. Why is he there?
Yeah, you nominated him.
Why? I don't like him.
All right. I don't
No,
know.
I think, did you say his drip or something? I
It was a
remember
Twitter
that.
thread of some sort.
Yeah.
Oh, he'd someone accused him of he'd made a one about like his wife and how fit she was.
Yeah, that
but
was
it
it.
wasn't in a very complimentary way.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
weird. Yeah,
That's right. I remember now. And and the BBC presenter, which has been now. Say it like that. She's just doing 5, 4, 3, 2,
I love
1
how she's peeking behind the back of the crowd, just going.
behind the sex robot.
Yeah, is that Mustafa Ali? Oh, it's my feud with Mustafa Ali. Oh,
yeah.
God.
What's the thing in which you won? What's the thing below Christian being the best dad?
That was the person from Alvino's that you
Oh, yes.
found out what the mystery was. And it was
That
the
was a great
heater.
two-parter because Ross,
Yeah.
When they unplugged the heater.
It's a heater.
you might have been off around this time.
Yeah,
So Ross had been on a night out with his pals,
I remember now. Yeah.
and then the next week, I met the guy from the story, and he was like, "I'm from the podcast."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you made him look like Jack the Ripper?
Because he was described as like the mystery man.
I said he was called. I think he was. I can't remember. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember your name, but he some solver of mysteries.
Yeah.
Oh, Adam Cole. Oh, and Super Noodle versus Pot Noodle debate. Yeah.
Wow.
What a year.
Yeah.
Well, we start
It
afresh.
really is the best segment.
That's why people still listen to the podcast and switch off as soon as we start talking about wrestling.
Hey, no, the retention rate apparently is quite steady all the way through.
Yeah.
I'll have you know.
It's crazy, that, isn't it?
It's just
No
like
idea.
a ski slope. So
Yes.
I guess described just.
No, not like a ski slope.
Yeah, once you've started, it's really hard to stop. So, in condescending order from last week,
Well,
No.
from
well,
this morning,
Yeah.
there's a bus coming by, and I'm about to throw a phrase at him. 'Cause obviously, I wasn't here for the last in-person podcast, so you just assume that Fraser, who deals with a lot of the Patreon stuff, would do the poll. But I went and checked today, and Fraser hadn't done the poll. So it went live for about 3 hours when most of our lovely patrons are asleep because they're based in Americas.
Now, he was rushing to catch a train, he said.
oh, so you've been thrown a train, not a bus. Thank you for clarifying.
But you always put the Hall of Fame first. You need to miss a train and pay £200 for another ticket. That's what you have to do.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. When you...
Cena skates on Instagram, 13%.
that was... It was my pick, but Luke suggested it for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he will be joining Fraser underneath the train on the bus. Okay.
No,
cool.
I thought it was a good one. It was a good pick.
David Tennant, just the man in general,
That's
42%.
such the most Fraser pick. And he got 42%. Right.
This is why he forgot.
A massive dig, ain't he? They call him David 10-inch in the trade, don't they?
Wait, what?
Aye.
Is that a joke?
No, it's a real thing.
Wow.
I remember him being on
Have you been reading?
Top Gear many, many years ago, and I think they brought it up on there. Oh, you're
Sounds like
David
Turnage. He's going around Gambon.
You have the biggest dick in the world.
And it's, of course, Kurt Angle, the meme, 46%. Just Kurt Angle looking confused as he waits for the camera to stop filming him.
I've seen that used on everything.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah. What can't it be used on?
It's weird when wrestling tries so hard to
stupid question.
break through to the mainstream. Wrestling tries everything to try and get mainstream popularity. And the things that actually do become like trends or memes are the weirdest things sometimes.
That's it.
Yeah.
You see, it's the meme's officially dead, though. Now it's in the Hall of Fame because they're making little action figures of it. Yep.
No.
It's a good meme while it lasted.
Oh. Who is it Conrad?
Gotta be right. He's got his finger in every pie in the world, so to speak. So, Kurt Angle, the meme. Thank you very much for voting. The 3 people were able to do so. Appreciate that.
To me, I think there was about 30 votes when I took that reading. So
That's crazy,
When I
that.
took that reading, like it's a science.
I imagine him
Letting the gas company know.
in like a scientific base somewhere in Antarctica taking the read.
One direction.
So I've sent mine to Joel, which I'll now get on my computer. It's the thing everyone's talking about at the minute in this
Oh,
part
I
of the world.
just saw him flash up. It is an easy one.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's Luke Littler
It is.
from the Littler family. We're rather big, tee-hee-hee. Luke Littler is an English professional darts player who plays in the PDC and the PDC Youth.
Are you reading his Wikipedia page?
Setting up, sure.
Citation needed.
Yeah. read the brackets and stuff like that. He's had a rather good start to the year. Made his debut the World Darts Championship, qualifying result of his placement in the PDC Development Tour. He whitewashed Christian Kist.
Christian Kiss. The patriarch.
Yeah. Andrew Gilding. Matt Campbell, you dirty get. Even that's a reference to the Yorkshire commentary thing. Sorry. Maybe a bit of a deep take there. Sorry. Raymond Barney.
Raymond Van Barneveld.
Yeah, I'll call him Barney, 'cause we're friends. He's getting on a bit, so we can call him Barney the Dinosaur, but still. And he went on to beat Brendan Dolan in the quarterfinal, then beat Rob Cross. Bloody hell.
Then lost last night in the final.
Shut up. He beat that. He got all the way that far, and he's doing so good. Fantastic. We get a little picture of him. There's his Wikipedia page. Fantastic. He's 16.
No, yeah. And that's all right.
He could be
There's
16.
nothing wrong with being 16. This is not old man Maffew going, kids. It's me going, he's 16.
I'll be honest, right? I find this stuff about how he looks older, and he does look older than he is, but I found it to be a bit, the hysteria surrounding it, a bit, yes, he does look older than 16. However, if I was working in a shop and I had to challenge 25, I think I would, you know? I think I would, yeah.
He's got a youthful forehead.
It's very smooth.
I know. It's
Yeah.
a smooth forehead.
He has got the youthful hairline, bless
However,
him. Bloody hell.
he does have better stubble than me. Like, he's got it on the sides and that, which is, yeah.
That's just the fact he's been in pubs since like the age of 4.
Yeah.
Chucking the arrows at the thing.
He is from Lancashire.
I was rooting for him, but I did feel a bit bad for the other bloke who should really milk this. He should be the biggest heel in darts now. He should probably like milk it and be like, yeah, of course I was going to beat him. I'm better. He's just a kid. You're just a punk kid. But I felt bad for him because he was getting booed from as he's closing in on the final leg. Everyone's just,
Yeah.
Luke Humphries is the Nathan Fraser of the darts world. The way he talks is prime Nathan Fraser.
Well, does he forget to put stuff online as well?
I know it's like the biggest achievement in darts and that, but his celebration when he won, I found he dropped to his knees like, yeah. And I was like, that's premeditated. Like, it looked a bit rehearsed.
He made an Andrew noise.
All his interviews are like, it's like
Yeah.
he's looked at a movie script. Take any classic movie. He's looked at that script. He's like, right, I'm going to use this in my post-match interview. That's the way he's like. I saw a great tweet that was like, Luke Humphries was definitely that kid in school that chewed his jumper arm off. Which I fully agree. When you see what he's like, it's true. But yeah, I felt bad for Luke Littler being 16 because I had him on Sky Sports because he famously celebrates his wins with a kebab because he can't drink, so he celebrates with a kebab. So that I'm on Sky Sports going, oh, you fatty. Do you have a kebab, do you, fatty? How many kebabs do you have, fatty? Hey, fatty, how many kebabs do you eat? Fatty, kebabs, fatty. It's basically what they were saying without saying that. So I was like, leave him alone. He's 16.
Yeah.
Dickheads.
There's been so many, that brilliant episode of Peep Show, clips from that going around. I want a kebab. Go and get me one now. Oh, God.
Another one has been at the bloody in-betweeners. You're 16. You.
He looks a bit like Wolfie, actually.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to the little lad.
£200,000 richer as of last night.
Oh, could buy a lot of kebabs that. Eh?
When he gets to 180, everyone's always got like some of them like turn and look at the camera after they've like the third ones. His is like a proper like sling of the left arm, and I got a sense watching him. I was like, that 16-year-old could batter me. Oh yeah, terrified of him.
He's got 3 darts in his hands.
Aye, and a kebab in the other.
Several yards away, instead of directly in front of him.
And the bloke retired. The announcer.
Yeah. That's all you hear when he says 100.
He started doing a howl. He was going,
He sounds like what Marge Simpson sounds like in modern day Simpsons.
I watched the latest episode of The Simpsons.
Oh God, did you?
Yeah, there was a Thanksgiving episode. It was awful. Just to see what it was like.
Now, homie.
To be fair, she is in her 70s because I did have to have a Google just to see how old she was.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oof.
The lass who does Marge. I forget her name. Is it Nancy someone? I don't know.
That's Bart.
Is that Bart?
Nancy
Drew's
Cartwright.
Bart, yeah.
Nancy Cartwright.
The other
Who's
one.
Nancy Drew?
Nancy
Mysteries. It's a mystery no one knows.
Lisa's got a weird, like Yeardley Smith, is it? Who plays Lisa?
Yeah, that's the one.
Homer's Dan Caston.
That's him, yep.
Shira?
Yeah.
It's good, yeah.
Do you watch much of his run in the tournament?
Just the highlights.
Right,
Honestly,
fair
I
enough.
forget about the. It's so weird. I love the darts, but I forget it's on because I'm watching bleed wrestling.
That's
So
how you know
when
it's
the
Christmas.
recap, when the recap episodes on Raw and SmackDown stuff like that, I'm like, oh, what else is happening in the world? Oh yeah, the darts. I love this.
There was a Geordie one who got quite far.
Chris Dobie.
He had like a black and white. His gimmick was that he was
course he did.
from Newcastle.
He's a big Sam Fender fan.
You see how he got knocked out?
He was up
4
yeah.
sets up out of first to 5,
Yeah, yeah.
and he got beat 5-4.
Oh,
I'd take that on Saturday. I'm dreading it, by the way.
So man.
I don't want to be on the next week's podcast.
We're wearing that green kit, apparently. I'm not looking
Is that a
forward to it.
lucky
Yeah.
kit?
Because the grass is also green, so you can't see each other.
Um,
Excuses in early.
everyone's been saying like there's no pressure on Sunderland because we're not expected to win and stuff, and
yeah,
but
right.
you still hate to lose.
Yeah. Anyway, let's keep it cool. Yeah,
Up the Littler.
Up the Littler.
Yes.
The dirty Littler. And so second place was David Tennant. That's G.
Thank you very much. I was on Twitter over the Christmas period, and I saw this, and I've chopped it down slightly. Joel, I'm gonna have to ask you to tell me who made it because I sent you out on Slack and I can't remember. It was someone on Twitter, and they basically overdubbed the Seth Rollins CM Punk promo from just before Christmas with humorous noises.
Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be
Humorous
ridiculous.
noises. I can't wait to hear this.
It was from Matty C's Voices.
Matty C's Voices. He literally does right here. I was chuckling lightheartedly at this.
Let me make one thing perfectly clear. I don't want there to be any confusion. I know I'm a bit worked up. I want everybody to understand. I'm going to say it plainly with every fiber in
I was
my
the only one chuckling at this.
I was waiting. Well, it's goofy.
I've never asked for anything to be handed to me.
Okay,
and
that's
I've
better.
always done things stubbornly the hard way. And I'm here to do that. Adam Pierce, where you at, Cal? We're making things official. We might as well make it official. Mickey Mouse is entering the Royal Rumble.
Oh, Mickey Mouse is there.
And
Obviously, it's better when we can have a look at
Mouse
the.
wins.
Is this when you watched it? Was it done with a mouth moving?
It's you.
It seems to
He's
have been
coming
quite
at
crucial.
me.
Obviously, we won't get away with the copyright, so I put pictures over the top.
Aha!
And it's been to my detriment.
No, it was good. It was good. It's good impressions.
And it's in the public domain, so that's all right.
Obviously, yeah. We've got to say that is definitely Steamboat. That's not anything
right.
later, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mickey the Steamboat. Mickey. No.
Oh,
Mickey the Drag. Never
there.
mind.
Mickey the
It's
Dragon Mouse.
Yes. Mickey the Mouse Steamboat. No. I don't know.
okay. We all sound like we're having a stroke. Can we please move on? So yeah, that was
Great,
yeah.
It's,
It was good.
I honestly thought the sound would carry its weight a lot more than it did without the
Yeah,
matching imagery,
you
but
need the visuals.
it hasn't. And we live and learn in this life sometimes.
We do. We
And I
do.
know I'll never do that again.
It might still do
Yeah.
well because people might have seen the original.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I'm at this point now where when AI in wrestling was last like those terrifying Sam videos, and I was just like, oh, this is going to end up destroying us in a year's time.
I know, yeah.
Yeah.
Devastating.
So I'm in two minds about it, but I like you, Ross. Good pick.
Cheers.
That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Maffew.
Jack, what have you got for us?
I dropped myself in it on the Twitch stream the other night with Owen
Oh, no.
because we're back doing Football Manager, but it was during the Pleb banter at the start of the stream. And were you shocked that we also have Pleb banter?
Do you say now it's time for
No,
Pleb Banda?
no.
Oh, okay. They're going to now.
There's a lot of in Football Manager. There's a lot of like admin between matches. So like we'll just have a chat as we're just like picking the team and stuff. So there's a lot of Pleb Banter opportunities. And we were talking about like how was your Christmas, blah blah. And then the chat started talking about what films did you watch over Christmas, over the Christmas period?
Here we gone.
I watched 2 films. Saltburn.
Yes.
That's
haven't
not.
seen
It's
that yet.
not my. It's not. My
Oh, it's
pick. It's
good.
not my. It's
You'll love it.
It's not.
The
my
only
pick.
review I've seen of that is Darren Bent saying it made him feel very awkward on 2 occasions. That's the only thing I've
Yeah.
seen of it.
But it has brought the pop smash Murder on the Dance Floor back into the limelight, which is a great
Right.
song. Yeah.
It was so crazy. Me and my brother watched it, and not together, that'll be weird. But we watched it and going, it's so funny
It
now.
makes sense if you've seen it.
Yeah. Well, like watching like period pieces from 06, which you go, oh, yeah, they're doing that now, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
that
like it's set. So everyone's wearing Jack Wills, and there's like the Killers playing and Block
Yeah.
Party and MGMT.
because it was just like,
Fringe hair.
Yeah.
and that,
There's a scene
you
where
could
some of
see
the characters are
song.
watching Superbad,
That's it, yeah.
and that's a period piece now.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
It's like 20 years ago now, isn't it?
Oh,
20?
nah.
2-0.
20. So anyway,
Anyway.
that's one of the films I watched.
Yes.
Ooh. And and also a film called The Holdovers, which is Paul Giamatti. I don't know. He plays
Paul
like
Giamatti.
it's a bit sort of History Boys or Dead Poet Society, where there's like a teacher figure and then a student, and they don't get on at first, but then they learn to appreciate each other. And they're the holdovers because they're the ones at this posh boarding school in like Massachusetts who've been left behind. Their families don't want them over Christmas, so they have to learn to be each other's family. And it's very good. It doesn't do anything groundbreaking, but it's just done really, really well. Loved it. Said I'd watch that, and then the Twitch chat started pointing out that hasn't been released in the UK yet. And I was like, and then I remembered that I didn't watch it over the Christmas period. I watched it when it was shown at the BFI London Film Festival on October 11th, which I went down
You
for.
did say you were
I
going to go
remember
down.
doing that. So I'd just like to nominate the 2023 BFI London Film Festival, where I saw The Holdovers for the first and only time.
It's good you remembered you're at that thing.
Yeah. Yes, it is. I think I went very red on the Twitch stream.
Red like a fire
Yeah.
stick.
No.
Oh.
No. Red like red like the traffic lights on my drive down to London for the BFI Film
That's
Festival.
right. They do have traffic lights on the way down to London to the BFI
Once
London
I
Festival.
reached Greater London. So yes, there we
That's
go. It was a great weekend or weekday. Can't remember.
Was it just that Paul Giamatti film that you watched there? Or was there anything
Yeah.
else you
No,
enjoyed?
I was just so passionate about it. I loved the trailer so much that I only went down. Just when you go to a festival for just one day, just the day.
Yeah, because that's the benefit of the festival, where rather than go see things individually and it costs more, you just go and see one thing at a much higher price.
But I just thought,
We have to pull back the curtain because in between takes, Jack just was, I love Paul Giamatti, me. I can't wait to do Filmaholic and ditch this wrestling malarkey
I don't
away.
know why I thought it was this Christmas. It just feels so recent because it was so good.
It has been a very busy time for wrestling.
Yeah. So the 2023 BFI London Film Festival on October 11th.
Wow, unforgettable until you forgot about it. Wow, well, that was a great start of the year. We have the BFI London Film Festival that Jack was at.
Yeah.
We have...
We'll just put your two nominations. Mine will just not be on the poll this
No, people loved it. People loved it online. Sorry. Just because AI threatens our very existence, it's okay. I'm sure people love it. It is...
It's CM Punk and Seth Rollins, but Goofy and Mickey Mouse. The
we go.
Steamboat one.
Yeah.
The public domain one.
Yep. And darts legend, Little Liddler. If you'd like to vote for any of those, and why would you? Go to patreon.com/Cultaholic.
This week in the wrestling. It's this bloody week in the wrestling.
This week in wrestling. But it's not really, is it? Because it's, it's only stuff that wasn't recap because I'm not sure, I can't remember if they did this last year, but they let the wonderful Scrooge saw 3 ghosts, or 4 if you're being technical, during the night, and Vince McMahon let the lovely superstars have their time off.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Triple H's Scrooge, and the ghosts are like Road Dogg, X-Pac.
And
Sean's
Kevin Dunn.
probably Marley.
Oh.
I don't know.
I think the story
He's
is
old.
Triple H nearly died, and then he valued the time with the family.
He said this. He said this in an interview, didn't he? Yeah. That's genuinely what he said, yeah.
So then he was like, yeah, you can have your week off at Christmas time. So, yeah, last week was a tribute show on Raw and a tribute? No, he didn't die. There was a best of 2023 show on Raw and a best of 2023 show on SmackDown.
And there was no collision.
And there was no collision.
No.
So we're straight into the pay-per-view.
Wow, it's not going to be mega long this year.
It bloody well
find a
will
way,
be.
Yeah, right. Oh, wait, it's AEW pay-per-view. It will be long. AEW World's End, pre-show 1. Despite Stokely Hathaway cheering her on from the announce table, Chris Statlander loses to Willow Nightingale.
Neither of them, I'm a big fan of both in the ring, and they didn't have a great match, and I was sad for them, because they're both from Long Island as well.
Yeah, I think they went long for the sake of going long. Like, instead of many AEW matches, because it was fine until, I don't know, they both just ran out of steam, I guess.
That
which
finishing
sucks.
sequence, yeah.
Oh, it was rotten.
I know, I felt bad for them. Stokely seems to be wanting to recruit Statlander. But we don't know why yet. But it could lead to like a heel turn for her.
Because he's got the hots for her.
Well, yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. But yeah, it was a shame because I thought, given the chance, I thought they would have like an amazing match. And yeah, it was a shame.
Bollocks. Also, a cruelly missed out Jeff Jarrett wishing everyone a slappy new year.
Like it's the year 2000 over again. Yes.
Yeah, he was the framing of him, Renee, and RJ City. He took up like 3/4 of the ramp, but RJ and Renee are leaning away from him, and he's proper wrestling stance. Well, you know, Renee, that's not Jarrett. Don't happen.
Killswitch wins the #1 contender battle royal, last eliminating Trent Beretta.
So Trent turned on Danhausen, but they were pals again this week.
It was a battle royal.
Yeah,
doesn't
okay, fair.
count.
Yeah, fair enough. But I think his mannerisms were either heelish or is it just intense? Is he fired up when he's in a big moment in a match?
He always looks like that. He's got resting bitch face.
Not
Trent.
when Chuck's there.
Where is Chuck?
Injured.
Oh.
That's why he's upset.
Yeah.
Have to wait till you get back to watch Saltburn. Then Hook successfully defends the FTW Championship against Wheeler Yuta.
I watched Wheeler Yuta's promo from before this match, and it didn't make me want to watch the match.
Yep.
Do you want to see him get his ass kicked?
No.
Oh.
It was like Austin Theory, but worse, which is like the worst thing you can say about a wrestler heel promo.
That's bad, that.
Yeah.
I thought he was deliberately being all like sneering and.
Which I guess he was, but...
He delivers a promo like the IT technician at school coming into your classroom and going, well, I'll think you find that's a bit of a modem issue. Oh, you smelly people from this town that I'm currently studying. I think you're all disgusting.
Yeah, he talks like Neil deGrasse Tyson tweets.
Okay.
Oh, Happy New Year, even though it's not real.
I saw a
Shut
video
up.
of him over the Christmas period.
All right.
All about the tides. The tides don't actually come in and out, you know.
What?
It's all about something the world spinning around. And
I
it's just looking at the universe from our perspective rather than what we should be doing, looking at it from the world's perspective.
So like how the sun doesn't go across the sky, where you go around the
Yeah,
sun. All right.
the tides don't go in and out or something. I was in bed. I wasn't really paying attention. But it seemed
honestly
interesting.
I honestly thought you were about to say the tides don't actually move because the Earth's flat, and it just all sits there.
That's another video I saw over the
Oh,
There was an
no.
Australian guy with horrible teeth, and he was just like, when I'm on a plane and I'm heading west, I'll never see the ground when I look that way. Because the plane doesn't go like that, does it? My old man's a dustman.
And what part of Australia are you from, sir?
But it's funny how the flat earthers are still out there in force.
It's crazy that the things we're bringing back are stuff like that. It's crazy. You know
I'm
what?
all
All
for
this
it
is
now.
more.
It's just like, when I fly from north to south, I never see the plane pointing towards the ground. Great stuff.
And it's all this discussion is way more interesting than the match itself.
It was all right.
It was all right, yeah.
I think Hook is best used. He comes out, he looks hot, he does his moves, and he sods off as quick as possible. I don't know why they put him on these long, boring FTW matches that don't cater to the wrestler like Yuta or whoever it is. I don't think this did anything.
I remember
either of them.
enjoying. It's all been overshadowed by the Real Glass comment, but I think that was a good one. The one at All In.
I think it looked cool.
There was all in the car, wasn't it? Yeah.
But apart from that, it's like, okay.
Taz was good on commentary.
Yeah.
Because he started off calm, going like, this is what Hook does, he's good. But then when he took the DDT on the stop sign and nearly got pinned, Taz is going like, gotta be tough, gotta be tough. And I was like, yes, Taz, the emotion's coming out there. And there was that cute clip of Hook meeting a little boy, and the little boy goes, who was your favourite wrestler growing up? And he goes, Taz. I was like,
Oh, I didn't see that.
no.
You can tell Taz is behind him. Put some respect on my name.
Right. Kurt Angle for beating my dad at the Royal Rumble. No, that's not what happened.
Other way around.
Bollocks. Anyway, moving on. Then in the proper main show, Danielson, Claudio, Mark Briscoe, and Daniel Garcia beat Roosh, Brody King, Jay Lethal, and Jay White in an 8-man tag. Basically, the two CC groups going at it. Garcia gets a pinfall on Lethal, who was scolded by Sanjay Dutt for losing. Brody attacks Matt Menard on commentary, because you would, wouldn't you?
You probably would.
I'm
Yeah.
not over. Crowd were well behind him.
Yeah.
This was one of the matches I was least looking forward to, just because it didn't have much of a build. It was just here are the lads who didn't win the Continental Classic, but it actually turned out to be one of the best, like not one of the 2 or 3 best matches on the show, but it was like the next one down. It was actually really enjoyable.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was a nice little like PWG style match. Where it's
Everyone
like,
just
hey, here's
comes.
all the lads. Not got anything going on right now. Do some cool stuff. Look nice. And I thought it was interesting to judge by the pops, because obviously Danielson's going to get a lovely pop and everything else like that. Daniel Garcia got a pop that was on the same level as Danielson. And then Jay White had a bigger pop than both of them.
He's a star.
That's
I'm
because
like,
the Bang Bang Gang are missed, baby.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where
I
are
thought they would have lost all the momentum and stuff by not winning the CC and obviously losing a dead MJF at the last pay-per-view. It's like, no, crowd is still up for them.
We're about to get, if things are going the way it seems, babyface Jay White. And I can't wait to see what he does.
It's got to be better than heel.
Hey. he's
Oh,
one of the
let's
best
use
pure
your
heels in
catchphrase
wrestling.
to have a go at you.
Yeah.
But I thought this match, it felt like just a TV match at the start, but by the end I was going cock-a-hoop, so I was. I like the story with like Danielson robbing the crowd of Garcia's air humping at the start because it was felt with the pop at the end when Garcia got the pin. And I could just watch Claudio and Brody King grapple all day long.
Yeah.
Grappletons.
Very good stuff.
Yeah. I think everyone looked great here. And it's good that Garcia got the pinfall because he got all the momentum. It's sexy dancing.
You say that. It's his singles matches. I'll tell you later when we talk about Dynamite.
And then Andrade loses to Miro after being betrayed by CJ Perry. Or was she? Miro seems confused, but fine with it.
I was confused.
I was also confused.
I was confused.
There was a point in this match where Andrade is flat out on the mat. Miro shouts at CJ, "Is this what you wanted?" And then she goes, "Here's my infected finger. Is this what you wanted?" And
here's my old lady's finger. Order these at the Indian.
I'm sure it's called Old Lady's Finger.
They were just talking about what they were going to get after. Is that what you wanted? Chicken ticker.
Jalfrezi, no!
What do you mean you need to see the menu? It's the same place we always go to.
They do old ladies' finger.
What do you call me?
But there was a weird interaction from a weird feud where they both, well, up until very recently, they both thought each other was bad for being in the business until Miro accepted that he wasn't a sexist pig and he might have been wrong about CJ being in wrestling. The crowd didn't give a bollocks, and I can't blame them, because this obviously the story about Andrade came out, I think, just before the pay-per-view, so everyone was like, oh, this is like WrestleMania 20 again, with Goldberg and Big Brock. There's going to be, well, they didn't phone it in, did they? But we know that Andrade's probably going to lose since he's leaving, which he did do. But then it's just the storyline that ruined it for me, because now CJ and Miro were working together all along.
Oh, were they?
I always don't like... bit of it in the main event as well. There's always moments in matches where there's a betrayal at the end, where they could have done that earlier. There was opportunities to do that earlier. Like, she helped Andrade get to the ropes at one point. She was like, "Come on, get to the ropes." Why is it different later? When I don't know. Also, CJ was like, I'm glad she's all right after the infected finger did sound like really scary, but I didn't really enjoy her in this match much because she was it sounds stupid, but she was acting a lot, if that makes sense. Very melodramatic and over the top, which is wrestling, but didn't jive with me for this for some reason.
Well, I'm glad she was trying.
Okay.
Because I thought it was more than the other two. I felt like you said Andrade, like, putting a lot of effort
I thought he
here.
did.
I thought he did.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
I thought he looked like he had one eye on Miro and the other on his watch.
Really?
Yeah.
I never got... Wow.
I mean, Andrade half-assed it, still all right by most measures. But yeah, crap feud that's just gone on. Miro was one of the best, like, promos. I was so looking forward to seeing him, like, every week. And now it's just like, can you go away or sort yourself out?
Do you think it's... there's no way of telling, but do you think it's him phoning it in and collecting a paycheck? Or do you think it's Tony not using him as much as he wants to be used?
All right. Column A, bit of column B.
Fair enough. Can't blame Miro if that's the case, by the way. Like, fair play to him.
Because you do feel like this storyline is got Miro's hooks in it. Like, the concept of it would be him going to Tony rather than Tony going to him. And it hasn't worked at all, which is a shame and also strange.
Yes.
I think Miro's better when... Still want him to cut the great promos and everything, but when the actual storyline through the matches is a bit more simple. Because he's big and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a shame we'll never get like a resolution to the God thing when he was having to go at his God.
We might. He'll bring it back.
Because it has been mentioned in CJ's when she's been introduced, but it's sort of been forgotten about.
That's okay. I've heard that God is all forgiven, so... Then timeless Toni Storm retains the AEW Women's title against Rio. Mariah Mai comes out to celebrate with her afterwards.
Yes, with rose petals.
Yes. It's weird, isn't it? She's really entertaining. Her gimmick's great. She's very over the crowd. Yet I'm not really hyped or excited or wanting to see even Toni Storm's big matches on pay-per-view for the title, because I think her style and shtick is so dominating that the crowd, by the sound of things here, I just want to see what the next crazy, silly thing she's going to do with Luther or her shoes or her tits. And I'm quoting. And I think this took away, like, oh, wow, maybe Riho will beat her. You're like, oh, I don't really care. I'm not really asked if she beats her.
It needs the right opponent, doesn't it?
It does.
Riho just being sort of thrown in there, and then it felt, I don't know if it was, because obviously time's a thing I never get my head around, but it felt like Riho was very quickly made #1 contender after returning like fairly shortly before that. I don't know if that's actually true, but it feels like it is in my head. Is it true?
It is true.
Help me, I'm drowning.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop drowning.
But it feels like it needs the right opponent. But again, we did say this about the last big title defense that Tony had, that just the shtick is going to get in the way of like the big match feel. And this was another case that happened here. But I enjoyed it, but I don't know if it's like it should be on the women's world title match.
That's what I mean. Like, it's like, oh, it's good, Tony doing a thing. Doesn't need a title, I don't think. She's like Danhausen.
No, no. I think Tony's a bit above Downhausen at the minute. Downhausen?
He is Downhausen,
He's
you're right.
Downhausen.
He needs to be Uphausen.
Yes, Uphausen. But yeah, Luther enjoyed his bits in it.
Yep.
Like when he's handing Riho to Tony for a scoop slam after Riho jumped into his arms, the chicken fight thing position off the apron to the floor. It looked like Riho might have got the win on a couple of occasions, but I just think she was maybe the wrong opponent for this one at this time.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. And Swerve Strickland attacks Dustin Rhodes before the bell and smashes ankle like Scott Hall did Austin in 02.
And that's where it should have ended.
I'm like, great. What a great that crowd just overwhelming. Yeah, we love you, Swerve. You know, cripple Mr. Dustin Rhodes. Yeah, that nice legend that we all love. Yeah, break his ankle. Woohoo, yay. And then he got in the ring and had a 10-minute match. I'm like, oh.
The comeback really took me out of it because obviously he gets a shoot cylinder block and he smashes the shoot cylinder block. Cinder. Sorry, what did I say? Cylinder. It was a square. Cinder block.
He rolled the cylinder block into him.
It was a big boulder. But no, he smashed it over his ankle and then Dustin, I don't know if he swallowed a can of spinach or something where we didn't see it on camera, but he fought back for a solid few minutes there, and I was just thinking, nah, this should not be happening.
54-year-old Dustin Rhodes with a bad angle decides to do a Canadian Destroyer. You're like, oh, what the hell?
So soon after the Jay White MJF angle got panned for being unrealistic and silly, they shouldn't have done this.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it as a match. If it weren't for that previous bit, it was really good, but it was silly, yeah.
The only good thing about this was Dustin Rhodes got with a fan on Twitter, said, like, you should have, said what everyone said, like, why did you go for 10 minutes after that? And he went, shut up. And the fan said something like, I'm paraphrasing, like, I'm entitled to my opinion. And just went, no, you're not, F off.
I tell you what, if we had the cinder block bit, followed by the spit and defiance, followed by Swerve killing him, that'd have been perfect. But just the bit in the middle took me out of it.
Yeah, and obviously we should say this is a late replacement. It's supposed to be Keith Lee.
I hope Keith's all right, whatever's happening.
Likewise, I mean, bless him, he's still suffering from the effects of whatever. Years later, it's like, okay.
Oh, I thought it was just injury. It could be anything. I mean, yeah.
I think he said the injury was like a year ago. Like, what year would it have been?
I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember seeing the year and it wasn't 2023. I'm like, oh, okay. But it was also weird because Tony Khan was asked about it, and this is fascinating to me. Because do you watch The Sopranos? Do you ever watch that? Oh, okay. Well,
Joel will have.
Yeah. Very briefly, he said, well, it's good that we're doing this match because it's like, obviously, it's been in the background, but there's a really, really good episode of The Sopranos where there's this one dude. I don't give too many spoilers away, but they're like, oh, we're pretty sure we killed that dude. We can't see him. We don't know where he went. Whatever. And it's like, it's never brought up again, apart from one time he's like, I think I saw him walking down the street, and he never comes back, and it's never mentioned again. And it was fascinating that Tony Khan was like, he's like that. It's like that feud in the background, like the Russian. And
is that what Tony Khan said? He referenced The Sopranos?
Yeah, he referenced that one episode because it is like one of the best ones.
Is that not the Boondocks? What's it called? What's the episode called?
Pine Barrens.
I've heard of it. I've heard of it on lists of like the best single TV episodes of all time.
Oh, it's really, really good. Right. But it was so fascinating seeing
the
Tony
Boondocks. That's not that at all.
Sorry, hey, Tony, the Boondock Saints are here. What? That's weird. But it was so fascinating seeing Tony Khan's thought process of missing the point of the episode and what they're trying to achieve by going like, yeah, we're going to try and get that dude who couldn't be found. It's like, no, that's not what that was.
Is the point of it that it's always meant to linger in your mind without being resolved?
Yeah, and it was also funny that it was never resolved.
Right.
Never brought up again for one brief moment. It's like, wait, was that him? No, whatever.
But totally.
And you go, nah, I always wanted to bring that back. It's like, oh, that says a lot about you and your thought process about stories and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the most awkward part of the press conference, but we'll get it.
Anyway, and then Jericho.
Oh, now we'll talk about now.
Yeah, there you go. Jericho, Sting, Sammy, and Darby beat Big Bill, Ricky, just completely
Takeshita.
Fell over me ass on that one. Takeshita, thank you, and Hobbs in 8-man tag.
I think it was meant to be Kyle Fletcher, and then instead it was Takeshita or Hobbs replaced him, which was.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
It was just I think it was just a last minute change, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hear about any.
He was in the background like Don Callis stuff going, oh, hey. So no, he's okay. Sorry, that was Raw, wasn't it? Sammy pin Starks. While Jericho is booed throughout. Okay.
Yes.
Should we get the big drunk elephant out the room then?
Well, we'll have to we can't elaborate too much.
Yeah. Look, we're going to be very careful about this because one, it's about sensitive topics and accusations and stuff, and we don't be throwing out words around crazily.
Hausman.
A very brief summary that Aidan Gibbons has provided just to summarize things. Blah blah blah. Hausman said on his.
Thank you, Aidan.
I instinctively do that now. I'm really sorry. Houseman said on his, and again, just to put a bloody candle on this cake, his podcast labeled Rumor and Innuendo.
Is that what his podcast called?
Yeah, right. There are issues, quoting.
This is a direct quote.
There are issues with Chris behind the scenes where there are lots of people. Sorry, there's a lot of people, there we go, who have been hurt by Chris and his actions. It's very uncomfortable to me to see him lauded as often as he is with only the focus on that, because I do think there's a lot of questionable stories about Chris that will find their way out over time when people are ready to tell those stories. That will cast him in a very different light. Look, Harvey Weinstein won a lot of Oscars. Harvey Weinstein produced a lot of popular films. Harvey Weinstein is now in jail. I didn't realize he said it 3 times. I'm not saying that this is going to happen to Chris, but the narrative can very quickly turn if you're hiding a lot of skeletons. End quote. Oh, we're back. Sorry, I realized I had to word that properly. This is all we have right now. And it doesn't feel right for us to be saying anything more about this with what we've got. Again, the worst thing about this is poor Kylie Ray, who's probably had to avoid the internet the past week.
Yeah.
It's the fact that, whatever you want to call it, is being weaponized by Houseman to get back at somebody else.
Yeah.
Houseman's, has he been sat on this information for a while? We don't know. I'm just not going to speculate about that, but it feels like he's used that for the wrong reasons.
Yeah,
and
sitting on information like that isn't a gotcha.
Because he then replied to Kylie Ray's heart with I'm with a heart as well, I think he did. I'm with you, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's not...
But hers wasn't directed at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not what he did by doing what he did.
No.
He just did it for his own personal reasons.
So I think everyone looks bad here. And again, we're just wrestling podcasters. But at the same time, later on, to skip ahead, Tony Khan, with a wig on, was asked about this at the press conference.
Don't forget the funny glasses.
And the funny glasses, yes. And he replied, no, we're not going to...
He made a big deal about the safety of AEW and their safety record 2 months or 3 months after his life was in danger.
Yeah. Best in the world.
Get a Mickey.
But it was unbelievable to watch. Why you wouldn't just, when you heard that question, just take it off.
Yeah, definitely.
Just take it seriously.
That would have been a little gif of him going, oh no, and then realizing, but that's far less of a PR nightmare and a bad look than he sat there solemnly answering this very serious question.
Yeah. Shout out to the PR guy, by the way, who then's like, you can't get that off you.
Oh, aye. Yeah. Oh, God.
But him replying, well, no, we're not going to do an investigation because of a spilly rumor like this.
Well, his
and you're
reply
like,
was very
should
much
you?
like...
Should you not?
He kind of
Really?
defaulted to talking about, as Ross says, how good their safety is backstage compared to other companies. Like, he turned it outwards, and it was like, that's not really the time to be
and
doing
especially Tony, when he's got a long track record since he's been running AEW of seeing rumors about other things in wrestling, and saying something about it on Twitter. So when it comes to a rumor, whatever he called it, unfounded, unsourced rumor about his company, in his words, he then just bats it away. It's just like you kind of have it both ways like that.
That's it. Tony Khan, the creator of the world famous wrestling dirt and backstage stories list.
Oh, right.
That gets copy pasted around every now and again as well. So Houseman looks bad for just going, haha, no, you're doing
4 years later.
About a very serious potential
I know something
thing,
you don't know. Great, cheers. And AEW look bad for going, no, we're not going to look at this.
And Jericho's been silent about it as well.
Yeah.
Which NDA's obviously been battered about. I don't know what can and can't.
But he didn't sign one. Whatever. Anyway, look, this is a big mess. And the only reason we're bringing this up with the little information is because the crowd, the only thing not worth really think about the match was the fact that Jericho was booed like someone brought up his wife.
Yeah, there was a Jericho go away sign, an NDA sign.
There was a Y2J chant from some people going, I don't know what's happening here. To which people responded with an NDA chant.
Oh, I thought it was a Kylie Ray chant. Could have been all three. Could have been anything. Yeah. Well.
But away from Jericho, there was a couple of highlights in the match, like Takeshita's Blue Thunder Bomb off the ropes.
Takeshita Darby was fantastic.
Yeah, I could watch him
for Thunder Bomb, but it started on his back.
Spinning around.
There
was a shuggy boat, as we call it up here in the Northeast, by Hobbs and Bill onto Darby. Shame they couldn't yeet him over the top rope. I thought Big Bill looked great in there, throwing Sammy around. I just think he's at a level now where he's just good every time you see him in the ring. But then, with all the noise around Jericho that came out over the weekend, to have Sammy get the pin and then Les Sex Gods as they're called, now going on to face the tag team champions, and then to not address it. The noise is only going to get louder, and it feels like this should not have been the finish, just with all the noise.
I thought they were going to change it to Sting getting the big finish because it's Sting. Just
And in some ways, it's like, well, Sammy's making his big comeback, and they're obviously redoing
That
the
made
Golden
no sense,
Jets.
by the way.
Go on.
Sammy's comeback and realign with Jericho. That's a lot of bollocks, by the way.
It's a quick fix, isn't
with
it?
the paintings on Dynamite.
Yeah. Just how did Sammy leave? It was by being up against Jericho, was it not? What's happened in the meantime?
He's been injured.
Yeah.
So, all lang syne, something like that.
Yeah, I guess.
Some things be forgotten. The tag titles are cursed right now, aren't they? Not the champions, I should say, but the people getting the title shot. Because didn't the Young Bucks win the shot? Then they just didn't have it. They lost that.
The Jets.
Yeah, lost to the Jets. Obviously, they aren't doing it right now, and now this has happened.
Yeah.
Not a good time, eh?
No.
Anyway. We hope we did a good job there.
I think it was, what more can you say?
We're trying to be, it's so hard doing the balancing act of, look, we haven't got much to say about this, but we're also not going to go, well, if it looks okay to us. It's like, well, no.
Yeah, you can't,
Too many unanswered questions. And then Julia Hart beats Abaddon to retain the TBS Championship.
Where biting was legal.
What
That's
a
right.
rule. Yeah.
They need to do away with this house rules gimmick because it doesn't make anyone look good ever.
I forgot it was a thing.
Just tie Julia's legs together or something. That'd be the stipulation.
Yeah. My rule is I can bring a gun and you can't.
Austin specifically.
No, but that biting played a part, Ross.
It did. Well, kind of. Yeah. I thought this match, it didn't do anything for me at all. I don't know if it's hamstrung by the sort of spookiness of both characters.
Right.
Obviously, Julia, it happens, doesn't it? The moonsault at the end where she clearly just landed on her feet. But
Excalibur had to say, aha, it wasn't a moonsault.
She
It was
landed on the knees, yeah.
more
Moonsault.
on the knees than usual.
Yeah.
Say, on the ring mat.
I thought it was the action was fine, but yeah, there was a lot of staring at each other spookily and all that sort of stuff.
It's like a little bit of spooky's all right, but too much spooky. Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm hiding behind the couch.
We did a pictures video this week just for wrestling in 2024, and one of my pictures was a blanket ban on spookiness in wrestling because it's got a bit too much for me in recent years.
You see Adam Copeland's interview with Not Sam Wrestling Podcast this week, where he said the Judgment Day when Edge was the leader, was getting pitched to have like cauldrons and he was going to have like a pitchfork.
Is this why? That's why he left.
That's why.
Fair play.
Oh, that's why?
Yeah, he's just like, I don't want to be supernatural. We've seen that stuff with the, obviously the Fiend and Alexa Bliss by last year. Yeah, they have some sort of like, I didn't forget what the full quote said, but maybe it was some sort of like, substance within the cauldron that was, I don't know. It sounded wank. And I'm glad Edge just said, no, thank you. See you later.
Yeah. Good. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I agree, blanket ban on spooky. Not blanket ban.
Just less.
Yes, yeah.
I was so happy, like, wow, more women's matches on a pay-per-view. AEW. And then as soon as the match had finished, I forgot about it. You're like, oh.
Damn
it.
Julia's still improved a lot.
Yeah.
And the crowd still like her, but when it comes to the actual matches sometimes, maybe similar to Toni Storm, like they seem to be more fans of the wrestler than the matches that they're having, I suppose.
Yeah. And also don't think this was built up much. Really, it was like an afterthought, like the women's division.
Also, her stipulation, because they get to choose a stipulation each.
Yeah.
So every time there was a rope break, she had to shout into the camera, "No rope breaks!" And I was like, "Oh, yep, I remember now." Aye.
Yeah. Anyway, despite plenty of interference from Nick Wayne, Adam Copeland beats Christian Cage to become the new TNT champion. He's attacked by Killswitch afterwards, who wants to cash in his title shot. Christian convinces Killswitch to give him the match instead, and immediately wins back the title. It was at this point I'm going, this pay-per-view's dragging a bit, isn't it? Really?
I thought this match was the jolt in the arm the show
and
needed.
then, this happened.
Was this... did you not watch the show live, Maffew?
I'll watch it the day afterwards.
How much did you laugh when Christian immediately won the belt back? That seems like your sort of thing.
I was going to say, like, the only thing better than a flaming table was, just him doing that, go on, you stupid dinosaur, go on. He went, giving it for some reason, and then him immediately cashing in. I was doing little dances. Like, yes! I put Cage Hater of the Year every year.
God.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah, it was fun.
I like Copeland wearing the gear he had in that match for WrestleMania with Foley. He had that same gear on. That was a right touch. I like the Kavorka of Copeland at the start where he was wrestling like Christian cuts a promo, no bollocks. just shouting. He was even swearing at Nigel at one point. I'll chuck your mother bleeping hat off or something, he said. Yeah.
It's like, shut up, Nigel. And then Nigel wait for it. So it's like, yeah, you're right. Sorry about that. And then he left and he goes, oh, what a coward.
Yeah. I liked how Christian's offense was all focused on the neck, like the stomp on the stairs and the sunset bomb off the ladder.
Oh, that was lovely.
Yeah, it was delightful. Then obviously the big power bomb onto Wayne. Nick Wayne. Nick Wayne. But yeah, I guess that was the safer thing to happen for him to sort of graze it and land right on his neck rather than just land in a pit of fire.
It was a shame, but it was at least good enough that it still looked good.
Yeah. But the finish was fantastic. I didn't see it coming. I just thought Killswitch was going to cash in himself. Forgot that Christian is a bastard. And he did it. It was fantastic.
Yeah. Loved
Was it made clear beforehand that this battle royal you get basically a cash in rather than? I just thought it was for a title shot at a future time.
They did say anytime, anywhere.
Okay.
But then I forgot about it because it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
That won't come into.
I'd like to know where Christian got the pen from to sign the contract. I like the idea of him just having a pen on him at all times.
He's got pockets.
Yeah, he does.
That's why he's the head of the Patreon. Of course, I have a pen when I'm wrestling my matches. Like, well, all right.
I was really worried it was going to be like a 45-minute epic.
Yeah.
We've been friends for years, and like a Shawn Michaels Triple H kind of thing. And they went the totally better route of it just being intense and fast paced.
Right.
Yeah.
So many homages to previous spots and their previous matches. I think every spot they'd done previously in another match, even in like an 01.
I was surprised Edge did the Sting balcony, not balcony, but like crowd section jump. That was cool as well.
Yeah.
He looked massive.
He did.
What a big boy.
This was just very wonderful. And you could tell the difference between the two, how they act and wrestle and make every moment count compared to like half the people on the card.
All right, Jim.
I know. But it was true though, when the crowd were reacting, going, yeah. And you could say it's because of being in WWE for years, or people just know them and love them already. Maybe it was a mixture of both, but like the difference was like night and day.
Yeah.
And then that finish. So great. And then, wow, what could follow that? I know. In the final of the CC, Eddie Kingston beats Jon Moxley to win those 3 belts. The 3 belts.
Well, because they've been building it up as the winner will be the first ever Triple Crown, but they didn't mention Triple Crown when he won it. They were like, he's the, what's it called? He's won the Continental Crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a belt with a crown on.
So what's happening with Ring of Honor? That's a belt with so much
I
history.
think he holds, when he's in Ring of Honor, he holds the Ring of Honor one. When he's in New Japan...
Oh. He holds this New
I
Japan
don't
Strong.
know. I'm sure they explained it like it's all a bridge across the 3 promotions. I'm sure that's how the... I don't know.
He wins the Bridge of the River Kwai title. They have a hug afterwards, but Danielson is mortified on commentary.
Danielson was brilliant on commentary.
Oh, he's so good.
He could have easily played the heel just hating on that bum, but he was saying that Eddie was a better striker than him, and here's why. Mox is better on the mat than Eddie, and here is why. Danielson was saying it was a mistake for Mox to get into a slapping fest with Eddie, and he did, and here's why. He was regal in his commentary.
Certainly was.
It reminded me of when he was the Cruiserweight Classic commentator, and everyone went, Brian's really good on commentary.
Yeah.
And if and when he retires or slows down, I mean, we're recording this hours after he's had a match with Okada at Wrestle Kingdom, but he should become a commentator. He's
Did he
brilliant
win?
At it. Who?
Who won?
What is it? Oh, no spoilers. It's the day after when this goes out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Are you fine with spoilies?
I don't care.
Joel? Yeah, it's fine. Okada won.
Oh.
Well, Brian won the first one.
Oh, yes, of course. They're going to have a third one.
Do you want any other Wrestle Kingdom spoilies?
Go on, then. I saw the old Zigglypuff.
Ed Ziggler was there, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Ziggler showed
I was
up
not expecting that.
with Ryan Nemeth. Yeah, they were on commentary,
well.
and then he's going to get in a feud with David Finlay, who won that triple threat with Moxley and Ospreay.
Finley
He
won.
pinned Ospreay, yeah.
Oh.
He loves to fight.
not that one. And Naito's now the champion again. Apart from those things, it was a bit more low-key than... He wasn't there. It was a bit more... I don't know, yeah, those were the big stories coming out of it anyway.
What's the attendance like?
Don't know.
Oh.
No. I mean, what's over in Japan is often different to what's over to us, so they might have had a brilliant show for what the Japanese fans wanted. I don't know. But yeah.
Yeah. I love this match. Screw New Japan. This was the Slobberknocker All Japan Pro Wrestling tribute. Obviously, Ross knows all about that.
Yeah,
Magnificent video put out ages
Up
ago.
to Charlie Dempsey.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
He's valiant in defeat.
Yeah, why didn't they let him wrestle like that on NXT? What's going on? If he's that good already. Anyway, yeah.
Beat everybody.
I would.
Yeah, local hero Eddie getting a wonderful reaction from the crowd because it's New York-ish. I think
It is in New
I'm
York.
going to mess with American geography.
It's all in the state of New York. He's from
the state of New York.
He's from Yonkers, and that was on Long Island.
And
Yonkers is like a bit more north.
They fall off the trees in the autumn and you have a game.
Yeah.
But the match was Ronseal, wasn't it, Maffew?
absolutely. And what's Ronseal, Ross?
It says what it is on the tins, or something like that.
Yeah, close enough.
There was chops, there was buttings of heads. I love the finish, just how the Hurricane came out of nowhere. The tope from Eddie that went wrong. While it was accidental, I thought it added to the match.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah. Because it was just Eddie proving he was the better man,
Yep.
the harder man.
Yep.
Yeah, really good.
Moxley's lost quite a lot recently. I thought Eddie would win, but I was like, there's a big chance Moxley could, because he's lost a few big matches in a row. He lost to Orange Cassidy as well.
I'd forgotten about that.
Oh,
I was
fair
more
enough.
thinking about him.
Moxley
beating
can always
Strickland,
bounce
so-
back on it, yeah.
He had a fantastic Halloween costume on today at Wrestle Kingdom, I saw. You had like Robin's, the George Clooney Batman with Robin. You had like Robin's mask on and had like a bit on the bottom as
It
well.
must have been a reference
Moxley.
to something. I don't know.
Joel, would you mind just typing in John Moxley, Wrestle Kingdom?
What?
Well, TJP's got a new mask. He's a demon now.
He's always been a demon, hasn't he?
TJP.
especially on Twitter.
I've read the internet.
Stop it, Houseman.
But yeah,
If you sort them by the last 24 hours, you might get a picture of his
Wait,
entrance.
We're just very
There he
quietly
is.
waiting.
Second row on the left.
oh God,
Oh,
it's Kane.
It's Robin.
you're right.
It's Robin and Bane. It's Robin.
Dude, you're right. That is the. Red Hood. Oh, of course. Right, Ed Miracle, not the
Yeah, but
Little
he-
Red Rider.
I don't know
Is
what
that
Moxley was in
Is
that.
that a superhero?
Red Hood is one of
villain.
the previously dead, but no longer dead, because that's how comics work. Versions of Robin coming back.
And what?
I
And
think.
Moxley's a
be all right.
nerd. Oh,
I didn't know that.
Oh,
He's got the Jerry Connell.
he's basically Johnny Gargano. What the?
You think you're safe with certain wrestlers,
know.
don't you?
I know.
That was a real man there.
I'm absolutely fuming. It's like if Roy
Red
Keane
Hood.
turned up dressed as a superhero. on
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Stunning scenes here.
Oh my God, I watched a bit of Roy Keane's interview on the Tommy Tiernan show. I found it on YouTube. It was from from last January. And oh my God, Tommy Tiernan's going like, do you get along with your wife? Are you all right being married there? And Roy Keane's like, yeah, fine. He's not giving away anything. It's like, oh, he's such a scary man. Wish he was back at Sunderland. Anyway, sorry, do carry on. It's a really good interview though. Tommy
He did that
Tiernan does well.
interview, that Instagram post, and he was like, "Happy birthday to my first wife," even though he's been married this year.
Oh my God.
Threatening all the time.
He's like, why do you love dogs so much? And you really want Roy Keane to be like, because they love you back, and that's what he wants him to say. Because I need love. Even though I'm a hard blow, he wants him to show vulnerability. He's like, they get you out the house. You can come on a walk with the dogs. It's nice. We've always had dogs going back years. And then he's like, but you get that unconditional love from them. And he goes, well, of course, there's that aspect as well. He's like, oh, Roy, let us in, Roy. Come on.
Yeah. I used to dislike him because obviously he played for horrible teams. But now I'm like, when I hear more of him, I'm like, oh yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Yeah. He doesn't
Saying the
care.
bleeding obvious there. I'm very
No,
sorry.
it's great when he doesn't try and please anyone.
Yeah.
Amazing.
In the main event, Adam Cole is slow to give MJF the Dynamite Diamond Ring, allowing Samoa Joe to lock in the Coquina Clutch and become the new AEW World Champion just like that. Joe leaves while the Devil's minions appear and restrain MJF and Cole. The lights go down, and when they come back up, the Devil is ready to be Adam Cole, what are you doing? Whatever. Flanked by Roddy Strong, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and Wardlow. They beat down MJF to end the show.
Right.
I thought the reveal was very good. The use of the chair, how it's going to be a weapon, and then Cole was sat on the chair. I like that aspect of it. Would I have preferred, if we're going to take it back, would I have preferred just the heel turn at Wembley? I think that would have been more effective, but the fact that's what we got, I thought that was it was as good as it could have got with that direction they took.
Obviously, there's no way
You
of...
sort of talking like Roy Keane there.
Obviously, there's no way of knowing... I'm assuming that the storyline would have been better if Cole hadn't been injured. There was no way of knowing that was going to happen. So maybe if somehow magically they'd known that, they would have hotshotted it to Wembley first, so there was that big moment and stuff. But I thought it was good. I felt like an idiot, because in the office when we were watching it that night, everyone else I think was like, yeah, Joe's going to win. And I was like, lads, come on, no. I think that MJF will win, and then we'll find out who the Devil is. And then the next feud will be for the belt between MJF and whoever the Devil is. But instead, Cole's let him lose the belt, or made him lose the belt, And then comes out, as we'll talk about, and says, we're all about the gold. I'm like, well, what?
Yeah.
What? I don't know. They do have another plan to get the title involving Wardlow and stuff, but it doesn't, all the pieces aren't quite together, but enough that it's fine. I think it's fine. It's better than if it was Jungle Boy. That would have hurt him a lot.
Oh, that was a relief, that.
Yeah. So Adam Cole was like, oh, it's obviously going to be him. It's like, yeah, but I'm glad it's him. Was rumors going around that it was going to be an idea? It might be Tony Khan himself.
Yes.
No.
Dodge that bullet.
No.
No, come on. That would have been brilliant.
To be fair, if he had the hat and glasses on. Hello! Woo!
Oh, did
Sounds like
he,
Mrs. Doubtfire behind the fridge.
has he stopped wearing the Inoki scarf? He wasn't wearing that at the press conference, was he? I saw he started getting flack for that. People were like, look at him. He thinks he's Inoki him. Because he was wearing that red scarf that he first wore at Wrestle Dream, which makes sense. But I think he then wore it for the next one as well. And people were starting to be like, Tony, you're not Inoki. Come on.
It has been fun, though, going back and watching people share on Twitter these little instances where Cole just gives away that he is the devil. Like, there's a promo where he's sat on a chair in the ring and the devil, like the Videotron thing plays. And you see Cole reach in his pocket and like hit a clicker.
What?
And then he comes back and he just takes his hand out of his pocket.
What?
There's these little clues if you go back and watch.
Oh, I changed my mind.
What?
It's amazing.
If they show that on TV, I would love that. But now it's just like, oh.
Oh.
That's the one thing. And obviously, people would point out the fact that he he was hostage at Roddy's house for a while.
Yeah.
That must have turned him. But yeah, the clicker one, I completely missed at the time, obviously. But yeah.
That's unreal.
But see, that's all well and good doing little things like, aha, if you've been following that, would make sense. Then why didn't he do it at the Jay White match that MJF had? When MJF had literally been beaten by 16 lads, ambulance.
He tried. Because he
was doing the silly bollocks, wasn't he? Like,
there was a moment where he like accidentally gave the belt to Jay White as well.
Yeah, but then if you're going to do that and then instantly reveal you're the dude, why would you need to fanny about?
I don't know.
That's what I mean. Like, don't they be like, oh, if you watch the cup that Adam Cole drank off said, I am the devil, but backwards. And then have like basic storytelling
to
crap
break
there.
his heart even more.
maybe he wanted to wait until his contract was up before taking the belt off.
But is his contract up? Oh, whatever.
Yes, it is officially. He's not on the roster page. In kayfabe, the contract is up.
Yeah, in kayfabe.
But I do hope that when MJF does return to an AEW ring, that he starts being the MJF that does stuff that makes sense. Because when that skinning of the cat spot happened, where he's skinning the cat and he's like, yeah, I can pull myself back up in the midst of a singles match and not a Royal Rumble, and then he gets whacked in the process. I missed the MJF that just did everything that made sense.
Yeah, when he was a heel, you mean?
Yeah.
But I did love Joe just booting him in the head.
Yeah, I was good.
And I love that Joe never took the kangaroo kick. He was like, I imagine backstage, he's like, do you want to? No. He counted the first one by, I think, maybe doing his uranagi or something. Yeah. Second one, he counted just by kicking him in the chest. I was like, yes. Yeah. As much as the title change to me felt very out of nowhere, even though MJF's all banged up and needs a rest and stuff. I didn't think it would be Joe still for some reason, but you can never complain about Joe being the world champion because he brings such authenticity to the role.
That press conference afterwards where he's just like, all these fannies on Twitter starting beef, come and have a go at me. Yeah.
Good. He's able to do he's doing a character but also himself at the same time because he's saying like, I'm Samoa Joe, I'm going to beat you up.
He's brilliant.
His muscle buster on the apron.
Yes.
Oh. Je ne sais quoi, vavavoom.
Bobby, what is vavavoom?
Was it your move of the week?
No.
I know.
Now. There's only one choice this week.
But yeah, People's elbow.
The Rock went.
He was quite tired, wasn't he?
But I think even the devil stuff aside, the match was great because you think, wait, injured MJF against Samoa Joe. Okay, this will be over in 2 minutes, right? But MJF was able to do everything he could just to not lose for a bit. Yeah. Until Samoa Joe went, I'm Samoa Joe. Hi, how you doing?
I like the shock of the way the finish happened as well.
I love that so much. It's like, because the crowd, again, is like, come on, MJF.
We never see the yells.
Local guy. I can't do a New York accent, I realised as I tried doing that.
No, video.
Hey, buddy.
At first I thought like the video, I didn't realise it was just like actors from Long Island all doing that accent. But I was like, oh, who's that? Because the first bloke, I thought, is he a...
Yeah, we're supposed to know him.
He's us, gone back.
Yeah, he's right. Yeah.
Hey,
he's wrestling here. Hey. And then he just beat him, and then Bryce goes, ring the bell. And then just go, hey, what's the money? Oh, so great.
Imagine if one of them had been the Tony D family, if they were there, like, hey, we love MJF.
Yeah. But so they did that just to shut that crowd up, which is like, oh, that's a brave decision. So
I like the lassie was shagging him in the back of her parents' car for 5 bloody hours.
Oh, she scared me, her.
And she was sucking that dick. and he was ripping that ass.
What are you doing?
They did.
He was-
Jesus, Ross.
What are you doing?
Ross.
Why? It got censored. What are you-
YouTube monetization.
Did you guess
No,
what
that's
she'd
fine.
said? She might have said something else.
You can see, yeah,
Yeah, I know, but
Can we?
And he was
vulgar, innit?
shoving things in holes that she didn't even know she had.
Oh, come on now.
That's what you said.
I know.
It was
but
crucial to the story of MJ being better than you. We couldn't do that. He's better than us. He knows it.
it was a good show. No, it wasn't. It's a bloody awful show until the last 3 matches.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, the jolt in the arm was definitely Copeland versus Cage, and from then onwards, it was good.
There was a consensus going around that it was the worst AEW pay-per-view, which I don't think is quite true, but it was definitely one of the worst ones, I think. Which speaks to how high the bar usually is for them. Because it wasn't like a god-awful show or anything, but it definitely was one of their weaker ones, I think.
Yeah. Also, still someone's tweet. That AEW media scrum had so many softballs, Psycho Sid showed up.
Hey, compared to normal ones, it was.
I think because given the atmosphere, you'd be like, all right, well, he was going to say it first.
It became more and more like a real-life press
and
conference.
obviously, the biggest question was, obviously, someone got up to Tony Khan and goes, when will you wear wigs?
Someone pointed out on Twitter, because someone said, like, why would you ask that question during the Julia Hart bit? And someone else went, and rightly so, you never know if you're not going to get another question again.
Yeah.
As soon as you've been picked, you might as well ignore what wrestlers there and just,
Right, that's why all those lads in the WWE ones take their chance to go, I like you, Triple H.
Well, that's what the lads in the Williams get picked by before the thing even starts. That's what I learned when I went. That's what I learned when I went.
We got one. It was AEW, it was all in. Jack Atkins got his question in.
Oh, he had a bad one though, didn't he? He says it himself. He asked, what did he ask Orange Cassidy? He was like, how does it feel to be champion or something?
He said, no, it was the fact that at the start he went, first of all, congratulations on the victory. And Aiden always gives them stick because he goes, it's not real, why are you congratulating them on them? And then he heard Atkins say it and apparently texted him during the press conference like, you freak.
I know exactly. I'd be like, I'm not going to be like them and say exactly that. Anyway, Monday Night Raw, day 1-ish. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett open the show in the ring and confirm that a former WWE champion will be appearing tonight.
Oh, I like that bit, you know.
I like that there was a nice change of
That reminded me of Otis the Aardvark and insert presenter here on CBC, like the bridge between episodes or whatever.
I can't remember any of the names of the people that
Me
Otis
neither.
was with.
Kirsten O'Brien. Remember her?
From Smash?
Blonde hair.
No, that was Kirsty
no.
someone maybe.
Yeah.
Smart, not Smash, Smart.
Kirsten O'Brien.
Oh, right.
Nah.
No.
Jake Humphries was on for a bit, I think.
I was about to say
Damn it,
Radsy,
no.
but
You'd be saying the real names, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, Jake Humphries did start as a TV presenter. Riley Osborne, his whole vibe is incredibly CBBC presenter. As we'll see.
Anyway, yeah, so nice way of doing that. Started about Otis the Aardvark for 5 minutes.
Dun dun dun.
Nia Jax beats Becky Lynch with a big right hand and a banzai drop.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Loved it. Go on. Nia's my favourite wrestler. No, she's good. No.
No, she's having a good run.
That was her best match ever.
Up there with the Bliss one at Mania.
And the
I
Asuka
that
match.
And the Asuka match in NXT, yes.
Yep.
No, it was her best match ever. We got an Oh My Ass spot as well on the apron for a little bit of a cherry.
Tribute to the whole
Storytelling. Long-term storytelling.
And the crowd were like, yeah. No, not a lot of holes there. Not like that last on the back of MJF's car, apparently.
Well, we didn't know we could fill them. My New Year's resolution was to be more serious with my analysis on these podcasts.
Why?
Oh,
Because
you
it feels
broke it
like that's
already.
what the people want.
No.
There's no room for silly bollocks when you just sat there presenting to a camera now.
No.
It's all about serious stuff.
No, remember, for every negative comment you see, there's like 10 unsaid positive. Oh,
Yeah.
that's not the term. Anyway.
But I was going to say Nia was a great base for all of Becky's offense here.
Oh, great base.
Great
Great
base.
post.
Base, buttery biscuit base.
Stop talking about her ass.
We come back from the adverts, though. I thought this was annoying. They obviously started off, all right, no problem. Come on, do the adverts, got to pay the bills, come back. Apparently we missed loads of cool stuff. Like a Molly go round.
Yes.
From Becky. Love a
Yeah.
good Molly go round.
Yeah.
I enjoy how many women's wrestlers, modern ones, who are more about being a wrestler than in the past when it was about being attractive. I love how many of them pay tribute to Molly Holly because she was a pioneer. So she was.
Do you remember they used to call her, like, I don't think they ever said fat, but you know what I'm trying to say?
No,
Did they do that with her?
They were doing
Yeah,
a thing.
Molly
Molly
Holly.
did a thing where, wow, look at Molly Holly's ass. It's huge.
Yeah. Like 04, 05
Yeah,
sort of time.
that was the one thing Molly was on TV
Come
to
on
do.
now.
You have a 2-minute
Unbelievable.
match on Raw and Lola go, look at that ass.
It's outrageous.
Fat ass Molly Holly.
Tiny
The
Molly
ass
Holly.
that launched 1,000 ships.
Yeah, also back then, do you remember when it's now obviously it's seen as it's like a it's a sexy thing to have a what am I talking about? But like back then it was like it would be a punchline on stuff like oh she's got a big fatty. Like, what?
A lot of this big old dusty joke because using for the last 70 years going, wow.
People will often find a clip from like an old sitcom or whatever of like an American teen movie where some teenage boys are like gawking at a lass in jeans and like tight jeans and they go like, oh, look at her ass. And it goes, it's like nothing. It's like, whoa. Whereas these days it's all about, anyway, it's weird how things change.
It's all about them juicy doubles now.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, he knew. Sir Mix-a-Lot knew back then.
He knew.
He knew. He's a pioneer.
Yeah. Also, Nia Jax bust out a crazy rolling roll into the barricade.
Rolling roll.
That's what I typed. Rolling roll. Well, I'm glad I stopped myself from saying on the podcast that people listen to.
She did a lovely Samoan drop off Brett's rope, and the reaction to the kick out from the crowd was fantastic because no one expected Becky to do it. And the finish I thought was fantastic the way it was done.
The beach.
It looked like Nia said something after she made connection, so whether she actually got a bit too much, I don't know, but she sort of went,
oh, my other hole.
I thought the way they did it was really clever because I was worried because I thought this feud's built around that one punch, but that punch looked so good because it went wrong and it broke her nose. Whereas I thought, how are they going to replicate that and keep it looking good? So it's good they went for an uppercut instead because that you didn't expect her to be busted open from it, but it still looked really good. And I like how she held like a Mortal Kombat character before the fatality, when you mess up the fatality and just do the punch instead.
Yeah, and then she got the armbar. Oh, that didn't work the first time. She'll put it on again. No, she won't. Nia Jax won. Ha ha ha.
I'm fine with it.
And she got booed massively despite being the hometown hero.
Oh yes. In San Diego.
Which of course means Cody Rhodes cuts a promo.
Means what?
It's a nice place to go on your holidays. Cuts a promo on Nakamura saying he wants their rivalry to be over.
Me too.
I missed this promo last week where he was like, you bastard, you bastard, you cancer, you prancer, you nitwit. Your vomit.
He was doing the new version of Fairy Tale New York.
Your vomit, you're stupid, your father was inbred. Fantastic.
Really?
Really good. It's very Vince in concept, the American Nightmare Before Christmas, but the execution is pure Triple H.
Pure Triple H.
Pure Triple H.
The new fragrance from Cultaholic Shop. Nakamura interrupts on the Tron and says he didn't think it'd be so easy to write the final chapter of Cody's story, but he won't finish it tonight. He'll give Cody one more week to dream. Right?
Yep.
I guess on this night, bigger things were to come, but we didn't know it at this point.
Yeah.
So to end the feud, you may want to showcase that a bit more next week when there's not as many big things.
Yeah, but this is Knockout Week, Ross. WWE Knockout Week.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's got the New Year's stuff
Which
on SmackDown.
led to many people believing that Triple H is going to announce that they bought Impact or TNA.
Where did that come from?
Fraser laid it all out for me and had like 5 different things, and I believed all of them, and he convinced me that they were going to buy Impact. And then he was like, "Yeah, I know, man, it's crazy." And then, and it's not Fraser's fault because he's seen all these individual stories, and then me and him were both like, "Oh my god, it is going to happen." And then the next day, the story was like, "Rumor killer on Triple H buying Impact."
No idea. Like, so it was Fraser that brought it up.
No,
I'm blaming him.
No, I don't want to blame him because we were both buying into it. Anyway.
It gets announced today, didn't it? That big announcement.
Well, we're going to look really stupid now if it is actually that.
What? Where is it? Does anyone know?
The Impact show.
Triple H's big announcement.
Oh, right. Oh, it's at the start of SmackDown, isn't it?
Oh,
is it on SmackDown?
Triple H made a big announcement from TJR Wrestling.
Oh, Big John.
James Holder.
What? I thought it was John Cannon.
That's his website.
But James Holder.
Hello. Take me higher. It doesn't even say on there whether the announcement takes place, just that Triple H is going to make one. I'm sure I read somewhere it's taking place Thursday.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe we'll already know it there. Huh.
I don't get it. They've already announced that The Weeknd are doing the song for WrestleMania.
Is
haven't
he?
they?
No.
Who?
That was attempted a joke. Sorry.
The Weeknd.
Oh, he's back again, Mr. WrestleMania.
I'm sick of him. Luke Littler comes out of Greenlight.
He does.
He's ready to go?
He is. And I think, and there was a picture of him when he was a kid with wrestling figures. Yeah. Let's get him on.
That was such a weird photo. He had all his little lads lined up like security and then one unwrapped Big Mac.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, he's waiting.
Yeah.
But it's like, are they guarding?
Are they going to fight the
Does
Big
he have
Mac?
like dogs or cats or something? And Little Bret Hart is there to protect them from the burger. I think I'm looking into this too much, Honor.
The announcement is coming today.
Where is it, Joe?
It's on the WWE preview special on Peacock.
Oh, so that won't happen until after we're in bed.
What's the preview?
8
like?
p.m. Eastern time. So whatever that is.
We'll be adding whatever it is to the thumbnail.
What's that a preview for?
2024.
Oh, just the year. All right, okay, fair enough.
The upcoming attractions.
Huh.
I don't know.
CM Punk's going to be on it.
Yeah, I'm staying up. No, I'm not.
Jey Uso and Kofi Kingston take on Imperium, but the match is stopped early after an injury to Giovanni Vinci. He later tweets out, "He's fine," in Italian.
It's mad the way the injury happened because Kofi did basically the same spot with Ludwig earlier in the match, but it was slightly different, but also very similar.
That's analysis.
And fair play to the referee for waving off straight away because he did look in a bad way.
Yeah.
It's like 'cause he got the connection on his chin and also it looked like his head bounced off the mat as well.
It seemed to me that the worst case scenario, if I'd taken if you didn't watch it, he jumped off the top rope and Kofi Kingston countered with a drop kick, but he hit him and he seemed to like the absolute worst way of taking all the force to the back of the head, saying on the mat. So,
the worst thing
yeah,
is...
yeah, you're right though. Good job of them dealing with it that quickly.
Yeah, the worst thing is he's got no hair to cushion the blow either.
Okay.
So there's some analysis.
He wasn't, unless he was like Marwan Fellaini. I don't know if there'd been enough hair to. But it was a good sign of the times, I think, that they stopped it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. It's positive. Wasn't much else to say about it apart from that. Alpha Academy and the Creed cheer on Ivy Nile as she prepares for her title match.
Yes, they do.
I'm glad that was brought up.
I don't know what I
It's
thought.
time for Ms. TV.
But when you're watching it,
I
you
know,
don't know what's going to happen
bless
later.
you,
I was
yeah.
like, maybe this will be referenced later on.
But before Miz can bring out the JD as his guest, R-Truth arrives alone. Truth is confused that the rest of the group aren't with him, and he says he's here to make JD more likable. Dirty Dom and JD don't Google me interrupt, but Truth points out that JD the man shouldn't be in the stable after losing last week, which is quite right. Dom tries to mock the Miz, but the crowd drown him out, and it's the hometown crowd as well. Miz points out that he just lost twice to CM Punk. Did he? At a house
Yeah,
show?
Dom did.
Yeah, house
Yeah.
shows.
Oh, okay. The bad
The
guys
Madison
challenge-
Square Garden one, Maffew.
Yeah.
We were all there.
in theory. The bad guys challenge Miz and Truth to a tag team match, which means an awesome Truth reunion. Truth thinks it's one of those strange bedfellows tag matches.
How can they coexist?
No. Then the awesome Truth win after a skull-crushing finale to JD, the person.
Yeah. I was surprised myself by being actually excited that we're getting the Awesome Truth back. It's like, yes, my favourite tag team. And little Jimmy got a
I was
mention.
going to say, crowd remembers little Jimmy. That's nice.
Shame they don't remember smoking tabs.
He did.
The proper original version of Crazy R-Truth.
What did he have? That was it. The other thing, a bottle of water.
Yeah, he beat up John Morrison. Who was
Breathe the
teaming up with.
smoke.
Yeah, beat him up because, the crowd going, you can't do that, that's illegal.
Yeah. like the singer from the Towers of London on Nevermind the Buzzcocks.
That's right.
When he
A
lit-
pack of cigarettes
Yeah.
you can legally buy from shops.
Oh, was it? Then he came out the next week started off the show by going, look all the merch. I've got a t-shirt. Zack Ryder's got a t-shirt, but I don't. He's crazy, but he had a point.
He stole the show here, R-Truth, like, because I can't believe in hindsight they did the bait and switch twice in one night. Obviously, one still to come, but JD was supposed to come out here, but R-Truth, he was still not officially in there. I know we all wanted to be.
If you ask Damien Priest, he is in officially.
I like in the match as well that Truth was in the neutral corner of the ring because he was neutral in the match. JD's now got the biggest head butt in the business.
Good pub.
It's officially a thing now. Making his finisher, I would say.
Is that the one where he like falls on them as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Good one.
Funko Pop head. And I like the fact that the JD were trying to, play off R-Truth's silliness in kayfabe by saying, well, you're in the Judgment Day, hit your partner then. And then Truth gave it the old Shawn Michaels and Ric Flair. I love you. Missed, obviously. But it was, I was thoroughly sports entertained, so I was.
Yes, same. That was good.
Well said. The Cowie girls are out in Rise.
They're taking cowies.
Right.
They
They
are
were,
taking
they were in
cowies.
they were in that weird smaller room where all the young people go.
That's right, yes.
I was so scared of that room.
I'm not. It's like, ooh, to run past wild dogs, isn't it?
And when you go in, because I only ever go if like the bar's busy elsewhere,
Yeah.
and it's like there's just people shadowy in corners and stuff.
Yeah.
People with tattoos on their necks and face. Stay away.
Does their mother know? It's shocking, that.
That comes on. No, not in that room. It doesn't.
Yeah, right. Chelsea Green and Piper Niven interrupt and say they're bypassing the corrupt Adam Pearce to get rematch from Nick Aldis. The champions throw drinks in their faces.
Straight vodka, by the way.
Wow.
Right in their eyes.
And the bouncers kick them out, which seems unfair.
It did seem unfair.
Bloody bouncers.
I kick the other ones out.
That reminds me of something that happened to me at university.
Go on. I thought it might.
Privileged nightclub in Sunderland. It's now closed down, rightfully so, after this episode. I was on the dance floor on the periphery watching an actual fight happen in the middle. I've told this before on the podcast, I'm sure. And a bouncer who looked like China. She came down and she got me in a headlock.
Sorry, the wrestler or the country?
The wrestler.
Oh, thank you for clarifying.
She came down and I was stood there with me, little cranberry and vodka, whatever I had at the time, trying to be fancy and whatnot, and suddenly just watching this fight happen. She got me in a headlock and dragged me out and pushed me down the stairs.
What for?
Nothing.
Oh.
For watching.
Luckily, though, Twinkle Toes Tweddle stays on his feet down the stairs because she really gave us a big shove.
Oh.
Shocking. Got kicked out for nothing.
That's bollocks.
Disgusting, that.
We've done dirty.
Just the same as Chelsea and Piper. I stand with Chelsea and Piper.
Yeah.
I got kicked out of World Headquarters for nearly having a fight with my mate Ricky.
Oh, no.
When Ricky's drunk, he turns into an arsehole, and he was kicking me in the shin. He kept being like, I'm kicking in the shin. Yep. So he sounds like... And he was doing it all night, and eventually he did one that caught me on a bruise that had formed from when he previously kicked me in the shin. So I grabbed him by the collar and immediately got thrown out. And Ricky, to be fair, came out with me, and we carried on all night elsewhere. That was an embarrassing one. Got kicked out for having a fight with my own friend.
I've never been thrown out, but I've been the dude who's helped his mates like not get thrown out or maybe I'll get him. I've been that idiot.
Fair enough.
Because then you're doing all this hassle, then the next day the guy never remembers it. We had a good night last night. Oh, did we? Did we? All right, cheers. Anyway, Rhea Ripley beats Ivy Nile to retain the Women's World Championship.
Niall's first singles match is getting on Raw. And I thought she looked a hell of a lot better than poor old Maxine Dupree did in the same situation.
Oh, yeah.
I like the suplex there was a suplex Taz used to do where he puts the leg on the shoulder, then alley-oop.
The gargoyle, I think that's
whatever the hell it's called.
That's what's called the No Mercy the game.
Wow.
So.
Ivy does one of those to Rhea. It didn't look flush, I guess the word is, but I like that.
You think because of the size difference was so much? Yeah.
I like the fact it didn't look choreographed. It was a bit of cavalca to it. You know? I thought they got time as well. Rhea got her stuff in. Ivy was able to showcase her strength. I thought she hung in there all right for her first TV match.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't look bad. The positive was that she's so small. She makes Rhea Ripley look like the big, tall golf woman that we all hope she is. Then she sees she's
that video with Sam broke your heart when Sam was taller than Rhea.
How did Sam do that?
Sam's about 6 foot
He has
tall.
been practicing the CGI in his computer, for that stuff. So
No, he's pretty tall.
Sam's the same height as us, isn't he?
no,
I'd say he's an inch taller than us. He's yeah. Oh, you 5'10" as well?
Yeah.
I'd say he's 5'11" then. And Rhea's a tiny little lady. No, she's not.
I don't want to hear this. Joe, can you cut that out?
She's probably about 5'7". She's not short.
Joe, can you cut that out?
She can still pick you up in her arms and throw you
Of
around.
course she could. She's strong.
You can leave that in, Joe.
Oh, hello.
Oh God.
Oh God, is it breaking news?
No, there's no breaking. I need to get a meter.
Oh right. Whenever Adam.
But CD's coming out. Matthew's being too horny in the podcast. We need to stop him.
That's an offensive
Sorry.
impression. That's not very nice.
I've just done the awkward impression of Pachiti in
That's
front
so
of him.
nasty.
And
Have
he's
you
just
got
doing a
it?
meaner reading.
Thanks, Adam. Whenever Adam comes in, it's so. I'll get out.
I think you've upset him there, Maffew. He didn't even look at you after that impersonation.
Yeah. He just went, oh.
Um,
I heard him went, filthy peasant.
Jesus, he's already dead. Just go for it. Whenever Adam comes in, it's often because like someone's died or been sacked, but not in Cultaholic.
It'll be me next week. Don't worry.
But in WWE, but they just needed a meter reader.
Yeah. So obviously, pros on that. She looked presentable compared to Maxine Dupree, bless her. Rhea Ripley, the issue is similar to the one with Toni Storm. She's so over, she's so great, and WWE is still like, she is supposed to be a big heel, and no one's buying it. So the lack of thing here with Ivy was like, yeah, come on, I'm going to win. We don't care. Get out of the way, you little baby face, you.
I don't know the last time I thought Rhea was in danger of losing. Yeah.
I reckon they might go down the Nia route again for WrestleMania and have Rhea turn babyface against. Because it seemed sewn up that Becky versus Rhea would just be, the two biggest stars on Raw in the women's division having the WrestleMania match. But I reckon they might go a different way. How does that feel emphasised, lads?
Who would it be against?
Nia versus
Oh, against
Rhea.
Nia. Sorry, right. Yeah, maybe. Wouldn't be against it necessarily, now that Nia's my favourite wrestler.
Yeah.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Her, like Mizawa.
The former WWE champion, who's going to be making his appearance on the show, as advertised beforehand, is Jinder Mahal.
Masterfully done.
Jinder says he's not just a former champion. but a future one, and claims to be the man who can unify a divided United States. He says the people boo him because he looks and sounds different, but he isn't the Iron Sheik. What? He speaks with class and proves it by singing the national anthem in Punjab. Punjabi, I butchered that.
Yeah,
I'm
what
very
happened
sorry.
there? You left out half the
Bloody
word.
hell. Punjab. I'm really sorry. He sings the national anthem in Punjabi.
Yes. There you go. Like the Punjabi Playboy.
Jesus. I'm still recovering from New Year's. I'm really sorry. The Rock interrupts. Oh my! Rock says Jinder's right about not being the Iron Sheik because The Rock knew and loved him. Oh, that's why he said that, right?
Yeah, The Rock clearly asked him to. Yeah.
If Jinder's one of The Rock's movies, he'd be Baywatch.
Hey.
How goes? Oh, yeah. Jinder says, thankfully, he never saw it.
I like that.
Good lad, good lad. Rock says nobody else did either.
Okay. I don't like self-deprecating Rock.
Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Rock defends America and calls Jinder a day one douchebag and then gets the crowd to sing. Rock sings a version of the national anthem mocking Jinder, who then attacks him, quite rightfully. Rock clears the ring and says when he goes out for a meal... What? Says when he goes out for a meal late... Oh, yeah. Maybe he should sit maybe at the bar, maybe near the door, or maybe at the head of the table.
That got the head of the table pop. That was a different type of pop.
Yeah.
Poor Cody.
I know.
Poor punk.
No.
Leaving 10 years ago to get WrestleMania main event.
Or Maffew, poor your shout, Randy Orton, who you said was going to face the tribal chief at WrestleMania.
Yeah, a bit off on that one, eh?
And I believe maybe on that same episode you mocked me for saying it would be The Rock. Sorry, that's a weird noise. I do declare.
Wow, Jack. Yeah.
I'm like Daniel Craig and bloody Benoit Blanc.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Character's name.
Always going to bring up Benoit Blanc on a wrestling podcast. My favorite bit of this was when The Rock says, the crowd are booing Jinder, not because he's foreign, but because he sucks. Crowd then chants USA. And Rock's like, no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry.
I think he did.
That is what he meant.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It felt like Rock was like announcing his presidential campaign.
That feels a bit of that,
Yeah.
Just because you're foreign doesn't mean you're bad. Like here in the United States, it's like, well, don't say that then, Rock.
I can unite the nation, bring the people together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch this bit.
It
is
is used in a
2024.
highlight reel when he does run for president.
But he was on bloody Rogan, and they were like, okay, he said nothing. He said the non-committal answer. Like, I don't know, which political party you can be involved with, for example.
The People's Party. The People's
I'm gonna be for everybody.
Party.
Do you think he will run one day for it? It seems like he's playing it very safe.
I
with
don't think
everything.
he's running for anything right now after this little performance.
Is that a jab at his cardiovascular abilities?
In a word, yes. 51-year-old, apparently, which again doesn't seem real because he's massive.
Bigger than he was in his 20s.
He's bigger than the Rock of Gibraltar. So him doing a promo.
He is the Rock of Gibraltar because he sticks needles in his body.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Testosterone.
No, he doesn't. That's a legend. That's a joke.
This half of the crowd.
TRT, baby.
This half the crowd saying Gibraltar. You half saying steroids.
Oh,
Come on.
Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Lads.
There's only so many hours you can spend in the Iron Paradise, or whatever the bloody hell he calls it. And the rest of it's needles, baby.
No.
It's all needles.
Ross is just joking about The Rock. He's just... It's
Allegedly.
He needs to switch because obviously he was run out of gas during the segment. He didn't look great. Look, the idea of The Rock wrestling versus Roman Reigns is fantastic. Sadly, The Rock you're thinking of is the one from 20 years ago. The one we've had for the past 10 years make a little appearance to go, hey, Lana, you're a slut, is not getting me excited, to be honest with you.
I was really not on board with this at all. And I like The Rock, but he was just... It was the same promo that he cut on whoever it was on SmackDown a little while ago. It was like, here's the little catchphrase.
Aaron
One
Corbin,
side will say it, the other side say it.
Oh, it was probably somebody else, but yeah, they all blend together.
And it's just like we're thought we're in this new era of like putting all the stock in the regulars, your Cody Rhodes who are there every week, and then all of a sudden he swans in. You retweeted something good, which I saw on the old X.com. Someone saying it reminded them of, what was it? Oh, Conan O'Brien.
Yeah. Conan O'Brien, he got screwed. That's
the Jay Leno thing.
Yeah, the entire story behind that. But yeah. Hey, you're back, great. Yeah, we can get Leno back.
Yeah.
So they really, really should have done it that first time round.
Yep.
They should have given the belt to Cody then.
We've now been
Last
through
year WrestleMania.
the nonsensical Jimmy stuff in the summer. I guess it was fine either side of that, and now we're getting, it looks like, as we're sat here now, The Rock against Roman instead of Cody.
Cody had that feud with Brock that was clearly originally going to be with the belt, and then wasn't. God. But also, this now, because Ross has pointed out before that Roman is closing in on Hogan's record, and he needs to keep the belt through WrestleMania to beat it, which I now think he will.
It's like 100 and I can't remember. Under 200 days after WrestleMania when he breaks the next record.
Maybe Cody will get it next time.
I've seen a lot of people saying that maybe The Rock will be on that Australia show because something wanted to make that happen or something.
Because it's cheaper over there.
Yeah.
But he wouldn't. I can't see The Rock going for that.
No.
He just won WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess they would do as well because it is The Rock.
No, I think that lad needs to get some practice in. It has been a canny long while since he's done it. I did see someone, I forget who said this, I'm really sorry to steal your thoughts, but it was so good, I'm going to do it anyway. Rock can't talk for 10 minutes without gassing, and that is essential to Roman Reigns matches.
Yeah.
It is.
I was going to say that would be a positive for a tired Rock because the fact that Roman's matches are a lot of drama, like a lot of talking and pouting and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, if you get a time machine, we get 2000s Rock, even 05 Rock or whatever. When we had his last, 04, wasn't it? Yeah. That
Even
period,
like
fine.
when
But
he
like,
wrestled CM Punk, even 2012 Raw.
even then he was hanging on with the Cena feud. There was a few ropey promos to say the least.
Yeah.
The first Cena
We
match was
will
all right.
rock
Yeah,
you.
the first Cena match was good.
And his
I'm
tit-
thinking about the second one.
His
really,
tit
aren't I?
fell off in the second one, didn't it?
It was his abs.
Was his abs that fell off?
Yeah, which I've never heard about.
Was it his abs?
Yeah.
I think he tore his abs, which you never hear about.
Cena
people-
did the leg drop,
It's
didn't he,
almost
and
like his abs were bigger than natural. God's sake.
Like meat off the bone. Yeah. So, okay, cool. The idea of it, look, it's going to sell loads of money.
Yeah.
Sell loads of money? I'm really tired.
It is gonna sell
It's
loads of
going to
money.
sell money, this show, this match. Shut
That's
you
what they
idiot.
say.
And fair play to Jinder as well for being game because he was used for a troll job.
Ross is so good. He will pretend to make a mistake to make it like, no, look, guys, we're all suffering. It's not just me. That's why Ross is the best in the business.
No, terrible, me. Hanging on for dear life. But yeah,
He's like Les Kelly.
Yeah, him, Les Kellett, Paul Pot, the greats there.
fair play to
my.
Jinder Mahal for being game to be the subject of a troll job. That must be difficult to hear. That's how the
Yeah.
company you work for see you.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was saying the other day, it's like Jinder is what Vince McMahon would have done in that situation, but Triple H used that as a troll for the
What
Rock.
does this mean in kayfabe? Imagine this is all real. Did Triple H really book Jinder and tease it in storyline? Is the fictional Triple H gone, I'll get Jinder and hype that to the crowd? Or has Jinder arrogantly assumed that he is? Am I thinking about it too much?
No, you're not.
No, I like the fictional setting of Triple H going, yeah, of course, Jinder. It'd be a really good packaging, and then just getting a cheeky text going, oh, all right.
I wish we hadn't found
What
out.
should I do? I just won't tell him.
I wish we hadn't found out that he was on college game day, wasn't he? Like a few hours away that day.
Nick
The Rock,
Khan
The
was
Rock.
sniffing around him, wasn't he?
Pat McAfee's like the MVP of WWE. He gets everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, his connections. Anyway.
Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark beat Tegan Nox and Natalya in a tag match. Nox gets pinned. Natalya looks disappointed afterwards.
100% cut short because of Dwayne.
Absolutely. Oh, hey, go out there and follow The Rock.
Yeah, the crowd didn't care, but I guess that's understandable because what are these tag teams? I guess, especially Tegan and Natty. But
Well, that's ending soon.
what are they?
Because Natty looked angry. Should have probably been her getting pinned, though. Protect
Yeah.
Tegan. And now I'm worried that Tegan's actually going to lose this feud.
Yeah. But more importantly, another Molly go round. 2 Molly go rounds in one night.
Oh, I think that's part of a general offense, Tegan's. But yeah, it was good. 2 Molly go rounds.
Respect to Molly Holly and her fat ass. In the main event, Seth Rollins defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Drew McIntyre. Damian Priest tries to cash in midway through the match, but Drew takes him out with a Claymore. Rollins wins after a lucky rope break, a pedigree on the announce table, bonk, and the stomp.
Drew's a silly boy. I said
It's
that in a
silly.
pervy way
Explain.
there. Oh, you silly boy.
Why?
You watch Saltburn once and look at you, mate.
No. Because... Oh, no, I guess he's not. He had to stop the cash in, didn't he? Yeah, I guess he's an unfortunate.
Not really that
he's
silly.
He's an unlucky
Yeah.
boy.
I like the way that went down because obviously Drew capitalized on Priest being out there, but then he pulled the leg too hard, didn't
That's
he?
it.
I've never seen a rope break like that. I thought it was wonderfully
Rollins
well done.
and Pac do it?
I don't recall. Maybe.
When Pac...
Probably.
It looked like Neville was about to become the champion on a Raw, and he hit the black arrow, or the red arrow, as it
Yeah.
was. And then pulled Seth's legs too far over his head.
That does vaguely ring a bell, yeah.
It was an amazing moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good because you just make Drew more miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drew's great when he's miserable.
Yeah, he was great in this match. Like AJ Styles says, the moves are easy. But Drew McIntyre, the way he was throwing around Rollins like a child was fantastic. The tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, the white noise off Brett's rope, unbelievable stuff. Not as good as Takeshita and Darby Allin.
I was going to say, yeah.
I was going to say Rollins is a bit bigger than Darby.
Just a bit. But I thought, wait, this might be it. It'd be a good time to get that bloody belt off Seth so I can do with it.
Did you
Silly
think
me.
it would be it?
Yeah, because I thought, well, why are they going to waste this shot with Drew? Like, Drew versus Seth could be a pay-per-view.
But
match.
CM Punk
Again,
versus Seth is the match.
That's it, isn't it? He's a victim of, well, again, those constant rumours about, has he signed, has he not? But this seems a bit better than MJF because it's not going to last a year and a half. But also, someone pointed out he's lost his last 14 singles matches as Drew.
14!
Title matches.
Oh,
isn't
title
it?
matches,
Yeah,
that?
I think
Oh.
it's title matches.
14!
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently.
shocking that. Logan Paul's ready to box him at that rate.
I thought it was 4.
Nothing.
It's not 14.
Is it not 4?
I thought it was
Have
4.
I misread it?
I hope it's just 4.
Wait, 14 can't be right.
14
I was going to
sounds
say
like a lot.
14's a lot.
Next week.
It might
I'll
be
better,
true,
I
though.
promise.
It
Wait, hang
could
on,
be.
hang on.
Would he have even had 14 title
know.
matches since WrestleMania
As
37?
soon as I said, sorry, Drew McIntyre has lost 12 championship matches in a row, according to WrestleMania.
12?
12!
Thank God for that. I'm
No,
like,
but
have I
that's-
misread 14?
that's
It's
mad, that,
4
though.
or whatever. Oh,
That's
God.
crazy. Wow.
Crap, isn't he?
That's why he's miserable. Oh, Drew, why have you turned evil? Because I can't win a bloody match to save me life. Ugh. Anyway, NXT New Year's Evil. New Year's Evil. In the opening match, Lyra Valkyria retains the NXT Women's title against Blair Davenport. Lola Vice tries to cash in her title shot after the bell, but is stopped by Tatum Paxley. Elektra Lopez joins in, and the 4 women brawl until referees pull them apart.
Yes. One of several pull-apart brawls on this show.
What do you think of this match?
I thought it was good. I thought there was a stomp off the top rope from Blair that appeared to spike Lyra's head into the mat, and it looked gnarly. So gnarly that we learned on commentary that it made Booker squeeze Vic really tightly.
I do like it when Vic drops it. Whoa, get your hand.
Then Blair does this Vulcan Hour off the top as well, where it looked like Lyra was going straight head first in the map. Then she just sort of goes like, what-ish? And whaps around to make her go pancaking on her back. Is that the right terminology?
Yeah, I
Pancake?
guess so.
Flapjacking, I don't know. Donutting.
Flapjacks when you go. Yeah, sure. Shortbreaded.
And I just thought the stuff with Lola and Tatum getting involved at the end was exhilarating. What?
Exhilarating.
Exhilarating.
That's quite far.
Didn't see where Tatum came from. It was just like, whoa, where's she been? Where's she come from?
Hot night, Joe.
She continues to be the weird stalker creep that Lyra doesn't want, but is gaining from.
Yes, she is gaining.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was all right.
I've got nothing else to add.
As put, decent storytelling with Blair getting her leg worked over and able to do her move, which is nice, I guess. But we still don't care about Lyra, and I forget she's champ
Do you not
every
care
time she
about
shows
Lyra?
She hasn't got the aura. She is
The
champion.
aura, the
does.
vibe, the interviews, the
She's a
je ne sais
star.
quoi that we've had from other champs in the past.
Doesn't
It's
matter,
just
she
kind of
wins.
she's kind of there. Oh, you beat Becky, cool. She's not here now. You are. Yeah,
She's not got it, has she?
no.
Wow.
I think NXT is doing it dirty as well. It's not just her.
Oh, yeah.
She's done everything that's been asked of her, but it's like okay.
It feels like they've given her the belt because out of all the prospects, but she seems quite experienced, but out of all of them, she's the best worker.
yeah,
But-
but I mean,
but,
Tiff
like-
starts up here, and she's like, whoa.
I think she's probably a better worker than Tiffany Stratton, but in terms of star, the whole package and everything, obviously, yeah, Tiffany Stratton. And my girl Fallon.
Oh, of
Everything
course,
gonna be all right. The song cut off before it got to that bit. I was absolutely
So everything was not all right.
There was a brawl at the
They
start.
lied here, like Instagram. And sorry, mate, is that too?
Jesus Christ.
I'll put the bit where the women showed up to brawl and everyone went, oh, like that. Looked about as contrived as wrestling can possibly look, like a lot of NXT.
Sorry.
Exhilarated by.
When she came out that
she
crowd,
can say, and here she is.
it's like she was some sort of superhero.
What superhero would she be?
The Caped Crusader.
She was like
Oh, thank you.
Batman.
Oh, John Moxley.
She was like Freddie Krueger, wasn't she, in the red and black?
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Dennis
yeah.
the Menace. One of the two.
They're
Similar
both
men.
bastards, like,
yeah,
oof.
yeah.
Dennis the Menace Priestley.
Oh, wait, her. Oh, she looked like a super. Oh, yeah, with the. I thought you meant Tatum, sorry.
No, I was just talking bollocks.
Oh, yeah.
Just the way she jumped out of the crowd. Like
Yeah.
she...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the best bit of the show. Backstage, we learn that Ilya Dragunov is not cleared to defend his title tonight. No, Maffew, you heartless bastard. That's not the highlight. being interviewed doing the announcement outside the medical bit.
Kelly Clansett. That's her name.
Thank you.
Kelly Clansett.
Kelly Clansett was announcing outside the medical.
Oh, is it? Have I just made that up?
No, you might not have just.
Kelly Kincaid, he was right. It was Kelly Clansett.
It was Kelly Clansett.
I was trying to think.
We're just auto-filling all the bits with Kelly.
Sounds like an STD. It's really awful.
Kelly, to her friends,
Double K.
was
Special
announcing. Special K was announcing to everyone that, yeah, this is happening outside the medical area of NXT. Slightly to the right of her, did you notice this? Apparently, outside the medical area of NXT, which is obviously very busy with everyone getting injured and attacked, there was a framed photo of Tony D'Angelo.
No.
And I'm like, what? Why is he? Hang on, like legends I can understand being there, but he's still on the active roster and doing stuff. Why has he got a photo there?
Oh.
Every time you get your leg checked, you need to salute the Don.
No, I didn't realise that. I thought he was going to say something else.
I thought you were going to say
Yeah, salute the
that
non.
came out non from you there.
non.
Salute the non.
Salute the. Oh, did it? Salute the Don.
Maybe it's an insurance, like you touch the picture, he appears. And injury insurance lawyers for you, I don't know.
Yeah, he's probably responsible for a lot of the injuries.
Honestly, I thought this was the type of thing that you'd be all over. I know I feel really foolish
never
about
noticed
bigging
it.
it up.
I didn't notice it either.
Why are you
The
there?
thing I noticed was that you can hear, presumably, Dragunov like shouting from in the room, going like, "No, I want to wrestle."
And
He's
it's like,
Italian now.
Hey, don't you talk? Stop complaining. I'll make you some mozzarella.
While he's hugging the trainer like a creep.
He does love a hug.
Silly, creepy Ilya
Basically
Dragunov.
Bailey, isn't he?
Creepy Bailey. The LWO's mystery partner is revealed to be Carlito. What are you doing here?
Ding, 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 with this fun party music.
Yeah. They beat Drew Gulak, Damon Kemp, and Miles Bourne in a 6-man tag match. After the bell, Carlito spits the apple in Gulak's face off the crowd chanted for it.
But
The No Quarter Catch Crew. Mm-hmm. A great name.
oh, you weren't here
Yep.
the first week.
I
but-
I learned it this week. That's Perry Saturn, isn't it?
I think that's like an amateur.
He would do,
wrestling
yeah, I
thing.
think it's a thing that you just said. But yeah, Perry would do that for some reason.
I think of like, what was that stable called? In it was like Kevin Sullivan and all the old lads in their long university hoodies and
The Varsity Club.
the Varsity Club. That's maybe makes me think of them. Aye.
Bray Wyatt's dad was in that, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think.
I can picture him in a single.
The original one in the late 80s, early 90s, yeah.
But then they came back as all like old men in the 90s.
Yeah.
going like,
It was a bit weird, that.
it was weird.
Because Russo was like, bro, this thing happened in the past. Let's bring it up. And it's like, that's just one of his 3 moves he's got.
Should we talk about the move?
Nah.
There was
Go
a
on, Jack.
move before the move. If you watch the move before the
I was
move,
gonna say, which
Joaquin
one?
Wilde was obviously man of the match in this match. He does this split leg moonsault, but off the middle of the top rope, and whoever it was assists the top rope then, and he flew halfway across the ring. It was unbelievable.
Like a little test for what was to come.
Bounced. And then obviously the move of the week, Joel. I don't know why you want to put the thing in. Should I go, here is my move of the week, and then you want to put it in there? Or do you want to do something? Here is my move of the week.
Oh, baby.
I remember how we do this.
I think you should talk even more. Make it
I'm
job
not with
harder.
it today. Yeah, Joaquin Wilde flying without wings. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how the two, Carlito and the other lad, going, whoop. I don't know how that makes him go, whoa. Like 7 million miles up the ramp.
Yeah. On his Facebook, he was like, he told them to go as far back as they could. And they were like, are you sure? We don't think you can make it. He's like, oh, yeah.
On a weekly NXT.
And
It's insane.
Where's it been on the main roster, though?
Being
The
beaten
LW
up by bloody Santos.
No, where's that move been on the main
Oh,
roster?
sorry.
If they did that on the main roster, imagine.
Do you think he suggested it and he went, no?
He
Because
saved
you're not
it-
going to do it.
He saved it for the big stage. This is the
And that's right.
WrestleMania.
This is the prestigious NXT New Year's Evil
Honestly,
show.
it's the sort of thing they'd save for WrestleMania, and they did it on NXT,
Yeah.
which is the real WrestleMania.
That's why it's the
course.
promotion of the year.
That's right.
In my mind only. But yeah, you can keep your catches, catch can wrestling and your holds and whatnot. That's the sort of stuff I like to see. Whee! Tremendous.
It was very good.
And then Carlito ate an apple.
Carlito. Carlito.
Oh, God. Look. New year, old me.
Yeah.
He lives in paid alive.
This
and
one's a-
eats his cheesy chips on Wembley Way.
This one's a Bramley apple. God.
Yeah, good times here.
Yeah, the rest of the match was fine, but yeah, it was all about big Joaquin.
Yeah.
Joaquin.
It was a bit weird, like, oh, Carlito's here, and just completely overshadows everybody. That's a bit annoying, just like, all right, Rock.
I might have to reassess my friendship with Anth, the Chase Pizza Man, because
Why?
every time I tweet about CM Punk, he messages me like, "Shut up, he's crap." I'm like, "What? He's a CM Punk hater." Can't believe
This
it.
one's a bad wrestler.
Yeah, literally.
Oh. Is he not just saying that to annoy you because you've been
No,
you've
he's
been
sick.
making fun of him for the
He's
past
sick.
2 years?
No, he makes. Well, maybe actually. Yeah. Why would he possibly hate me? No. He always replies with, if I tweet about him, he'll reply with a gif of just someone like snoring or falling asleep. Yeah.
It's not very nice.
No, but then probably justified.
I'll tell you what, though, the no quarter catch crew have the same aura as the BCC. Because at the end of the match, Drew, the lead shooter, said, "We are going to the den and we are straightening this out." And I was like, wow.
Stretch him.
Yeah, really manly.
Yeah.
That was
It'd be great
joking.
if they
by the
won.
way.
Yeah.
They don't have the same
No,
aura
they
at all.
don't. They don't.
Bit rubbish, innit?
Miles is the wheeler.
Miles is the what?
The wheeler Yuta.
Oh, yeah.
Drew Gulak is Bryan Danielson.
Yep.
Dempsey's Moxley, I guess. And then Damon Kemp is Claudio. Yes, correct. We've
Well
done
done.
it. Yeah.
That's analysis.
Yeah.
The den. Stretching.
Backstage, Carmelo Hayes tells Trick that Dragunov is probably faking his injury because he got scared, knowing that Mello was training Trick for the title match. Grayson Waller, what are you? Interrupts and they all argue. Mello says Trick is ready to fight and puts Trick's title shot on the line. Waller quickly accepts and Trick is exasperated.
Is Trick an idiot now? How long until Trick's an idiot for just falling for this time and time again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mello's right dick, isn't
Yeah.
he? Ilya pretends he's injured because he knew the Trick was training with me, so he knew he was going to lose. Come on now.
That's good, though.
Maybe,
Come on now.
Maybe that's Triple H's big announcement. Ilya is scared.
So, no way.
I don't like the fact that Mello just said, "Oh, yep, he'll put his number one contendership up tonight," and it was just accepted by all levels of NXT management.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's
He must have
disgusting.
the ear of Ava Rain.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at least we learned why she is in that position this week.
Hi, about 2 months too late.
Yeah.
We learned
Is that-
3 things this week that we should have learned. It's like Shawn Miles just went, "Oh, no one knows who any of the women are." He just realised that this week. Mad.
Riley Osborne is writing at his Chase U desk.
Oh my
We
God.
hear his thoughts. He's determined to win the breakout tournament and hear his name mentioned alongside other great European WWE superstars.
I didn't pause it on the list. Who was on his list of great European wrestlers?
I
Tyler
didn't pause.
Bate, I saw.
Regal was one, and the other one was Robert Brookside. No, it was.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Probably like Sheamus, Drew.
Norman Smiley.
Oh, yeah.
That's made up
That
one.
famous Frenchman.
Pac should have been on there.
Yeah. But he can't because he's a dirty diddler on that sign, remember?
I don't know if it's the direction he's decided to go in or the way they've made him talk, but it's awful. And
It
he needs to
is
stop.
bad.
It's all fine being like a straight-laced blue chipper babyface and just being really down the line. That's fine. Wrestling needs like straightforward babyfaces.
No, you know what this
But-
was? This was the bit in the war film where...
It didn't make me think of a
Come on,
war
Skip.
film.
It's
You've been
not...
watching that YouTube channel again, haven't you? People dying in
disasters,
aeroplanes.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, I was going to defend myself there, but
Oh,
that was
let's
exactly what
relax.
it...
Watching some war footage.
Ah, but a death.
Is it like the plucky private who's like, hello?
Yeah, the main character's best friend, Sir dies in 2 minutes' time. It's like, come on, Billy, we're going to go out there and shoot the Germans, and I'll be that right
Sorry,
there.
Terrence
I'm going to announce my marriage to my beautiful lady when I get back.
No, you're not, buddy.
It's only a small reconnaissance mission. Nothing bad can possibly
I know you're
happen.
trying to
What?
go for like the, oh yes, let's fly
I was
over
trying
there.
for it, but I'm not
But
good at
you
impressions.
came out
It's
like,
established.
hello everyone, tell us hello. Something like that.
I'll be announcing my Canadian passport has come to the post when I come back.
What's going on?
Tally ho.
That's more like it.
There we
That's
go.
more like it, yeah.
It's that, like, wow, I can't wait to join Chase U. And a Canadian sponsorship. Because nothing bad will possibly happen now.
Oh no!
I've got 2 minutes later. Oh no, I'm dead.
But I'm just imagining him in that South Park style though. But there's like all the Canadians with their mouths.
On my command, we'll leave the trench and head for the enemy.
Carl's brother must be Canadian, is he?
Ike.
Yeah. Oh,
that
he
was
is all right.
It's
Is
a
he
season
adopted?
1 thing. They went, why is this look? Oh, he's adopted. And it's
Ah.
like, I don't like him because he's adopted.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
No, but he learns to love him and then
Oh yeah.
South Park.
Carl's
and
only
do that type of stuff.
Carl's
That-
only a child, isn't he? That's true.
He still is after all this time. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
I tell you what, though, we've got to ask the question: what did Riley do to get detention at Chase U? He was the only one in the class. The lights were off. The teachers had gone home. The janitor, the caretaker, had even been in and gone.
He's waiting to meet Thea Hale after hours. That noise. Oh, yeah.
Adults in classrooms.
Oh, God.
Moving on.
But the tone of him is ridiculous.
He's the bad boy of chasing you.
I can't wait to prove myself against Obafemi. He sure is big, golly gosh. But I think if I'm brave enough, I can do it. It's so patronising.
What if they've been watching to have the trifecta of him, Tyler, and Nathan be the way they are?
Yeah.
What
Yeah, that's
show have
about-
they been watching?
Been reading some Enid Blyton or something.
Next signing, the next time they can sign UK talent, Peter Rabbit will make his debut.
Triple H he was more like Peaky Blinders and everything, and football hooligans and Green Street.
Yeah.
And Shawn Michaels is like, he's
No
like,
idea.
Shawn, can I trust you with the British talent? You know the stereotypes. Yeah, I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, a giant peach. Roxanne Perez beats
Molly
Ariana.
Holly's ass, am I right?
Hey!
All right.
It's a callback.
Right home, me and Molly Holly's ass are gonna get married after I bomb the Germans. We're dropping her ass on our house. It's a bit weird because it's 2014 and we shouldn't be doing this.
I hope no one skipped to this bit because it's just nonsense.
Oh yeah, people
isn't
just
it?
skip midway through the wrestling.
That was a genius combination of like 3 previous bits. Don't worry, everyone.
There we go.
Yeah.
It all makes sense at the end, unlike NXT booking. Roxanne Perez beats Ariana Grace in a singles match. Grace shouts at Perez afterwards, who attacks her and locks in a crossface. Officials try to pull Perez away, but she hangs on for a while longer. The referee reverses the decision, making Grace the winner of ETQ.
Oh, do you not
What
like this?
the
Do you not like this
What a
classic
pile of poo this
classic
was.
trope, Maffew, from the 80s?
We see this
Shut
all
up.
the time. We see this all the time.
What am I supposed to do? Cheer Fallon because she sucks.
Fallon?
What?
Roxanne?
Roxanne Perez. I scrolled down my notes too quick. I'm sorry.
No, we're meant to feel aggrieved for her because she was screwed. Oh, no, she was
No.
stupid, though. She was being
Yeah.
stupid, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
We never see referees reverse decisions after post-bell attacks, do we?
Yeah, that was an astonishing precedent to set.
I know. Either do it all the time or do it never.
Yeah.
Because the match was a load of bollocks for me, not the bit at the end. Because Ariana looked the part in this match. She was proper bending Roxanne's arm at the start. And it was just a prolonged heel beatdown. And I was like, right, this is great. Pop Rocks is not a move that you can just hit that and nothing else and win a match. That is
No.
the most unrealistic NXT has ever been. I can throw in Xia Li. I can throw in Boa. And whatever her name was before she was Wendy Chu. I've forgotten.
Oh, God, me too.
Yeah.
I forget what her name
Was
was.
it May Yim? No, not
No.
Mia Yim.
She's on SmackDown.
I said it was May M-E-I, wasn't it? May...
Mae Young.
I couldn't tell
Yeah,
you.
May
May
Young. Yeah.
Mae Young will do.
Her name
was
was,
she called?
her name was, may I ask for your hand in marriage? Will I return?
But Pop Rocks, I can't get on board
No,
with
it
that
doesn't
move.
rock.
No.
Pop stinks
Seen
for the
Pop,
win,
yeah.
and then the loss.
Yeah.
What a bunch of balls.
What a bunch of balls.
I was so close. It was May Ying.
I remember that part. Good for you. Ava Rain is interviewed backstage and finally clarifies that she is the assistant NXT GM. She reveals that the men's Dusty Rhodes Classic begins next week. Yeah, thank you.
So many moons ago on SmackDown, I think, or was it on NXT? We saw Heyman in a room with
It was
Ava
on
Rain.
NXT.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
when... who'd come down? Who did Heyman come down with? Solo.
That was the night where he told her that the bigger the brand
That
gets,
was it.
Shawn Michaels will need a helping hand. And a few weeks ago, she thought, ha! I'll act upon this advice from Paul Heyman, and I'll do it.
Hang on, that's what he told her. That was the advice.
That was the advice.
That's rubbish.
Yeah.
Oh.
I shouldn't have to wrestle anymore.
I was about to say, look, a bunch of bollocks, but she's not wrestling, so net win.
Now,
I meant in kayfabe from her standpoint. She's getting paid the same, I imagine.
Yeah.
But not have to take the bumps.
So she's doing the Sean Spears thing that he declined to get. Yeah.
she didn't talk herself up very well, what I thought. She went like, and I've got a lot of ideas, and yeah, not all of them are good. Like, what are you doing? All right.
I mean, that's why I watch NXT, isn't it?
She's gone from mystical, spooky lady to very honest about her own abilities lady. It's strange.
If she's on The Apprentice, that's the bit where they go, what?
Yeah.
Why would you say that?
Or the bit at the end of RuPaul's Drag Race when you're down to the last 3, and then Ru goes, who's going to win? And if you don't say yourself, then you've finished. You've got to back yourself in RuPaul's Drag Race. That's what I've learned.
Yeah.
I've not watched it for years. It's kind of lost its way, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oversaturated.
I was never really into it.
Fair
It's
enough.
reality TV.
Oh, it's just the fact that it's in every bloody country these
Yeah.
days. You know, what the USA one finishes, and you're watching Australia, and you're watching the UK.
Too much spooky bollocks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Blair Davenport is hurting backstage after a loss to Lyra.
She's hurting because she has to talk.
And she's hurting all of us because we have to listen. Nikita Lyons comes along and says she could take out Blair right now to get revenge for the previous attack. But she won't do that because it won't bring her any closer to NXT Women's title.
Which is
Make you feel
nonsense.
good.
Well, she's virtuous. She's not like Blair.
The virtuous Nikita Lyons.
She doesn't attack people in the car park. She is a competitor. That's what I took from this.
Yeah.
I thought she was one of those QA nonsense.
That's out of character.
I was going to say, yeah.
Her rationale there that it wouldn't get her close to the titles. Blair literally attacked her, put her out for however many months it was, and she's had how many title shots since?
Like 3,
More than
maybe?
Drew McIntyre.
Yes, more than 73.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just made no sense. You could do both.
Yeah. And then Blair says Lyons won't be able to beat her up anyway. They argue, but crew members break it up before it turns into a fight.
That's right.
Which I think is the main way they book women, like on the show.
Women be fighting.
Hey, how you doing? I'm all right. And then suddenly all these lads just show up.
Weird, isn't it?
Bring it up, bring it up.
Well, all they did this week.
Yeah. Then Fallon Henley beats Tiffany Stratton, meaning Tiff has to be her ranch hand. During the match,
Her ranch hand.
Shawn Michaels tweets that a former NXT champ is on the way to watch the main event. Oh, okay, great. What do you think about this?
I thought it was a proper ding-dong battle. Fallon kept up with Tiffy every step of the way. There was a lovely sort of cartwheel crucifix bomb from Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
The chair bit at the end, it's, MJF has gone through this trajectory. Tiffy Stratton looks like she's going through the same thing at the moment. Made absolutely no sense. It's a match where if she loses, it's a match with rules that if she loses, she becomes the ranch hand.
Yeah.
So she introduces a chair to the match.
Yeah,
Makes
and
no sense.
It was a really contrived, be like, no, that's my chair. I don't know you. Give that back.
Maybe
just
just
to make any sense.
Maybe she fancied it. Maybe she's heard that manure is good for the skin or something. I don't know. So she's gonna bottle up some horsey poo.
It's just for 1 week, apparently. So we're only going to get one skit. I assume.
Okay. Well, I mean, you'd think with the character that Tiff Strats does, it's like, oh boy, this would be funny, he. But the crowd didn't seem that arsed. Like, I don't really want to see Tiff do that. Tiff, again, all the way up here. I don't know if this is going to make Fallon go a bit higher.
Oh, I thought Fallon did a great job of carrying the less talented Tiffany Stratton to a wonderful match. Everything going to be all right. She's a star. I'm a big fan.
She won't be next week when she's in the ranch.
Oh.
Aye, shoveling, you know what.
I didn't think she was a farm lady. She's a bar lady. She's just southern. That doesn't
all
mean...
the above,
Yeah, that'd be really funny. It's just like, yeah, can you like take some empties? Oh, they'd be shoveling horse poo. What, just because I'm from the south?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
But
Maybe
no.
we'll learn the bar's actually a saloon.
Mm.
Which are always joined onto a ranch, kind of, aren't they?
I think
They are in the films.
We've seen the bar, and it did look more like a student union.
It did.
We thought it was
With
in Chase
horses.
U, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Horse
about that.
University. That's where they are.
I say, I'll be flying over to Horse U tomorrow.
That's how Andre's
my-
going to get his money back. It's just betting on the horses.
That's my female horse friend. What's a female horse called?
A mare?
That's my mare for her,
Or is it a nag?
her hoof in marriage.
Is it a nag?
A nag.
I don't know.
I think it's a mare.
A mare.
I'm having a mare right now. Backstage, Baron Corbin asked Braun Breaker to be his tag partner at the Dusty Classic. Braun thinks it over, insults Baron, and then says, yeah, all right.
If you're having a promo where you're not allowed to say the word asshole, don't make the promo all about being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
The way the big, hard, tattooed Baron Corbin was like, we're both a-holes. And then big, hard Braun Breaker was like, I guess you're right, we are both a-holes.
We're a pair of a-holes.
Pick any other word under the sun. I like I like the way that the how are they going to coexist is setting it up there, because Braun's like, I'm going to lead the team with Baldy right behind me, and Baron was like, you a-hole. What are you doing? Yeah.
I didn't like Baron in this. I know he's got so much better over the years on the mic to the point where he became a really good heel, but I thought he was stepping all over Braun's feet in this. When I was doing my training for the Debenhams Kitchen, we had to learn how to use the till. And I'd never been in a job...
During the war.
Yeah. I'd never been in a job where I'd used the till before. One of my fellow trainees on this training day kept the woman was like, right, have a go now. And I was like, right, trying to concentrate. And he kept talking. He was stood behind me. He kept going, now that button, mate. And eventually she had to go, can you not? And that's how I was Braun. I'm obviously Braun Breaker. And that lad was Baron Corbin.
So that guy you worked with was an a-hole.
No, he turned out to be an all right lad.
Oh, okay.
But I ended up in the kitchen. He ended up in menswear or something. So we never saw each other again.
Oh, he graduated.
No, we were just randomly assigned.
Oh.
I had no idea I was going to end up in the kitchen. I was gutted at first, but it turned out to be more of a laugh than it would be on the shop floor. Anyway, right.
They told Jack it was random assignment. He got promotion. He hasn't figured it out
It
yet.
does feel like the kitchen is like Fallon and the
No.
Tiffy Stratton.
No. The kitchen was where all the banter was. I was me and like loads of middle-aged women from Sunderland. It was amazing.
Okay, yeah.
Wait.
You've convinced me.
Sounds a bit MJF-ish, that. I don't like that. I shouldn't have. Anyway.
So you do know where the holes are.
Oh, God.
Yeah, the sinkhole, the
Aye.
washing up. It's
The
a kitchen.
coffee machine had quite a few.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. We see a video package for Oberfemi. Ober, it says here.
Oba.
That sounds a bit better, doesn't it? Yeah.
That's what the background music was.
He's so big. Oh my God, yeah. He is so big.
Ladies and gentlemen, Booker T!
He can also talk.
What are you doing here?
He's also a decent promo.
Wow.
He's a future world champion.
Yes,
I
he
think
is.
He's got all the tools.
Yep.
You heard it here first on the 5th of January 2024, when we're sat here in 2027, looking forward to WrestleMania 43. You'll see.
He's great.
Roman Reigns is still champion. Gigi Dolan is talking to her fellow roster members about how she finally feels comfortable in her own
Wish she
skin.
would shut up. What a crap character
She
she
was
is.
very selfish, wasn't she? Just talking about herself.
Yeah, everyone. There's 5 or 6 lasses around her, maybe, if memory serves, and they're
Yeah.
all just listening to her going, "Oh, I'm so confident now, comfortable in my own skin."
I don't do New Year.
Yeah, I don't do New Year's resolutions. No, I'm always great. Shut up, Gigi.
This was meant to be. I can tell the intention behind this was to make her like relatable, like a modern woman, and like, oh yeah, she's confident in her own skin, great, good for her. But I just thought, shut up.
She should have sat there and gone, "I hate myself. I hate everything I do. I'm going to set these stupid New Year's resolutions I'm never going to keep. And lo and behold, next week I'll come back and sit in this locker that's not even mine because I can't read. And I'll just say, oh, another year, another New Year's resolution gone."
That's related. That's
Yeah,
relatable.
that's what she should have said.
Yeah.
That's my Gigi Dolan.
Yeah.
She should have said anything here. She could have said anything here, I should say, because it's like, and then Cora Jade arrives, disagrees, and they argue until the rest of the women's division split up.
The hook for this feud is Cora Jade not respecting Gigi Dolan's locker. Therefore, Gigi Dolan can't respect her.
Well, how can she respect her locker if she didn't respect Carmen Petrovic's the other week? You know, because that's not even Gigi's problem.
Yeah.
Sticking her nose in other people's business.
And also, Big Steve was there, Big Stevie Turner.
Oh, what?
She was there.
Hey, Chad.
Watching
Oh
it
my God.
streaming.
Really?
I
Peak time.
forgot she existed.
Oh, I want her back so much.
Peak time of the year for streamers, obviously. You
back.
know, people at home with their families and whatnot, not want to talk to them.
Oh,
so you
God,
watch
yeah.
Twitch.
She
don't
must
you?
have had that instant update issue that Jack had the other night. That's why she's not been on PC.
Oh,
trying to
I
think
was
of.
fuming with that.
I'm sorry to hear, pal.
That's all right. We just won 4-1. We played it again and won, but like 2-1.
And the game was like, error, Jack cannot win this good.
Exactly,
Christ.
yeah. It was, Anyway, I want Stevie back regularly. Yeah, guys?
Yeah.
You're
Come
supposed to
on.
stream regularly. That's how you get
I
fat.
want her
Whatever.
wrestling.
All I had in my head was like, that's what Jamie Carragher says every day.
I want Stevie back. Take that, Joel. Little red. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Jack,
He's
Jack
not
let the
even
football
from
get in
there.
him.
He's from Leeds.
I'm catching the FPL, Joe, by the way. You seeing it? Oh. Hey.
I think Matthew
having a
Stewart's
nightmare.
just...
Oh, he's a freak. An absolute FPL freak.
Unbelievable.
He's
Yeah.
100 points ahead of me, and I'm
Where
in
is it?
third.
I wonder where he is in the world. Probably like top 10k or something.
Gotta be.
Last time I looked, he was like 6k.
Unreal.
I
Season.
mean, freak in the best possible
Oh,
way.
aye.
You know, like Freakzilla.
he's
Matthew
always
Stewart.
been. He's always been like upper mid table, but now
Yeah. He's like Leicester.
Villa. Oh, Leicester. Yeah, Leicester.
But
yeah.
Villa this season, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Sorry.
He's like, no, Heart of Midlothian, because he's Scottish.
Okay.
Good lad.
Yes.
Rich Holland has a sit-down interview and talks about being no stranger to injuries and mishaps in the ring.
Now, you're thinking one thing there, aren't you?
Yes, we are.
But switch, debate, switch.
He talks about wanting to be seen as a family man, not a monster. He's in NXT to prove himself, and they show clips of his previous injuries to himself.
Yes.
Injuries that have occurred to him, I should say.
When he
not-
blew out his leg, his knees.
blew out his knee catching somebody. When Ricochet gave him that knee to the nose.
Broke his nose.
Yeah.
Splattered across my face.
Me face. Ooh, heck, he said.
He did the Chris Coleman defense off Sun Until I Die. Someone's having a go at him in the car park, a bad run of form, and he goes, "Can we say the P word?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a prick, you." And he goes, "I'm not a prick, I've got a wife and kids." That's what Rich Holland's done.
Yeah. it's just, okay, like, but then it goes, these things have happened to me, they're really bad, and it's put my career back, and you go, okay, that makes sense from if treating wrestling as a sport. Yeah, I've had setbacks because I've not been able to do my best. Then he goes, yeah, but then I hurt Ilya. And again, you're like, right, still not on board with it. I know that maybe the idea of him being sympathetic, but you can't have that and have him like pretend he hurt you, whatever, hurt Ilya, and also with the real life stuff with other wrestlers. I don't get it.
Big E sat at home watching that, and he's all about all these mishaps in ring and all that sort of stuff. And you can't just use that vernacular. Use different words, because the bit where he's on about like he got wiped out being injured, and his wife was pregnant with twins. He was like he's going to lose his job, and that's at home. That was a lot more effective than using like mishaps and stuff. And you're just thinking, him actually potentially ending Big E's career.
Because it doesn't make sense in wrestling either. Because you're meant to hurt your opponent. You're meant to win. And
again, that's the other
so
thing.
It shouldn't.
Like,
it's not his fault. It's quite clear this was a script that he had to read. I think like it clearly wasn't his idea. But yeah, I felt bad for Big E as well watching this.
This is like Disney making the Frozen films.
Go on.
So when you Google Frozen Disney, you no longer see Walt Disney Frozen. You see when you Google Ridge Holland, Holland botches and mishaps, you now get this promo.
Oh, you mean Ilya Dragunov, right?
You no longer get the footage of the Big East thing.
Oh yeah, they did that to hide that Walt was cryogenic. Wow.
The rumor that he was. I mean,
it's true. It's as true as the Rock of Gibraltar. Another callback if you missed that.
Yeah,
that's your own problem.
Yeah, not our fault. Go cry somewhere else.
But also, I like the fact that he ends the promo by going, injuring people's not in my DNA. When on commentary, every single time he'd wrestle, Michael Cole would say he was too brutal for his rugby league, so that's why he ended up in the wrestling.
Which makes sense. Why Michael? Yeah, rugby's a brutal game. Lots of physicality involved. Someone say, he's a bit soft, Ridge. Like, he didn't want to hurt anybody, so he got sacked.
Rugby league was too hard for him, so he's now in the wrestling.
Oh, no. Thea Hale wishes Riley Osborne good luck, like in The Great Escape. Have you seen that yet?
I've just remembered what I've written.
In the breakout tournament final, he high-fives her, quote, and she absolutely jizzes herself.
Underlined and italicized.
In case I missed
Look at it. It's funny to say.
A different one.
Can't confirm the words jizzes herself.
When I wrote it.
She jizzes herself.
When I wrote it, I thought, I'm not going to put this in caps. I'm going to make it fancy. So I put the italics on and then underlined it. And then I sat and laughed. Just looking at the words.
What was even better?
Just talking with Jack laughing.
I was just at my desk like... Yeah, it's really good. Oh, God.
That sounds adorable.
Fraser looked over. Oh, what are you doing there?
No, he was...
You've jizzed yourself?
Class and sophistication.
I remember feeling... No, Fraser was...
Liam Neeson there, Fraser.
Fraser was... I think he was doing a podcast with Aiden. There was no one around me, and I remember thinking, I hope not a triple jump here. Me just start laughing to myself in the other corner of the room. Oh.
But mere seconds after she, quote, jizzes herself, Booker, they go back to the ringside area, and Booker T goes, give her a cigarette.
And Vic just sandbags are going, what do you mean? Why would you need a cigarette? You're like, Vic, man.
But then
that was funny.
Vic plays off it later when Riley's heading up top. He's like, she might need one if he hits this, like if he wins. And I thought, yes, Vic, go on.
It's because there's still a thing like the stop smoking campaigns on the WWE shows, aren't they?
Oh, yes, so why are they?
No, for teens. Oh, yeah, she's a
Whatever,
kid.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Why is
Give her a cigarette.
Don't do that, says
She
Vic.
might need a delicious, cool cigarette.
That's what big Luke Littler said he's going to do with his winnings. Because, you can't spend it on...
Spend it on time.
Yeah, he's like, I might get a few new vapes. That's what he said.
Yes. Go on, Luke Littler.
16-year-old
That's
Luke.
16-year-olds is buying.
I think he won 200 grand.
200 grand,
A lot of
yeah.
vapes. Bloody hell. I honestly, with darts being as big as it is around this time, I thought it would be more than that. To get him a second.
Well, you think about the TV deals and that. It's the Hearns, Maffew. It's the Hearns. They're disgusting people.
Although
They're the Glazers.
Eddie can do good impressions of a lot of boxers though, so he's all right.
Yeah.
He can do Chris Eubank very well.
Can he?
He can. Yeah, there's a clip of him driving and his mates filming him, getting him to do different impressions of boxers, and it's everyone's spot on.
Oh, and you see that.
Yeah, it's good.
Obviously, with all the support behind him, Riley bravely loses to Obafemi.
Second place in my move of the week was the gunshot chop on the apron where Obafemi stood up on the floor. Riley's walking across the apron, running across the apron. He just goes, wha!
Yep.
The noise. Ooh.
Booker goes, Booker was loving this match. Of course, we knew he was. I liked also two moves towards the end. He did the finisher, the pop-up powerbomb, but with a bit of a release. And he looked really tricky, but he landed perfectly on his back as well. So clearly Obafemi's very controlled when he does it. And I think he did, was it like a Blue Thunder Bomb or something else that looked really good?
Yeah.
He's really good. Give him, my voice went weird. Give him all the gold.
Yeah, he sort of does the old Blue Thunder Bomb that releases him right at the end.
That was it. Yeah. It was
My God.
Oh, yeah.
He
rules.
He's so big. Joel, can we get a picture of Obafemi just to look how big he is?
Well, instead of the Cultaholic Podcast logo,
right.
this crappy thing here, because I have a picture of Obafemi.
We'll be able to fit one thigh on that entire screen. Look how big this man is. That first picture there where he's doing his pose. Look at the size of him.
Even the thumbnail is big.
That's a nice picture.
Nice picture.
be a
Can't
face
fit
as
all of them
well.
in.
He's
That's just the top
so
half.
big. Look at that. He's nearly the size of the shed.
I watched his digital exclusive interview after winning the tournament.
Digital exclusive.
Which they might play next week, which wouldn't make it an exclusive, I guess.
Yeah.
And he said that they were like, "How did you win?" And he said when he was last back home in Nigeria, he talked to like a voodoo lady,
I told the witch doctor.
and he like named her as well. Like I was like, oh, this is a strange. It was a bit more like character-y than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, okay.
So I hope they don't make him silly. I hope they keep him just simple and just massive.
That's the
Yes.
great Carly's wrestling there. Look how big he is. Next to the great Carly at NXT Spring Breaking.
Yeah.
His opponent's on a box. You can see it. Anyway.
He's so big.
Oh, yes.
What's that group, like high school picture there, Joe? Like the second row down, that one there. Who's on that one?
Oh my God, they're big as well. There's Hank.
Wow.
There's Tank.
Oh.
Sorry.
Hank and Tank, yeah.
Oh,
Joel's lost it.
Joel.
Right click.
open
new tab.
Nah, it's not going to work, is it?
Zoom, baby.
Zoom in on nothing.
Yeah. So there's Tank at the bottom.
Yeah.
No idea who the other ones are.
No, the bottom left dude's
It's Midian.
Oh, yeah, sure, whatever.
Why are they shaking hands?
Brock Lesnar at the top there, top right.
Yep.
Yeah,
But look how big Obafemi is. Wow.
massive.
Wonder who that saucy little devil behind Obafemi.
He's having a good time.
He's that lad from, what was it? I've forgotten who did it. The Backstreet Boys. Am I sexual?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ask if they're sexual. The rest of them reply, yeah.
Yeah, they're back in their friend.
Yeah. Aye.
Sorry, yeah.
OTM cuts a promo in front of a graffiti-covered wall. They're very confident of beating Tony D and Stacks to become the tag team champions.
Yeah, I couldn't be asked to recap everything. They said a lot of things without saying much at all.
Yep.
They sound authentic, though, when they're doing their
They do.
promos. They clearly
Yeah.
script them themselves, I think.
Yeah.
Scripts them.
I just got
Script
that.
with a Y.
God, that's an entire page of notes for the show. Kiana James is interviewed backstage alongside Izzy Dame. It is what it is.
There she is.
Izzy talks about nobody knowing who she was at Deadline.
They watch this podcast, I'm telling you.
But aligning with Kiana was the right decision because she has the best brain in NXT. Izzy isn't afraid of conflict because she used to hit volleyballs and bitches.
Come on. Joel didn't crack a smile there. Sometimes I look for your reaction because I'm assuming you have no idea what's happened on NXT. You don't like that line?
I did. Sometimes I blank out.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll just have been looking at pictures of Obafemi.
Yeah.
Let's cut Joel some slack.
He needs a cigarette. With Kiana's guidance, everyone will know who Izzy Dame is by the end of 2024.
I like that Izzy just said she aligned with Kiana because she has the best business mind in all of WWE.
Yeah. Good reason.
Why does that matter?
It's like being with Paul Heyman. She'll be champion soon. No?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. No.
Oh.
She's large. Not as big as Obafemi.
She's
but
tall.
getting
No one
there.
is.
She's getting
I
there.
wonder why she Kiana's a weird one to align her with because I like Kiana's in-ring stuff as much as I like her character stuff. So I don't want to see her as like the brains and versus the brawn. She can do both. I don't know. Never mind. Please carry on.
Trick complains to Mello about putting his title shot on the line. He stops Mello from being at ringside in the main event. Mello understands, but definitely seems annoyed.
It's still a load of bollocks that the powers that be took Mello's stipulation just at face value like they did. But I guess it makes sense from his point of view saying we got to start practicing like we play. You got to be ready for all comers and whatnot if you become the champion. But
Match speed is one. Yeah.
no double dribbles.
No, none of that. No.
But I guess it did sort of make sense a bit more from Mello's perspective.
Just because one of our shared interests is basketball. Coop Chicken.
Oh,
You mentioned Coop Chicken. It's closing down.
That's the saddest death.
Really?
To me this week. It's a joke. You gotta laugh or you cry.
But yeah, no,
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Coop
Yeah,
chicken.
close the doors.
Yeah.
When?
End of December.
Yeah, done.
Oh, they're actually done now. Oh, fair enough.
I know.
Wow.
I know. They're really good as well.
I don't get it, mate.
There's 3 Nando's in the middle of town, and there was 1
Ugh.
Coop. That's not what. I'm not sure that's why, but it's just
Yeah.
like what they didn't need to be. It was very annoying.
How was the party?
It was all right. They did like a closing thing the other night.
I'm good about that.
Yeah, where me and Sam dropped in before. It was the night of World's End, so on the way to work we like dropped in, and it was just it seemed fine. Like everyone was fine in that, but they were all just a bit looking forward to. I guess when you run your own business, like they're looking forward to. Like one of the guys said, he's looking forward to having a job where he can just turn off his computer, go home, and just not think about it.
chill out.
Well, that's
Yeah,
someone.
but I know. Are you messaging him now?
Now I'm starting to see what, like, Coop chicken. Sorry.
He's looking at pictures of Coop chicken, are you?
It says it's open.
Or maybe it's closing soon. It seemed very. Everyone was taking bottles of sauce out. It was very. It was clearing out.
Yeah, it says it's open.
It's not open.
Everyone was. I was there watching them clear out the last of the stock.
I think you're lying.
I walked past on Tuesday night, and it was shut. At like 5:20.
Anyway, shout out
Order
to
for
Mike.
delivery.
It was an unbelievable eatery.
What's he ordering from a
Try
restaurant?
order something. No.
Yeah. See if
What?
it
Joel,
comes.
don't encourage him.
It says it's open.
Hey, if it,
Yeah, they
if it turns up, then we've been razzled.
they just don't want you showing up anymore.
There was a fake leaving party, if so.
They're going all out to prove they don't want you showing up.
Sam came out with a jug of sauce, like a bottle of bleach, like it was like one of them big containers.
Oh wow.
I know. Yeah,
What did you do?
it's cracking up out
So
there.
make them like fake closing.
I didn't do anything. Andrew took his body pillow in.
So they're all right with that.
Yeah, they're fine with
Anyway.
that.
Yeah, that's where people might recognise it from.
Oh,
Punishment.
damn it! Was that kayfabe?
No.
Oh, that's all right then.
Aye,
No, we all saw it.
That's Big Mike. He was the waiter on that occasion.
The spicy man. He was also the man who poisoned Pachi with hot chili sauce.
Oh, what a lad.
Yeah.
Made him have an endoscopy.
It actually messed up Pachi's stomach for a
Oh
while.
God, yeah, that was. Oh yeah.
He did.
Oh, God, didn't it?
He did warn him.
He signed the end.
The
Oh no! Moving on.
disclaimer.
Moving on.
Yeah, oh,
The
yeah,
disclaimer. He
warned
signed
him.
the disclaimer.
He said you shouldn't do this.
Sorry.
Which he did anyway. Yeah. I was in the queue once for Progress in Newcastle with Mike, and someone went, "Oh, Jack from Cultaholic. Oh, and the spicy man."
Oh.
Yeah. Really nice guy, Mike. Good chicken.
Yeah. Andre Chase tells Duke to get ready for the Dusty Cup, but JC Jane says Andre should concentrate. I don't know what my body's just falling apart. I'm sorry. Should concentrate on clearing the university's debt with her help. She says the Dusty Cup team should instead be Duke and Riley Osborne.
This is like when Stephanie McMahon took over ECW
Yeah.
Invasion. This is disgusting what JC
What?
Jane is doing.
No, it's all right.
JC Jane's, why is she taking over?
Because Andre can't be trusted. He's
Let
fat.
Andre finish the job. Finish the story, Andre.
He plunged them further into debt.
No, he's not. Of
course he
We haven't
will.
got any further worse since it all came out. It's fine.
What?
We're
Any
on this-
further worse? Like, yeah, but it's still
He
terrible.
nearly halved the debt. Then he staked that in that match against OTM to get the full debt cleared, and then he lost the half that he'd already.
And he was a mess. The storytelling here with to show he's disorganized. His shirt's
collars
out,
on,
his
doing
collars
the
up.
Candana, yeah.
It's because he's been doing what's her face's Stevie's twitches at the same time as his own twitches. He's twitching too much.
And you can tell that.
God. But yeah,
JC's actually got, I believe, the best interest of the university at heart.
that's how it all went wrong when she turned up, though.
That was coincidence. Listen to us.
No, it's in
Listen to the-
kayfabe.
listen
Like,
to
he's the one responsible.
Listen to the passion.
No, I don't trust her. This is one third, not 3/3, third of Toxic Attraction. I'm having a terrible time talking today.
No, they, that was in the past. That was all, you know.
Oh well.
Andre Chase
I was
used to-
gonna.
She said she's sorry.
I was gonna insert horrible man from history. He did something bad.
Oh,
once.
God.
Who?
With JC Jane's fight.
Who's your go-to horrible
I'm
man
not
from
gonna
history?
bother.
Don't say him. Not the big H. Right, let's carry on.
Tatum Paxley scares Lara Valkyria
Paul
backstage.
Beck, I mean. Sorry,
I
yes.
was gonna
Tatum
say-
Paxley does scare her.
She congratulates her on still being champ because all is right with the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lyra's not got the Kavorka of a champion for me.
No, she was good. She's really good, lad.
If she was the proper champion, she'd be like, "You shut the hell up,
Right?
No, she's a creepy lady. She's scared of the creepy lady, guys.
Rudy Poo."
This side of the arena shouts plant.
Lie Rock Valkyria.
Yeah.
No, she's good. Yeah?
She's all right.
Stand up for Lyra Valkyria.
She's not bad. She's not great. She's just okay.
I find her quite honest when she's cutting promos. You know, I want her to do well.
I feel like she's playing someone who has to play the role of being honest rather than that's how she is.
Ooh, very good. Interesting.
That makes up for my inability to read or say anything. Axiom suggests entering the Dusty Cup with Nathan Fraser.
Right now. Oh, no, before that.
I was going to say, who agrees? But then it's just like, oh no, I'm not going to...
What had Axiom just been watching? Because I thought they were watching the show live, but then they're talking about some match that's happened ages ago. He's going like, well, what do you think of him? I assume Obafemi.
They're watching it on the BFI London stream, so a bit behind.
Right then. Right.
Oh, where'd that come from?
Hey, Fantasy Premier League.
Whoa!
Hold on.
Hell yeah!
Right. How long is Salah going to be at the African Cup of Nations?
How long's that been there?
I don't know.
I didn't even use that.
That means we've been going for 2 hours because it's
Okay.
2 hours.
Yay!
Oh, we're not had a break.
And we're
yet.
still not through NXT.
Let's have a break after NXT.
Yeah, God.
But yeah, Nathan Fraser, when he's on about, he's trying to, Axiom's trying to get him to say something about another wrestler. He's like, nice try, pal.
Oh, I know what's going to happen here.
I'm not saying anything.
But him.
Either man, about either man, although more through the frickin' wall.
Oh, God.
Why does he have to talk it like that?
Come through the freaking wall and take me
Come
out.
through the bloody wall.
That's how we bloody talk here in frickin' England.
Frickin' England.
You stop it, Axiom, you cheeky man. Come through the
But there
freaking
was,
wall.
You're only supposed to blow the frickin' doors off.
there was heartbreaking scenes though, because BJ is sat in the background listening to these two
Was that him?
friends talking about tag teams and the Dusty Classic and whatnot, and he saunters off.
I
and
didn't.
it's sad.
I saw someone walk out. I didn't realize it was him. I guess Briggs is finding his way on his own. He can go the distance. Oh,
No, we can't.
Poor BJ.
poor Post Malone.
Oh.
But I do like Nathan's gimmick of just putting his foot in anything, his own mouth.
I'm enjoying Nathan Fraser.
He probably
now.
could do that, couldn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Standing position.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm a fan of Nathan Fraser. MJF would enjoy that. Because all the holes in the places.
All right.
Oh, I thought you were reading something about MJF there.
No.
Oh.
No. I've never spoke to him on like some.
Ross?
MJF is, and I quote, friend of Maffew.
Friend of Matthews.
Wrestlers are on there going, no, can you not call me that? Tony, Stacks, and Rizzo are interviewed as they leave the building.
Hey,
That's the Riz. That
Fun.
is the Riz.
why don't you introduce me to
And
the
they're awesome. Rizzo makes the other two introduce her to the camera, even though she's been
Finally.
around for months. The Riz always takes care of biz.
Hey,
She gets the job done and
know it.
punches people in the mouth.
I can't unsee the rat from the Muppets.
Rizzo. Oh, God, yeah.
I hope she's not called that backstage.
Oh, yeah, that would be really...
Wrestlers don't like rats backstage. They open the back of their car. Joe Casey pops
God.
out.
I had to unfollow him on Instagram this week.
It's not his
Because
fault.
of this.
He's not... It's not him doing it.
What's he? No, Jack. What's he doing?
He's being booked like this.
No.
It's not rail.
This is rail.
It's not rail.
What's happened is Joe Gacy has found a man in the back of Tony D's car, and he's killed him,
Well, yeah.
and then laid in the spot where that now dead man once
Yeah.
laid.
He needed a quiet place to think. That's what he said.
He's killed the man and then he's dropped him.
Well, he assumed they were going to take him to the bridge.
Yeah.
Yes.
He makes me
biker.
ashamed to be a fan of professional wrestling. So I therefore had to unfollow him on Instagram.
Why?
I understand he's a talented wrestler. I'm sure he's a lovely fella. Loves his
Why?
horror stuff.
Why him
But
in
great.
particular? Why him in particular? Because we've just seen Riley Osborne going, I hope I can do it if I try my very best. Why is this any worse
I
than
would
that?
never even consider to follow Riley in the first place. I believed in the schism.
Did you?
No.
Oh, okay.
But they were all right, weren't they, for a period?
No, they just weren't as
Exactly
bad.
what period are we talking about?
At
The
first-
Tudor era?
That
Like,
first week, Maffew, where me and you were like, well, this will be a fantastic commentary.
that
A little bit
period.
of satire on our NXT. And it turned out to be the exact opposite. So
Yeah.
I guess...
I like
Someone
them,
asked, Sean, what is this? And he was, oh, look.
I like them in the feud with Chase U, but more as just like, that could have been any heel team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
In the main event, Carmelo Hayes runs out and inadvertently distracts Tricky Willie while Grayson Waller rests on the outside. Well, it says rest. I thought he was getting ready to do his bloody
Oh, right.
rolling
Yeah,
stomach
that
thing.
would
but
make sense, yeah.
He has to rev it up, you know. But then Kevin Owens appears at ringside and attacks Waller, rolling him back in for Williams to get the win. It was so funny when Kevin Owens unexpectedly appeared and all this other stuff because the way the camera is facing Waller is like, oh, get ready for the finish, yeah. slight turn to the right, and then sees Owens. There's no way he wouldn't have seen him there for like a good 10 seconds.
It was like when the two, I can't remember who, but the two members of the women's division were in adjacent hospital beds. If I see her again, she's there. She's there. Yeah.
But this was very silly bollocks.
Sorry?
Oh.
Well, I mean, like, while I go, well, it's good I'm here for no reason. Oh, is that guy who doesn't like me?
The
Stop
tweet. The tweet. There was a tweet in the previous match where Shawn Michaels tweeted. You read it in the notes. It was like, Shawn Michaels tweets that a former NXT champion is heading to the show now to watch the main event. So Waller's been sat at home watching this on Peacock, on telly, because he loves it. He loves NXT. And then he's seen Waller pop up and he's gone, I'm going to go now to the arena and cost him. And he did. It all makes perfect sense.
Yeah, well, when you put it like that, how can I disagree?
He hopped in grease lightning. That's how he got his attention. A Waller.
Oh, wow.
How long have you been sat on that one for?
About 2 minutes. What we're going to say. Waller, though, he was calling the match like prime John Cena at times in this one. I noticed on a couple of occasions. So he needs to cut that out. I mean, that's the levels of the game, isn't it? Because they obviously turned the ring mics down for the amateurs on the main roster. But for these Mozarts of the squared circle, in NXT, everything's turned up, so we know they're the best in there. But it's all the alley-oop thing that wrestlers do in the corner where they get through in the corner but then grab the top rope and go away. The way he turned that into a thingy was really good. A stomp, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Very nice.
He's good.
Yeah, and I do like the fact that it's like, well, it's the Iron Survivor versus the Iron Survivor. So it makes sense. It's like, oh, okay, cool.
Grayson did get slightly screwed by Owens.
Go on.
He hadn't done anything wrong. Carmelo Hayes was the one being a naughty boy.
He looked gutted at the end as well.
Oh.
He picked up Trick's shirt
How
and
many-
just giving it the golf clap.
I don't know how stupid Shawn Michaels thinks people are, but how many months do we need of Carmelo Hayes going, and before we're like, oh, I think he might be a bad guy, actually? It's weird.
Yeah, you are right.
It's just
But
the
you know
noise
what?
of it.
It was funny. I've got nothing to add. We need a break. That's the end of it. NXT. 3 pages of notes.
Apparently,
Staggering.
Triple H's announcement has been announced.
Oh, what is it?
Come on, Joel.
It's very-
Joel, be excited.
All right, go on, Joel.
This
You
is
ready?
a big
Go on.
announcement.
Go on, big
This
Joel.
is going to shape
Go on.
the year that is 2024.
This is the King's
Joel.
speech, Joel.
This is going to make or break our years, Joel. Lay it on thick,
It's gonna be
baby.
so
Go on,
bad.
Joel.
It's so underwhelming.
Oh, no.
No. Start again. What is it? It's overwhelming.
Great. This is your
It's
big
great.
moment.
Oh my god! Right.
Is your microphone on?
The announcement is that Money in the Bank this year is going to take place in Toronto, Canada.
Right.
Not England.
That's the announcement.
It's going to be a bad year because of you, Joel.
They
So
teased,
Time for the break.
they teased WrestleMania being here at last year's Money in the Bank.
Joel, we're going for a break, and you'll be lucky if we return.
And now they're taking it to Toronto.
I'll sit here and think about what I've done.
AEW Dynamite. We see a Samoa Joe promo after becoming AEW World Champ. Joe says he doesn't make predictions, but he keeps his promises. Yes. He says the world isn't big enough for him and MJF, which is why he's the new champ. He's right, because MJF's got a fat ass. He'll end anyone who tries to take it from him. And he is not seen on the show, which some people are very surprised at. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. I never thought about that.
Yeah, you expect the new champion to come out first, usually. Yeah.
I mean, that's not the big story of the thing, is it? The big story is, of course, the turn. So Adam Cole arrives with the newly named Undisputed Kingdom, playing his old music and then the new one. He says the crowd shouldn't blame him for double-crossing MJF, who would have done it to Adam as well eventually. Cole says he gave everything for his friendship with MJF and even got injured. The only reason the fans love Max is because of him. MJF is dead, and now the Undisputed Kingdom want gold. David and Bennett already have the Ring of Honor tag belts. Who cares? Roddy is going after the international title, and Wardlow wants the AEW World Championship. Once he gets it, he'll do the right thing and hand it over to Cole.
Good luck.
This is good. This is good though, because like when the big reveal was made at the pay-per-view, one of my first thoughts was, which I didn't mention earlier, was like Wardlow. He's been mentioned in MJF in promos for ages, and then he ends up being like the henchman in a big group that's going after MJF. But ultimately, it'll be Cole and MJF's the big blow-off. But that's a nice setup for like a potential turn between those two later on. Like if Wardlow does get the title,
The Batista thing.
yeah.
True, but then Wardlow's gone from being menacing lackey, second in command, to menacing lackey, second in command.
But not if he says no to Cole. That's what I'm saying. Like they've potentially settled up down the line, haven't they?
Yeah, but it's also very similar to what they're doing with Killswitch as well. Which
It is.
I don't get why, or whatever. Anyway, he says it was a pleasure doing business with Samoa Joe, and he hopes there's a different champ by the time Wardlow challenges for the belt, because he'd hate to hurt a friend. Okay. They're under by Jay White. Jay says he's impressed with Cole and the group, but he didn't appreciate being collateral damage for their plan. The Guns arrive and help White attack the Undisputed Kingdom. They're joined by the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, who chase the bad guys away, apart from the still injured Cole, who's protected by the ringside doctor. The Acclaimed and the Guns have a tense stare down until the Ass Boys leave with Jay. Okay, so there was some good stuff here.
I thought it was logical that Jay White wouldn't care about him being a bad guy, because he's a bad guy, but he did get beaten up by him, so yeah, he's annoyed by that. Yeah, it made sense.
Yeah, it all made sense apart from the point Jack made earlier about the gold. They took it away, yeah.
Yeah.
Made it a bit harder.
Yeah, I think it was just said beforehand, it's not slam dunk, but it is like, oh, finally, the devil stuff's over. We're drawing a line here. MJF was barely mentioned. Cole went, oh, he's no longer here now anyway.
He's never
And
coming
moved on.
back, he said.
He says never coming back. And I'm like, okay.
So he would never lie to us.
That's right.
He was never coming back.
He lied to MJF, but not to us.
Yeah. But Cole, obviously, you know, I'm going to put my degree at stating the bleeding obvious to good use here. Cole is much better as a heel.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was really obvious.
No, yeah.
I hate to think, because I'm not trying to think last time. Oh, I mean,
He's
he's
good as
doing
a-
the stuff for MJF was like, but it has reached its pinnacle. Yeah, trying to be funny there. I mean, that's not people talk.
That's how Edge talks.
So
And Jay White.
that's how normal people should not talk. Though. Yeah. Also saw some people get upset that Roddy Strong's like, oh, he was getting really over doing the yelling people's names bit, and then other people going, yeah, but how long is he supposed to do that for?
Yeah.
The rest of his career.
That's true.
Yeah.
He seems to enjoy it.
He does.
Yeah.
He can always go back to it, I guess. But so I'm glad it wasn't amazing, but I'm glad that finally we can move on. Everyone's got directions. Jay White and BCC.
I thought you said something else.
Everyone's got stiffies. And yeah, and speaking of which, the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass are like, hey, remember us? We're supposed to be over, and now we've actually got stuff to do rather than just we exist.
That's a
all they've done
great
for 6
gimmick.
months.
If they'd all come out fully bricked up.
You think you're hard, Wardlow? Well,
Adam Cole sat in the chair and Wardlow turns to the side and just twats him in the head.
oh God,
sorry, pal.
Whose music's that? It's David 10-inch. We get a video package recapping Eddie Kingston's journey to win the CC. It's a shame they didn't just show the promo that was aired on Twitter where the guy's like trying to do the light thing. Did you see this?
No, I didn't see it.
And the guy just went, Eddie's just like, come on, what are you doing? You think you're Martin Scorsese? Just put that down. No one cares if there's a shadow.
That's good.
Oh, it was great, but it was saw little clips of it, so that was nice. Afterwards, Daniel Garcia talks about his main event against Swerve Strickland tonight and says he won't be affected by pressure.
Yeah. So he's focused on one lyric of the theme tune, Big Pressure I Apply. I quite liked it.
And then that was. Thank you, pal.
Swerve had like a riposte later on as well.
Ooh, riposte. Orange Cassidy beat Dante Martin to retain the International Championship. They shake hands after the bell, but they are interrupted by the wrong theme playing. Oh, and then it plays properly. The return of Private Party.
Yes.
Oh my God, is that Private Party?
It is. They say
Makes
the
me think of Jen. She used to do a horrible Essex accent with that.
That was her American accent.
Was it
She'd do
American,
That
was it?
one, yeah.
Jesus, was it?
Yeah, she'd do an American one for that. Her Essex one was more disturbing.
It was just like she got possessed by a different human being.
Really good actress. It's good. It's
It
talented.
didn't fit her
Oh, I
head.
see.
Yeah. It was weird. Mark Quenn's back.
Yeah.
Several years away.
It feels like so long.
And Isaiah, he's got free from the hostage situation he was in.
Yay!
The Hardys.
Finally. Yeah, they say the tag division has been missing them. It's just they're putting every team on notice. New year, new champs. It's notable by the fact that they said, yeah, the Hardys coming after you.
And the Bucks.
And the Bucks who got booed.
Dun, dun,
yes!
dun.
Get some.
Wanga!
I was happy they were very over, considering they haven't been together for years on TV. And the crowd, like, do I hear a sex noise? Crowd, sex noise. Oh, sorry, someone's just opened the door.
But yeah, the match for Dante and Orange, that was all kinds of Ron Seal, that. All kinds of Ron Seal. Just two good wrestlers wrestling that good style of theirs. The highlight for me was Orange rolling away, and then Dante going, I don't care. And he just did a top rope splash like 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Very wacky of him.
Yes. He didn't even need help.
No?
Yeah.
No. He's back quicker than I thought after that. Was it broken arm?
Ladder
Match. Ankle, yeah, that was it.
Floppy ankle.
Yeah, we know this because they showed about 18,000
Yeah.
clips of it, to the point where I was surprised his Titantron wasn't just clips of that.
Yeah. Who broke his arm? Oh, it was Phoenix.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
landed
Or
on
fractured it or
the
something. Yeah.
table thing.
I've mixed the two up, yes.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good match. It's like, okay, cool. It's just Orange Cassidy doing Orange Cassidy things. Also, there's a guy dressed as Dusty Rhodes in the crowd who distracted everybody. So Orange Cassidy then did a really casual
Inbred?
walk.
Shinsuke Nakamura?
It did look it, yes. In the backstage interview, Tony Storm...
There'll be people listening to this bit who don't watch Raw.
Dusty Rhodes? Inbred?
Google The Nightmare, the American Nightmare Before Christmas.
Why do they keep saying Molly Holly's got a fat ass?
Sexist bastards. In a backstage interview, Tony Storm isn't happy about being in New Jersey and says she's about to head over to Manhattan. Renee asks if she'll be watching Mariah May's debut match tonight. Tony says, I don't watch wrestling.
I love that bit.
How hard can it be, she says?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, great to watch.
You can do a seance for Stephen Sondheim. Sondheim, she said. Again, the character stuff's so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a vignette, Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews accept FTR's challenge, but they want to have the match in FTR's home state of North Carolina so they can beat them in front of their families up the north.
I like how they were like, Cash was like, if you've got anyone who likes you.
Yeah.
Dax will take you away from your wife and your little girl and your dogs and whatnot. Cash, if you've got anyone who likes you.
Yeah. Because we don't know, do we?
Yeah.
And afterwards, Dax and Cash will join a new family, the House of Black. This was good, and I can see why people were annoyed that this wasn't put on the pay-per-view because it has been built up better than some of the matches that were on it. However, I'm also glad they're not having 100 matches on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
This one could be given, like, you know, the length of the old BC Gold versus
Exactly.
FTR from way, and I said way back when. Then it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. Ago. Also, I don't think they should have Toni Storm doing her city stuff followed by the House of Black trying to be serious because you're just like you're a bit on the funny when you're watching stuff like this. Still, you still need someone like to cleanse the palate in between. I think because it's like we're the spooky people, like the silly people. Swerve Strickland is interviewed about his upcoming match with Daniel Garcia. He says pressure isn't about making diamonds, it's about inflicting pain, which is what he'll do to Garcia tonight. He wants gold this year, and Samoa Joe better be ready.
Good. Give him the belt after a nice little run for Samoa Joe. Then give him the belt. Yeah. Do you think he'll be on our pictures video the other day? Not to spoil the pictures, go and watch it. But there was a lot of talk of Swerve either just before or when he eventually wins the belt being a babyface by then because he's just too popular.
He is a face.
Okay, right.
He's not, though, is he?
When?
Let's not
He's
start
pretty
this
nasty
again.
to
He's a Rhea Ripley.
Prince Nana proved he's still a heel at the end of this Dynamite.
Mariah May wins her debut match against Queen Aminata.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. I thought she was amazing in
She's
this Mariah May.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean,
She did a shoot Hurricane Rana, then a couple of shoot drop kicks, lots of pop and snap.
Given how short her career's been so far and the fact that most of it was in the middle of lockdown, yeah, she's really good. It wasn't like the most complex or long match, but yeah.
yeah.
You can tell she's wrestled in Japan.
Yes.
She hits those moves like only people who wrestled in Japan hit those moves.
The whole forearm, bang.
You shoot drop kicks. You shoot Hurricane Ranas.
Yes. Same again.
Pop, I've written down pop and snap. Your nuts are hanging out your shorts.
Like Triple H. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Can confirm Mariah's were not.
She's interviewed in the ring, thank you, afterwards and says she hopes Toni Storm is proud, but she's interviewed by a debuting Deonna Purrazzo.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Purrazzo.
Good morning.
Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna Purrazzo. Oh, God.
Please say the next sentence like you are the policeman from Hello Hello. About Deonna Purrazzo.
Deonna says it doesn't matter where Tony runs and hides. Because you'll find me. AEW is at the age of the... Oh, God.
Virtuosa.
Thank you. Deonna and Mariah have a quick scuffle, which ends with May being sent to the floor. And the crowd were very happy to see her.
Yeah.
They all went, hello, hello.
One thing, I've always thought she's good, and then there's always just something about her promos that I could never quite put my finger on that would always distract me. And I've realised I think it's because it's not her fault, it's just her voice, but she sounds when she gets angry like she's about to cry all the time.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. She's like, well, she's not like that. But the crowd were buzzing to see her. I'm interested to see whether that's just because it was in New Jersey where she's from, or whether it's because she was one of the best things about Impact for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more quality in the squad, as Rafa Benitez would say. More quality in the squad for the female divisions in AEW. So will they get used? That's always the big question.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she'd be a good person to even just beat Tony for the belt.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people like listing who are the good wrestlers in the division that they've got now, and it's a long list. But will they get used?
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's a big question.
Oh, that was a bit of news this week. Just because someone else who's in Impact, rumoured to be going back to WWE, is Naomi or
Trinity. Fatu.
Yeah, Trinity. Yeah. Do you think she will?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get her in the BL, the bloodline,
Oh.
because her husband's also in it,
Ah.
and they could do with a lass in there.
Yes.
So keep talking.
Tony Schiavone interviews the patriarchy in the ring. Christian says it's been 200 days since he first won the TNT title. Schiavone tries to correct Christian, but Christian threatens to have Mother Wayne discipline him.
Oh, yeah.
Mother Wayne, she said Christian is our father at the start.
Oh, no. Well, yeah, because he's Nick Wayne's father,
Yeah.
and he's her daddy.
No.
Yeah, that's
Father.
that's
There's
what I
a
heard.
difference between a father and a daddy.
Yeah.
So Christian's being shagged as a daughter.
You're saying that Mother Wayne is his daughter?
Yeah, because she said like our father.
No, he said
Our Father,
He said daddy.
who art in heaven.
Yeah, you can't be a father and a daddy. You either one or the other.
It's a fine line, isn't it?
Just a daddy on a Sunday. I don't know.
Oh, God.
Christian has a few people to thank for his victory over Adam Copeland. Firstly, Mother Wayne. Secondly, his pride and joy, Nick. And then, this is so great because the framing of this bloody kill shot is there. Like, it's like, and finally, last but not least, the person who was single-handedly responsible for the match.
To him.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
He's
Here
looking-
he comes.
he's
Here
look-
he comes.
He's looking at him in the face.
Me. And just the and just the. Christian says there'll be no more title shots for
It
Copeland.
got a pop when he said it because everyone was like, "Oh, he does it. Oh, he does it."
He's going to win the TNT title until he decides to give it to Nick to continue the family legacy. The patriarchy run AEW now and forever. Oh, he's so great. He also said, shout out to you, New Jersey Sweat Hogs. With the
Rick Rude, yeah.
Who
Do you remember when
was a
his,
daddy?
Do you remember when his son inducted him in the Hall of Fame? Or like, didn't induct his dad, but it was his like representative.
Yeah.
And he cut a promo and everyone was like, he's got it. I'm surprised he never, I don't know if he did wrestle or not.
I don't recall that. No.
He cut a promo and it was brilliant.
It was a good promo.
Yeah.
But it's just so basic, but the way he does it, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. Simple but effective.
The man who put the final nail in the coffin of Adam Copeland while looking at Kill Switch. Me.
He did, pinned him, beat him.
Renee interviews Saraya, beg your pardon. Ruby
No,
Soho.
you got it right. It's a ray of sunshine.
It's a ray of sunshine.
Bollocks. I corrected myself. Ruby Soho. Oh, and their new ally, Harley Cameron.
We've missed something during the gap in the podcasts. Harley Cameron now has a knife and she's mad.
What?
Yeah. She's got a knife. She's Australian as well. Yeah, she's now a bit Tatum Paxley-esque. She's creepy and weird. No, yeah, a bit Tatum
She is a
Paxley.
bit. Ruby reluctantly admits that Harley is a good addition to the team. Harley intensely claims she would do anything for the outcast from Chris News.
Bless you, bless you.
Bless ye.
Ruby is a bit freaked out and walks off. Saraya tells Harley to calm down because she's making it too obvious.
What does that mean? Bless you again.
Bless thy.
So good I did twice.
Do like the relationship between Saraya and Harley because it's, she's presenting one thing to Ruby, but it's actually another thing. I think it's got legs.
What's their scheme? What
Make
are they
her
doing?
jealous
Because
for
Renee
not appearing.
Yeah. Well, Renee, because of Ange.
You've got a new friend now, you're jealous.
Aye. Because she goes, you made it too obvious. And then Renee's like, tries to do a bit of investigative journalism. She goes, what's going on? And they go, never you mind.
I love you, Renee. That's what she said, and then walked off. Renee.
Not this again.
I love you.
Takeshita beats Darby Allin.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
In a frankly terrifying singles match.
In a good way.
Yes. Backstage, the Don Callis family challenges Sting and Darby to a tag team match. Ooh.
That was so
Oh, it was
many.
great, wasn't it?
There's the wheelbarrow German where Darby landed on his feet somehow. There was a spot where Takeshita sheared Darby into next week in the midst of the low pay to the floor.
Yep.
How did they do that safely?
I don't know.
Safely.
Well, yeah.
There was the Chaos Theory with an extra roll down the ramp from Takeshita, sorry. The stunner counter from Darby, followed by one hell of a tope as well, where he just about killed himself. And then the finish off the top with a German, followed by another knee. There was so much to talk about. It's time because I was thinking about this. Takeshita getting a couple of pins over Kenny Omega was the summer.
Yep.
The second one was All In, wasn't it? It was the first one at All In.
I think it was the second one. Because I think I was expecting Kenny to get his win back.
Yeah.
And then he just rolled him up.
And we've done that with him since. And then he's having matches like this out of nowhere.
I don't know if you
AEW.
I don't know if you know this happened, but him and Jericho had a match in Noah or DDT. Sorry, that's where Takeshi's from. And Jericho beat him, and they shook hands afterwards. I was like, "Does nothing matter? That's just we've been building up to." It was bizarre.
Sounds like Jericho.
Well, yeah, he was doing his thing as well. Get the ringside camera and all the.
Yeah, no, this was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
After reheating him, so getting back to what he was during the summer. Fantastic.
Hopefully, yeah.
This was a long time ago, that.
Yeah. Trent Beretta wins a 4-way match against Brian Cage, Brian Keith, and Brian Vikingo to become number 1 contender to Eddie Kingston's CC.
Sorry, just before that, we did learn that we're going to do nothing with Takeshita now, because next week they're having a Takeshita and Hobbs face Sting and Darby.
Yes.
So they're not having Sting lose before his final match, are they?
Oh, maybe to add a bit of peril. Oh, no, because he'll lose his final match, won't he? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, well, I was going to say hopefully Hobbs takes the fall. I don't mean that. I don't want either of them to lose. So I guess it might be a DQ. Or maybe Darby takes the fall.
Maybe.
Darby
see
takes
that,
the fall. Sting gets angry with Darby. They have the final match.
The final match should be Sting versus Darby.
Yeah.
I hope it is.
It writes itself.
It does.
Who can dive off the biggest thing?
Yeah.
Imagine that's the final thing we see is Sting just him diving off something massive, just disappearing. And that's it. Never hear him again.
It's too funny. Sting.
Yeah, and then this 4-way happened.
I thought Vikingo and Cage stole the show earlier on in the match. Cage, I don't know. Cage, I don't get him. He's so good at wrestling, but I just don't give a toss.
Is it the AJ Styles thing? Is it the little things?
It must be the little
He's
ones.
good at all the big things.
He's so big, he can't be good at little things.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
And the other thing I wrote down was Eddie Kingston giving a shout out to Wolverhampton in the midst of a commercial break.
Wait, what did he do?
I can't remember why. He was just shouting out Wolverhampton.
Big Wolves fan.
Oh.
Or the city of
The
Wolverhampton.
city of
Oh,
Wolverhampton.
he's in Fight Club Pro a bunch of times, so
Okay.
that's maybe why.
Fight Club Pro.
Yes.
That's how he said it, yeah.
God,
Absolutely.
bring the tone of this podcast down. Don't
No, no.
You really have. How dare you?
Terrence, I've done it.
An angry Hangman Page interrupts a Matt Menard interview and says he's angry about being put through a car windshield, so now he wants to beat somebody's ass, whether it's Joe, Cole, or even Daddy Magic.
Or Molly Holly.
He dares someone. That's a lot of kicking. He dares someone to give him a reason. In the main event, Swerve Strickland beats Daniel Garcia. Of course he does. He offers a handshake afterwards, but it's all a trick as Prince Nana hits Garcia with a low blow. Matt Menard tries to make the save, but gets low blowed as well. Nana tells us that Swerve is the next AEW World Champ, but here comes Hangman Page. He was a pull-apart brawl with Strickland in the show.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know why they'd be doing that quick.
I'd rather they waited. Oh, very posh there. I'd rather. I sound like Riley Osborne. I'd rather they waited until Swerve was the champion, until Hangman comes
Right.
back after him. Yeah. And then you could even have Hangman be like a Bret Hart, Drew McIntyre heel who's justified, but everyone prefers the other guy.
Yeah, why are you cheering this dude after
Yeah.
he threatened me kid? It was like,
'Cause he's cool.
Swerve.
'Cause he's sick.
Swerve.
He didn't harm the kid. He only
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Your Honor. Let the point out.
Yeah, I'm surprised as well. I'm sure that when they have the match, it'll be really good, but I'd rather wait as well. Yeah.
Yeah, most of this match was inconsequential because it was all about the dance-off between Prince Nana and Daniel Garcia. It was the peak of professional wrestling this week. But yeah, I was on a more serious note. The match had a bit of everything, didn't it? The final flurry was class, I thought. But it's another loss for Garcia in a singles match.
Stat?
He's lost. He's got 2 wins and 11 defeats from his last 13 televised singles matches.
Oh, that's relegation form.
One of those wins was against Trent. I don't know why I've said that like that because Trent's good. One of those wins, believe it or not, was against Trent Beretta.
Wow, he beat Trent. He's great.
But you know what I'm trying to say.
I know.
But he's still, it's not harming him though. Cause
I was going to say that he's at that point where he's not getting a mega push right now because of everything else, but people are all right seeing him in this position, which I think is good for him.
Tony Khan did come out. I think I saw this on Twitter. At the end of after the show went off the air, was like, "You will see a lot of this man in 2024."
I didn't see it.
Sound like Voldemort.
That's what he does.
Sounds like
Yeah, he does do that.
Dumbledore. Did you put your hand in the fire?
What's that basketball player they had on just before Christmas? The
Oh.
Greek fella.
Oh, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Do you see his introduction for him?
No.
What?
Tony's. I don't know if you'd be able to find that for us. Would you mind, man? My friend Joel over there. But yeah, it's fantastic. Just how excited he gets in the midst of introducing the man he's booked for his own wrestling
You
show.
spell it G.
Oh.
I A NNIS.
There he is.
Then just put Tony Khan. Okay.
But yes, it looks like Daniel Garcia will have a big 2024. It was that was 2021.
Oh my God. I did read that TK came out afterwards, and I haven't seen any footage if there is any online. And the report was that he was booed.
Tony Khan was.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I might have to go on Twitter and have a look to find it.
I don't know.
It was just a little clip I saw before Christmas there. It's not even worth it. He just gets excited. Imagine Tony Khan introducing someone. That's what it was.
I can imagine it. Yeah.
Oh
God, Tony, you're loud.
The news from that bit was, I think Garcia's in for a big year, despite his singles match losses.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Why?
So I'll recreate the crowd, apparently.
Daniel Garcia is in for a big...
You suck. Boo.
It's okay, Joel.
Yeah,
It's going no. It's going no.
But his voice cracks.
You read your feed.
That's basically what happens there.
I think after this episode, we're not in any position to be judging people for how they
No,
talk. So,
yeah, we're crap.
up the TK.
There was definitely a post-show presser once when he definitely had a filter onto the mics to make everyone sound lower. Because it's the one where he went, I'm not going to take this effing S. You know that one when he was, I'm not going to sit here and take that. Do you remember that? He definitely had a filter on. Because everyone's voice who was at the table sounded lower.
Yeah, that was Toby Storm talking. Well, that was a lovely return to the wrestling in 2024.
I enjoyed Dynamite this week. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Do you not? You never enjoyed
No,
Dynamite,
I
did
did.
you?
Sorry, I thought we was ending that bit. So
You
I'm saying, no.
WWE shill.
No, I like the fact that this was a nice, like, it's the next chapter. We've got the Devil, Cole and his crew stuff. The female wrestler who made her debut for whatever
Mariah
her name
May.
is.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Oh, Deonna Purrazzo.
There was that. Hangman versus Swerve again, I guess. Samoa Joe's the champ. Moxie's got 3 titles. Yeah,
Right.
things look really positive for AEW.
Private Party's back.
Private Party back, thank you. So much stuff happening. Can't count them all. The Acclaimed have gotten booked.
Yeah,
Things
they're
are looking
doing
all
something
right.
better now, yeah. Good Dynamite.
Yeah, good.
End the segment.
End the segment.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
And it's time to have a look in the mailbag. Number 1. Hello, lads. Hello.
Hello.
Who do you think is the best shagger in all of wrestling?
Best.
Male or female? Happy holidays. Freeze rate HD.
Thank you.
What a
Well,
great,
thank you, pal.
great way to start the year. with the
Jesus.
mailbag.
The best one or the biggest one?
Best shagger.
Best
Who's
shagger.
the best at shagging?
I've got an answer. With
Do
thrashing
you?
out. Yeah. It's Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, there's proof. There's proof.
Sonny, Tammy Sitch, I believe her name is in certain circles.
Yeah, it's great to think about her. in
Spoke
2024.
about, I know, yeah, but she spoke about maybe 10 years ago now, maybe a bit longer. They went at it for 9 hours or so.
Well, that's silly. That's just stupid. You
9
get-
hours?
You get hungry. You get
Yeah.
tired.
You'd
you
feel sick, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd lose weight.
Also, she's not the first person to say that he was really good.
Yeah.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah, the comedian. She said that he was too athletic.
Yeah, he was doing flips.
He was too good. She didn't actually like it that much. She was like, it was just too impressive. It was just, nah.
Imagine being too good.
bumping and selling across the bedroom.
It's like MJF.
Yeah.
You learned this at the pay-per-view.
We did.
You know, those holes and stuff.
We just talked about it before.
You're looking at me with a blank
We
expression,
just talked
Matthew.
about it.
I know, but
Your friend,
It's
Maxwell Jacob Freeman, you
it's
DM
good with the holes.
most
About-
weeks. You should ask him next time he DMs you about something that's been said on here.
About what? MJF wondering, are you still good at shagging?
About the holes. Want to know if there's more holes?
Can we move on?
Yeah.
So who's
go
your
on.
answer?
Dolph Ziggler, like,
All right.
I don't know that much about
good
that.
answer.
And obviously, if there's 3 things we know about, it's people shagging. So,
Yeah.
Happy New Year. I've actually just thought of one. Kensei Sasaki.
Kensuke Sasaki.
Yeah. Who was his wifey?
Oh,
I forget
no.
now. When they were booked on, this is a legendary story, as part of the WWE Collision in Korea thing, allegedly, there's a rumor that's been going on for ages that him and his missus kept up all the wrestlers all night, the shagging, which was shaking the hotel.
Shaking the hotel.
It's wrestlers in their stories.
Come
isn't it?
on now.
Who's she married to? It's her. Anyway, I'll have a look at
It's
this.
her.
Happy New Year, lads. With The Rock teasing a match with Roman Reigns on Raw this week, did that happen? The biggest concern, aside from Cody adding more chapters to his story, would be the ring rust from an extended period away from the ring. My first question would be, should Rocky have a couple of practice/warm-up matches before his clash with Roman? And if so, who would they be? My answer would be either AJ Styles or Dominic Mysterio, or even both on different occasions. AJ could get a good match out of anyone. I don't know, ask Killer Cross about that. And Dom is a future megastar, so the match could do wonders for him. I agree. Thanks for all the work you guys and the people behind the camera, Joel, do. The podcast is a highlight of my week and makes the commute to uni a little more tolerable. Cheers, Hamza. Cheers,
Thank you, Hamza. Cheers.
Up the Hamza.
Aye. So,
Omos is the answer here. Because if you can if you
yes.
can work around Omos, you can work around Roman, no bother. And that's what a tune-up match should be.
I think
Good point.
that he should have a match. First of all, my answer is that I think what he should do is, I don't think The Rock would do this because it would require a lot of time, but do what Logan Paul and Bad Bunny have done and have behind closed doors matches to get really in tune and then come out and wow everyone with how good he is, rather than blow the first Rock match back on like a lesser show. But if he is going to have a tune-up match with someone, I think it should be someone stylistically similar to Roman, not someone smaller like AJ or Dom. Like before World Cup, when England played, I think we drew Ecuador once or something, and then had a friendly against Honduras, because from a similar part of the world and might play the same.
That's how that works, right?
Aye, why not? But yeah, I think if he does, and I'd say behind closed doors, and if not, against someone of a similar style. He was similar to Roman.
Omos.
Yeah.
Jimmy Uso.
Yeah.
Solo.
From that same part of the world, right?
Solo does big moves.
No, I don't want Solo losing The Rock.
Okay.
I just don't think you should have one, in all seriousness. Just have the
You know?
first match back, be against Roman, yeah? In front of a camera.
It'll be the modern day Brett Davey. Roman, I'm effed.
There's too much good
I'm like
wrestling.
Black Adam's box office
I was
receipts.
thinking, who's Brett Davey? Some old British wrestler.
Eludes me, Brett Davey. Akira Hokuto not only could probably still wrestle The Rock, but was Ken Sasaki's dance partner in Korea.
Oh, you found it?
That's right, I
Thank
Googled. I think you're being very cruel. Of course, he deserves a match against Jinder Mahal.
Aye.
Who's done dirty.
That might actually be what happens. yeah, true.
Hey, lads.
Hello.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Oh, gee, I
I thought you were doing a little
You
joke.
all right?
Hey!
Hey.
Adam's apple went somewhere. Hey.
As we all know, wrestling is all about the big moments. Since there's no Culty Award for best moments, all that remains is the second biggest honor in wrestling. Being part of a Cultaholic Mailbag bracket. Enclosed is a tournament, bloody hell, with some of 2023's wrestling highlights. Just as a note, I only included moments from WWE and AEW, as I don't watch weekly TV on the regular. Oh, she's pay-per-views, I see. And I didn't include any from NXT, as that was already covered in the previous bracket, and NXT as a brand would have single-handedly won everything. Good job there. Have fun. Former Northern Ireland Secretary of State, James Brokenshire? I'm going to butcher it anyway, whatever. I'm going to call you James. Thank you, James.
Did he put his real name?
His real
Whoa.
name? We mean his real name.
Okay,
Where's
it's
that?
former Northern Ireland.
Thank you, James.
Tatum Paxley throw that pen? It came from nowhere.
Thank you very much. I'm going to Google James.
Have we got the
Brokenshire.
bracket here?
I don't.
Oh, for God's sake, lads. Come on now.
We've got it in front of us. He's going to type it in, isn't he? Like a good boy.
I don't think you can.
I see. That's what James Brokenshire looks like.
Okay.
In case you're wondering.
He looks like a politician.
He does look like a politician.
I'm glad it's all formatted correctly, as you can see there from the second one down. Christy Oracle beats Edge.
Number one. Sammy chair shots Roman.
Or
Christian heroically beats Edge.
Moog. I'm going to go for Sammy.
Sammy.
Sammy. Oh, pen doesn't. Sammy does work. Christian's coffin explodes.
Oh,
Explode? It didn't explode. Oh, Omega kicks out
Of a one-winged
one-winged
angel,
angel at one.
Christian's coffin. The way that dropped, it was fantastic.
The one-winged angel.
Oh.
I forgot the kick out happened. Some say Christian's coffin.
Cool.
Tom's backlash pitch comes true, or Sting's Wembley entrance.
What was Tom's backlash pitch?
I mean, the answer Sting's Wembley's entrance. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I can't remember what Tom said.
Oh, with the dun 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 dun.
Yes.
Yes, things. I'm sure Tom's pitch was really good though.
Sting, AEW. Adam Copeland's debut, or Shane tears his quad?
Shane tears his quad.
Shane. And put Shame McMahon. Where we at?
Was Christian's coffin thing this year?
2023 dropped.
Yep.
That was this year. Wow.
Hangman drinks Swerve's blood, or Tom's reaction to
Sorry.
Dom's WrestleMania entrance.
In the police car.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Hangman drinking Swerve's blood.
Yeah, Hangman drinking Swerve's blood.
Blood drink. Where we go? Tom's reaction to Grado, or Jimmy super kicks Roman.
I like things that are real, so I'm going to go for Jimmy Super Kick.
Oh, that's it. End the podcast. It's over. It's all over.
No, I'm sure it was real. He was very excited.
I'll go for Tom because the other one aged like milk.
Yes, it did. You're
Yeah,
right, yeah.
Grado, who ages,
Tom
ages like wine.
Tom should win that one.
Matt Jackson's exploding shoe.
That was never 2023, was it?
I don't think.
I don't think it was.
I think I was still doing reactions on the channel then.
Unless he did it again.
Oh.
Oh,
I
no.
swear he's done that twice.
Oh, you're thinking of the thumbtack shoe?
Yeah, I think maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Brian's final countdown entrance.
Final count.
Yeah, final countdown.
Count.
Sorry, I need to stop shouting in the microphone. Sorry, Joel.
CM Punk returns again, or MJF throws tequila on a child. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I'll go for the Punk one.
Oh, come on.
No.
Let's go tequila.
Please don't.
It's up to you, Maffew.
I'm sick of CM Punk. Tequila.
No.
That
That was the best moment of the. Brian,
Hey,
it's gone. It's gone.
drinks on him, or whatever. Sammy's chair or Christian's coffin.
Sammy's chair.
Sammy's chair.
Chair. Sting, AEW Metallica, or Shane McMahon.
The quad.
Go on then, the quad.
I was sat next to Aiden at the time, and he stood up and punched the air. And he told me, yes,
Dude,
get it.
we were out, yeah. Whatever. Blood drinking or Grado, who does not drink blood.
The blood.
Blood, yeah.
Sorry, Tom.
Tequila or... I don't know what
Final
I've written
countdown.
there. Final countdown. Is that what I've written?
Final countdown.
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
So, Sammy's chair or Shane's quad?
Sammy's chair.
Sammy's chair.
Damn it.
I mean, one has gone down in the history books a lot more than the other.
Have you heard my man, dog? That was what Snoop Dogg said.
Blood drinking or final countdown?
Blood drinking.
Blood. So it comes down to this: Sammy's chair or blood drinking.
It's a worthy final. I'm going to go with the deathmatch spot. The blood.
Ooh.
I'll concur because that's the one I think that will be talked about more in years to come.
Wow. I would have said Sammy's chair, but that's absolutely fine.
Fair enough. We've done it.
If
Blood.
if Cody won at WrestleMania, or if Sammy won in Montreal, it would have won.
Yeah,
Wow.
would have done, yeah.
What a tasty little tournament that was.
Ooh. Scrum.
Nom. Thank you very much for sending in your little tournament picks and your other thoughts and queries about sex. If you have any others, please keep them to yourself, or alternately send them to mailbag@cultaholic.com.
What?
Just really nicely by Patton.
We didn't even need to do it.
Leave that in, Joel. Why not? It's a great one. Mate, that the shorts clip this week, just that clap.
That's it. What a sad
Was it
statement
just?
of the
I wasn't
podcast.
paying it. Was it just nicely paced?
It was just nicely
Oh,
Wrist piss. Hello, all you wonderful scrummy scrum Tuesdays. I hope you all had a
Scrum Tuesday.
You have a lovely Christmas break and are looking forward to an eventful 2024. I come to you with a wrist piss, but wanted to discuss a burning topic first. Oh, here we go. On the last podcast, you discussed Irish curry sauce in your local chippers. I was surprised to learn about this and made me wonder if any other of our Irish delicacies made it over the UK, namely a chicken fillet roll and a spice bag.
Spice bag.
If you
It's
say
like in
spice
June.
bag in Newcastle, you get a little bag of white powder.
No. A chicken fillet roll is how it sounds. A breaded chicken breast packed into a buttered, crispy bread roll with a variety of different fillings. The most common are mayo or taco sauce, It's like a Southwest sauce.
Is
with
that
tomato
cheese?
lettuce.
That looks good, but I imagine the way he's made it sound is that it can be multiple different fillings.
Yeah.
Like.
Tomato, lettuce, onion, coleslaw, cheese, etc. You can get this from any corner shop or deli. It is the lifeblood of builders and retail workers around the country. And the spice bag is a thing of wonder. Chippers, I like the fact they call them chippers, that's nice. Chippers will do their own version of it, but it originated from Chinese takeaways.
Okay.
It consists of salt and chili chicken pieces, onions, peppers, and chips tossed together in a wok or pan with salt and chili seasoning. It's usually served with curry sauce and is the nectar of the gods. I have included a photo of both here, which you'll be able to see if you've never seen or heard of them. But now on the more important matters of the wrist piss.
Oh,
That's nothing to do with that. Oh, okay.
No, he said have they made their way over? Now that you can get that in like from a Chinese takeaway, but not in that format. It would be in a munchie box probably or something.
I was going to say, that could be that similar style to the...
You'd get the chips on their own, but you get the wings with the accoutrement on the wings, wouldn't you? I've had that before.
I've not had the chips
The other
mixed in
thing,
with the...
the other thing looked like you could probably make something similar if you go to Subway, but not with the breaded aspect. Maybe I'd try that. Looks good.
Go to McDonald's, get your chicken selects, and then buy the rest of the stuff to go with.
That's right. Go to McDonald's for your proper Irish cuisine. And... So,
What's wrong, Joel?
Right.
Sorry, I did that thing again where I opened the wrong.
Oh, he was annoyed at himself.
I opened
see.
Photoshop.
I thought you'd like got the shivers. And you were
my
like, oh.
No.
You look like a mangy dog had attached itself to your trouser leg and you're trying to shake it off.
I am starving now.
Oh,
I know,
I'm an hungry boy. I'm having a chicken Kiev tonight.
What type of chicken Kiev?
What do you mean?
Like make it yourself?
No.
Shops or?
Putting it in the oven.
Good lad.
He sounded genuinely proud. he knows his limitations.
So happy for you.
Good lad.
Imagine, if you will, WWE have just done a show in Newcastle, and everyone has gone to Rise, and had their share of alcohol and cheese pizzas. Now they want you to order some takeaway. I want you to tell me what food you think each of these WWE superstars would order after a night out in Newcastle. It can be from a popular chain or a local place you think would suit the superstar in question. Enjoy. Bloody hell, what a great question. Thanks.
So what takeaway would each wrestler have?
So, Drew McIntyre.
Deep fried Mars bar.
From any particular place?
I don't really name them.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The Big Market Chippy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they'll definitely
He'd
do
have
that.
that thing that Fraser says he got when he went up to Scotland. When he goes up to Scotland, he gets like a
Fried pizza.
It's like a pizza
Ale.
crunch something. Yeah, that one. He'd have that one from
Yeah.
the Clayton Street Chippy.
There we go. Braun Strowman.
He'd have a big battered sausage from Town Fry.
I was going to
Nah,
say...
he's be all bloody, I've got my pre-cooked chicken here.
No, we can't do that because that would be like every wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
you know?
I reckon he would go to German doner kebab and get one of those boxes.
Yeah.
Well, 7 of those boxes.
Yeah, 'cause he's a big man.
He's a big boy.
Kevin Owens.
Greg's
Yeah, I reckon I can see him
he'd
with a
love
pasty.
Greg's.
24-hour
Murder
Greg's.
them.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have a good chat on with the bouncers.
Oh, yeah, the 24-hour one.
That's right,
Yeah.
A lot of demand there.
I've never been in there after a night out, is it? What's
Nah,
it
I've
like?
never been in.
Oh. I imagine it's just a
the
war
Greg's.
zone.
It's just it's not as bad as you think because you know what, everyone's like, I think people are like Riley, but they go in and go pasty, so everyone's just like be quiet.
But that McDonald's on Granger Street is quite dangerous after a night out.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
Oh, I
Or the
don't like that.
Northumberland Street one, to be fair, either. Don't know.
Right. Tyler Bate. I think he'd just starve me.
He's one of those lads on night out that walks around with a bottle of water, isn't he?
There's nothing wrong with that.
One of them.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Look at the size of them.
I don't know what he would get. I don't think he has. I don't think takeaways in his vocabulary, is it?
I think he'd get back home and bake the apples that he'd previously scrubbed into a lovely pie for himself with custard and lashings of ginger beer.
Yeah, if he picked the walk home from wherever he's gone out to go past nearby.
Oh, he did this in gimmick. Yeah.
Shut up, you idiot. Otis.
Well, steak. So anyway, where can you get steak on a night out? Oh, no.
Nah.
Oh, no.
It would just be a doner kebab, I think, for
He'd
maybe
buy-
a naan bab.
Oh.
You ever heard of them before?
I've tried one. I couldn't finish it. It's far
What's a
too...
naan bab?
It's a
doner kebab.
Done by
with
Hanson,
naan
eh?
bread
Wrapped
instead
in
of
a naan.
yeah.
Oh.
two. I think I got the hiccups from trying to eat it. Just like so dry and so like...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I felt like nope.
Sorry.
The lasso MJF? No.
Cody Rhodes.
Oh, right. Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. One of those.
He wouldn't. He's too sophisticated.
Nah, he's going to one of those American cuisine places that are on Shields
I reckon he's back in the hotel room service.
Yeah. Mm. And it would be like salmon, tiny bit of whiskey in a glass.
For the foie gras.
He'd come in, have a shower, put his suit on so he can have the food. They go to bed in the suit. Vince McMahon.
Oh,
He would just go to the gym, wouldn't he?
Yeah, just
Have his night out, go straight to the gym, have an hour's sleep, and then up the next day.
a really boring sandwich or something.
He'd like fall over on the night out, like split his head open, not realise that he was bleeding, be in the gym bleeding. People were like, is that old man bleeding in the gym?
Roman Reigns' dick.
Yeah, he'd eat that.
Yeah, he'd eat that.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum.
Tiffy Strats.
What
A
I've
chicken
learned-
kebab wrap with salad.
No.
What I've learned in
Don't
my
be daft.
experience, and if there's any watching this podcast, what I've learned is that girls' favorite takeaway is always Chinese for some reason. Girls always will choose Chinese over everything.
Girls just want to have fun.
Right. I'm trying to think of a rhyme.
gotta be
desperately.
I thought, like, no, it's not worth it.
If there's any girls watching, and God,
Ross is striking out near the end of this. God.
if there's any girls watching, and I don't know if there is.
We already know the answer to that.
But
no.
please let us know your favorite takeaway, and it'll be a Chinese. Girls love a Chinese. Right, carry on.
All I can hear is dialogue from an In-Betweeners episode that's written by AI.
No.
Come on, guys. Girls love Chinese.
You sound like Nathan Fraser. I know what you're doing here, Axiom, but girls love a Chinese.
Oh, yeah. I'm laughing too hard. Michael Cole.
I don't know.
Oh, baked potato. Spongy like.
He would go to Spongy
Yeah.
Light. That's correct.
I'd love that.
I reckon he could have some poppin' chicken. Michael Cole. A little bit of playful meal, you know? Yeah!
Maybe as he's walking along the street, he bats one away just for fun.
I know, yeah, anything could happen with a poppin' chicken. and Michael
Joe
Cole.
loves that.
He's decided that. Oh my! AJ Styles. Oh, anything like Kentucky.
Flatbread.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I saw a little clip the other day. I think I've seen it before. Some lads on a night out, and one's catching up with the rest of the group, and he's got his kebab, and he's a Geordie. He goes like, "What a hero!" Like someone's obviously saved the kebab from him or something. His mate just kicks it out of his hand, and he just falls all over the road.
Seen that, yeah?
And he's just like, "Oh!" And they all run away laughing. Obviously, yeah. Felt bad for him.
Yeah, it was funny. Joe Gacy.
Oh, God.
Dog poo.
Yeah, he'd just go and put his head in the bin, wouldn't he? Just
Yeah.
eat it.
It's still warm.
Eat the bin.
Oh, I think you'd have a Burger King.
Mr. Chase.
Mr. Chase.
Several lines.
Nothing, because he's got no money.
Goes straight to Asper's
He'd have the
Casino.
chicken that they cook at Asper's. Yeah.
I'll have debt, please.
Wait, I don't think I've ever had food in Asper's. But I've seen people
dare.
walking around. I've never really been in my
Hey, around about 2010, we used to go every Monday night.
Jesus
I remember you saying,
Christ.
yeah.
At midnight, they'd put the full buffet on for like just if you were in there, you
Keep
could
you in.
have it, yeah.
Oh. To trick you to stay in.
It was
did you?
nice, yeah.
I think I've only been there recently once to watch the Royal Rumble one year. Yeah. I didn't get the food. Can't remember what it's like. Yeah.
Wade Barrett.
Chips.
He's from the northwest.
No salt.
He'll have a pie.
No vinegar.
He'll have a pie bap. Won't
You
he?
have a pie and a sandwich, yeah.
Pie sarnie.
Wigan kebab.
That's a kebab in bread.
No, it's not. It's a pie in bread.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it's called?
pie,
Is that-
Wigan
See the
kebab.
picture of it? Oh, I realized. I thought you just made
Just
it.
No,
No,
Sorry.
it's
It's
ridiculous.
called the Wigan kebab. Pathetic.
There we go, Joe.
But Wigan kebab. If you didn't know what it was and you ordered
There
it,
it
you'd be
is.
like, what? It's like,
It looks so
that's not a kebab.
Oh, they play that. You can't do that.
There's no amount of fancy lighting you can do them.
Have one of them.
MJF's last would struggle to get that down a gullet, wouldn't you?
God.
Try that.
And God, we're not talking about his real last Alicia. We're
No,
talking about
yeah.
kayfabe.
Everyone should listen to every minute of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh,
No, this is the fictional throat goat
Now
we're
the
talking
cross
about.
section of that one looks delightful.
That's a proper kebab.
That's a pie
It's
and
got mushy
peas.
cheese.
Yeah.
Mushy cheese. Mushy cheese. Oh, I'm so magnum. It's mushy cheese.
Is that the Dynamite Kid?
Oh, Christ.
last thing he saw.
Oh, hey. Come on now. Come on.
Are you suggesting he perished by someone throwing a Wigan kebab at his head?
Yeah. With the lads. Say that.
Yeah, rugby league does something to people. Like, what a weird place.
What's next?
Yeah, God.
Pretty deadly.
Oh,
What? Who?
pretty dead.
Pretty deadly.
I reckon they would be kebab boys. Bit of garlic sauce, chippies.
I reckon, you know those shops that started cropping up all over the place? There's one on that corner next to the big market, like the dessert shops.
Yes.
They'd get something like a big waffle from there with like
Yeah.
Smarties on it and
Have some
stuff.
profiteroles and some Coke.
Yeah. Coca-Cola.
That's it. Brock Lesnar.
God, I did that to my nose when you said no, I haven't done that.
Why?
Brock, oh God, who knows, man?
I don't know what you would do. Probably pick up a man.
You go to farm food to be really disappointed.
I'm trying to think what's like the most. Oh, maybe a Palmos are really filling, aren't they?
No,
Maybe
you
a
go
Palmer.
to Town Moor and just pick up a cow.
Yeah, you would. And that's not allowed because the free men of Newcastle have the right to graze their cattle on the town moor.
That's right.
If Shearer wants, he can graze his cattle on the town moor.
I've heard that rumor.
It's weird.
Seamus.
Irish curry sauce, just a jug of it.
I was going to say one of those things we looked
If
at.
a spice bag would be very disappointed when the next man in the corner gives him it. Lexus King. Oh.
What's like a takeaway that you think is proper cool? Like, you know.
And then you order it and it's not.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, any takeaways are cool.
Oh, probably the bloody Pizza Express one on Chili Road that gives everyone the lurg.
That 75-inch pizza, whatever it is.
No, not that one.
The one, Pizzaholic.
Pizza-holic, sorry, not Pizza Express,
shouldn't-
beg your pardon.
No, they've improved these days. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, right.
I don't
It's
know.
a 0-star rating every year. They put the things out.
Really?
They just paint the logo something different and go, you.
That's our takeaway. Cultaholic pizza. Don't slug it off. No, I'm joking. It's not.
I hope not. Is
No,
it
it's-
really?
no, why would we run a takeaway? A secret. No,
Oh, I
we-
thought you meant you'd have that.
Oh, I used to have
No,
it like when I'd first moved to Heaton because it's like the top one on Just Eat, probably because they pay for the promo.
Yeah.
But not for years, no.
So that's Lexus King. Solo Sokoa.
It's hard with the big strong boys, isn't it? Because you just want to say like the Lesnar thing again, like he'll eat a cow. What's a smaller version of a cow?
Dog.
A dog. He'd eat a dog.
You'd get a German Shepherd. Maybe a Labrador. Bare minimum Labrador.
I love that we've just established that a smaller version of a cow is a dog. That's correct. Dog.
A Labrador upwards.
Okay.
So
Oh, from a Labrador.
German Shepherd, Great
Great Dane, yeah.
Newfoundland.
A basset hound.
Newfoundland.
No way.
That's
Newfoundland.
smaller, yeah.
What's the one that saves people in the snow and has brandy around
I was
its
going
neck?
to say that won't be good because you get a drink as well.
Am I just thinking of the cartoon?
No, they do that. don't they?
Clifford.
Yeah, Clifford.
Oh, he's
yeah.
massive, aye.
Massive red dog.
Nathan Fraser is the last one.
He would get
Okay.
kicked out.
Oh,
The bloody take away from being
He'd
annoying.
order it like the lad from the in-between trying to order booze. Hello, my good friend. I'll have your finest deep-fried hot dog.
I reckon he'd go to Subway and like try and talk to them too much when they're making his order. And they just want to move on to the next person.
Yeah,
in the
they have
queue.
no interest in talking with them.
Yeah.
He's there talking about, I could have played in the
That's another
EFL.
dangerous one. That's Subway near Tup Tup. I always feel like there's going to be a fight in there.
Yeah, especially Tup. Jesus.
Well, Tup Tup Palace, VIP. We've done well there.
Wow.
We've also named a lot of places in the local area.
Yes, we
for
did our best
everyone
there.
listening.
Thanks for all the incredible content over 2023. Wishing you all the very best for the coming year. Former secret footballer David Kitson, a.k.a. Joe from Wexford, Ireland. Thank you very much, pal. If you have any weird things to send us, we know you will. Send a mailbag at cultaholic.com.
Lasses, Chinese, best takeaway.
Yeah, can you please let us know if you listen this far? Do women like Chinese?
It's Cultaholics.
It's been a silly episode, Matthew.
What a wonderful start to 2024.
Yes.
And there's just a little shout out to our producers before I get the big question. The lovely producers sticking with us in the new year. Reno, 22.
He's from the future.
Noah Anderson.
Anderson.
Shelter.
And- ooh.
Shelter me, Daddy. Christ.
I will get this right. Tear or tear,
Tear
of grace.
Tear of grace.
He's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be, because his name is Brett.
Yeah, he's called Brett.
Oh.
We've
We
met
know
him.
him,
We
yeah.
met him. Yeah.
Lovely
Lovely
fella.
guy. Yes.
Thank you for our amazing,
Has
fantastic,
cats.
Yeah,
Nice.
cats. Yeah.
Nice
like
house.
the real Brett, yeah. Real Brett's got a house as well.
Tier
That's
of
what he lives in.
We should say, plug his. He does his own.
Tier
You
of
can find him on
Grace,
YouTube and Twitch. I think a Tier of Grace. Yeah,
It's at-ru.
like crying. Tier.
R for gut rutter curly cutter. That's how you spell it.
That's Tier
I
of
hate how I
Grace.
can do that.
That was good. I'd have to struggle if I did that. Thank you to shout out to our producers, you little spice bags, you. And the big question this week is, will Roman versus Rock headline one of the WrestleMania
Should.
days? Should it?
Should. Is it should or is it will? Oh,
I guess it's
Shoulda,
up-
woulda,
it's up
coulda
to
means
you.
amount of
I'd say
time.
should, right?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda means I've changed your mind.
Yeah.
we'll go should.
Who's that? Who was that? Shoulda, woulda, coulda means amount of time. Shoulda, woulda, coulda means I'll change your mind. And I wonder.
I don't know.
I believe it was The
Was it
Rock.
Bill
who
Belichick?
will be headlining
It's not like-
WrestleMania.
It's not like Led Zeppelin or anyone, is it? The way you used to do it was like, should I want to, change your mind?
We did a really good version of it, didn't we? Yeah.
Beverly Knight.
Wait,
Oh, damn it.
That's
Well,
not Led
close.
Zeppelin.
This close.
I thought it was Robert Plant. Right.
Yeah, Beverly Knight.
Okay. You guys were good. Should I want to, change your mind?
That's how we sing.
That's how it goes.
Right.
And I wonder. What do I do?
I'm expecting. Communication breakdown.
Don't have it
No,
right now.
Cody Rhodes should main event WrestleMania against Roddy Rhodes.
Roddy Rhodes. Roddy.
Robbie Ray. Yeah, it should be Sunday. Cody versus Roman.
Yes.
Rock can have it in Australia if he wants to.
He can leave his friends behind.
Yeah, he can. He can do all that. But it should be Cody versus versus Roman. This podcast needs to come to an end.
I've got a little idea, guys. Could be night 1, Roman versus Rock. Night 2, Roman versus Cody. But on night 1, you still get Punk and Rollins, I guess.
We might as well give
But on-
our fivers to him now, if that's the case.
yeah. No,
CM?
Punk would be the main. No, he wouldn't. No. But also, to make it fair, maybe Cody also has to have a really hard match on night 1. I don't know who against, but like.
Just like when they did
Luger and
Owen
Brett.
Brett and WrestleMania.
Yeah. Luger really balls that.
So who would you have?
Got himself DQ'd.
I know, man.
Who was the ref? Perfect.
Yep.
God damn it. Anyway.
The venom there,
I
God.
know, why did I was happy Brett won.
Yeah.
When I was 0 years old.
But then to ask you another question, your little answer there. Who should Cody wrestle on night 1?
Lesnar. He's already done
He's
Lesnar.
already
Lesnar will
done
be
that.
the
Omos.
No.
Jinder.
Femi.
Yeah.
Get him in the thumbnail.
He's
as well.
so big.
But if we booked him a Heavy versus Cody, I'm like, I don't want Cody to win.
He might lose. Brett lost in the opener.
Giving us Oba Femi versus Cody post Roman.
Down the line.
Wow.
That's great. That's amazing.
We should
Jack.
be.
That's some
we-
amazing booking.
We should all get hired, man.
We are,
should all
we
get
are hired
high,
by
yeah.
Pachidi.
No, we should get hired by.
Someone better. Is that what you're about to say?
I got confused. By Endeavour.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how that works now, isn't it?
Um,
We'll then do drug testing, so you'll be all right.
yeah, I would. What do you mean? What does that mean?
So would
I
I.
don't know.
I did that by accident before.
I believe you.
Goodness gracious.
It's only Tom would fail for me.
Ah, boo.
They probably hire him so they could go, so who've you got?
This is tricky because we're all just agreed that Rock shouldn't do it.
No, I think he should. I am going to take a stand. I think Rock Roman
I'm sure.
is more important.
Mr. I hate when part-timers come back and, ooh, cheap pop from the olden days. That's what you used to say on this podcast.
I did used to say that, but I'd also be very silly to think that anyone on the roster right now is anywhere near the level of The Rock.
Probably Cody
who is
Rhodes, I'd say.
potentially running for president.
Okay,
Cody
yeah.
That's
Rhodes.
the current rumor.
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes is not winning president.
You see these suits and he smiles with all the babies on his way down the ring, doesn't he? Gives one of them a belt. I don't see Rock doing that.
Well, he gave him the belt.
Aye.
No,
He hasn't got one.
Not like Shayna.
Because he didn't beat
Not
Roman.
like Shayna Wayne. He did it in a nice way.
Some baby's the world champion. No, I think they'll do Rock versus Roman. And now that that's out the way, Cody can then wrestle Roman at SummerSlam.
Oh, SummerSlam.
That's not the same.
It's not
It's
the
like
same.
WrestleMania, but hotter. It's got the little shades and the sun's in the background having a good time.
Where is SummerSlam this year, Joel? Is it in the Atalanta?
Oh, God.
Sorry,
if
that's
it
Triple
is.
H's announcement next Thursday. That Joe will announce in the same dramatic way he did this one.
Nah.
Okay. All right, okay. Phil.
We're filling.
Time.
We're filling some.
It's hard
Can
to
you
win.
fill me in, Joel?
He's going still. Oh,
God.
God.
Well, I'm on 10. I could have just done it here.
Well,
John
I don't.
Taylor.
The thing right in front of you. Go on, Joel. Do the work.
It's not been announced yet, but the
Somebody knows what it is.
rumor is Cleveland.
Oh.
Ohio.
The Miz is going to win the title.
Yeah.
Cody versus
Oh,
Miz.
no, it isn't Logan. Like, born
Logan's
there.
from Ohio. So is who else? Bliss.
Yeah.
Ziggler. Well, not him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kennedy.
No, he's Green Bay, Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Whatever.
Midwest. It's all the same.
Don't know what
CM Punk.
spice bags are. So,
LeBron James. Him as well.
thank you for doing that voice.
It's the meme. Yep.
Oh, sorry.
LeBron James is from Cleveland, Ohio.
Sweet.
All right.
We got off
He's
topic,
from
haven't we?
Akron, actually.
That's great. We should keep on talking about him some more.
He's the biggest point scorer in NBA history now. He's broke the record.
I know he's great.
So me and Jack both agree it shouldn't be shouldn't be The Rock. Maffew says it should be The Rock.
I think it should be.
What
I
do
think
you- what do
Roman
you
should
think,
lay
Joel?
off the
I think
SmackDown
you're
on the
playing
Rock.
devil's advocate right now, Matthew.
Absolutely.
I would prefer Roman Rock.
Thank you. Oh, Joel's team, Matthew.
Genuinely. Yeah.
Really?
Well, you've left it Desmond Tutu. Now, how am I meant to end the podcast
I'll
on a draw?
flip. It's like 12 Angry Men. I'll flip flop and I'll say for the views, the greater views it would do if The Rock wrestled, we hope it is actually The Rock.
Yeah.
You know what? Now that Jack said that, I'd like to change my opinion as well.
I'm not so sure anymore.
But I think a bigger question is, do you think Rock should beat Roman?
No.
No.
Never.
Joel,
No,
what do you
never.
think? So I can say what you say. No, I don't think that either. Not
You
that
should
daft.
beat Hogan's record. I think you should.
Any particular reason why it's a thing to beat Hogan's record?
I think, is that not the longest one apart from like in the modern era since WrestleMania?
The modern era of
It's the
'84.
third long. It'll become the
third,
third
yeah.
longest of all
He's still
time.
got to beat Bruno and
Pedro
Backlund.
Morales? Oh, Backlund, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Pedro, not Pedro.
Sorry, Michael Cole forgot as well.
Bob Backlund.
Right.
Oh,
Wow,
Keith Lance
Lance-
passed away. Former Middlesbrough chair, chief executive. We'll end the podcast there.
Oh, well, shout out to the Keith Lamb and his family. And thank you very much for joining us for another wonderful adventure. Wonderful venture, I almost said that. Wonderful adventure down wrestling route. So Jonathan Ross for some reason. Jack, what have you got for us until next week?
Are we this rusty after like?
Dude, I'm starving.
you.
I want to go to the kitchen, get something to eat at half time, and the bloody cleaners were there. I'm like, well, I can't go in and put my dirty footprints all over your artwork, so I'm starving.
Half time. Right.
It was half time.
You wanted a little orange, didn't you?
I'm aiming to record matches of the month very shortly for December, but Tom has had a few days off this week, so I reckon it'll probably go out end of next week. There's a weirdest episodes in the pipeline, which is Rumble themed.
Ooh.
And still working on like a big script in the background, but that's for a video like the far down the line. So yeah.
Sweet. Ross,
Oh, I've gotten out. My week's
That's
been
not true.
crap.
what? You've got a little video about the derby?
Oh, yeah, me and Dan on the Hold and Give football channel will be arguing about Sunderland and Newcastle. We've also got a Friday Fun Club about the derby as that takes place on Saturday. So I might not be here next week. Jack might not be here next week.
One of us might be off, depending.
And we'll never know why.
No. It makes me feel sick thinking about it. I'm not happy.
Joe, what have you got?
Absolutely nothing.
Sweet, me too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us here at Cultaholic.
Dan's still in Pachiti's place in his Sunderland shirt. I thought it was Pachiti in his Sunderland shirt. I was like, hang on.
But he was a Tory, but bloody hell.
Pachiti's a Watford fan.
Up the Hornets. That's what he said. 2015.
Pachiti and Elton John.
Thank you very much. Patreon.com/Cultaholic and mailbag@cultaholic.com. This has been Jack. This has been Ross. This has been Magnificent Joel. This has been myself, Maffew. Thank you very much. Next week we'll be better, honest. After 3, we're going to point at the screen and say...
That's ever.
The stars of the podcast, Terrence and Philip. 1, 2, 3.